Well, well, well. Wick TV, why are you such a liar? You texted today that you weren't going to stream, that you weren't going to have anything today. Why are you live right now? What's going on? And dear viewer, it's true. When I woke up this morning, I had no plans. I had no plans to start a stream today. I was like, I just, what am I going to stream about, right? Well, an opportunity presented itself, and it was accepted by the parties involved. And I figured, you know what? We want this conversation to happen. Destiny's available. Aiden Underground said yes. And he's been asking for a debate. And so why not? Well, let's get this doing. I guess Diggers wants to come on too, so he can. Give me a second. Sorry, answering DMs. Okay, so yeah, let me send an invite to Dickers. And let me send an invite to Destiny. Well, Destiny already has my thing. So it'll be Aiden and Dickers apparently, and I tagged JStalk, I tagged Queeman. If they want to show up, they're more than welcome. We're gonna try to keep it civil. Excuse me, but we'll get it done. Hello, you're live, sir.
What's up? What's up?
1 second. Minute. Sorry, this is kind of impromptu, kind of last minute. I know the scheduling is kind of cattywampus a little bit, but Destiny was available. You said you wanted to talk to him, and figured we'd make this happen since everyone is available, everyone's willing, everyone's here, and we're just gonna get this show started. Diggers, can we test your audio just real quick? We're live, by the way, but I just want to make sure we can hear everyone. Everything's good.
Test.
Yep.
Is that all good?
Yep. All works.
Nice.
We could hear Aiden. Destiny's here. Welcome, Destiny. How you doing?
Doing great.
Okay, you're a little. Let me turn you up on my.
I'm doing great.
Okay. Yeah. So this is a little bit impromptu. I know that Aiden had been wanting to debate Destiny on a few things, and people tagged Dickers, and Dickers graciously agreed to show up as well. But today we're going to talk a little bit about some of the accusations that Destiny has been throwing around. He's accused different servers of engaging in malicious behavior. But Aiden, what exactly was your problem with some of the statements that Destiny has made so far? And can we cam up, gang? Do we have cameras?
Yeah, sure. No worries. Yeah, so hold on, I'm just setting up cam. So to summarize it essentially, hold on, start virtual cam. Can you see me?
Yep.
All right, there we go.
Both of you?
Yeah, so generally some of my issues with Destiny's statements in relation to the Snark Left server is that I feel as though the server has been classified as a doxing server, a server where some sort of hard moral line has been crossed, but I don't feel as though that's been substantiated at all. I think the messages that were shown by Dan on the stream with Chad and Queeman, those messages did not show doxing, at least in the way that I would define it. It seems like, I mean, we should probably start by establishing a standard definition here, right? So we can agree on a standard definition before
we'll get to that. I just want to make sure that your issues are the same as Dickers' issues. I know, look, this is super last minute for you, Dickers, so I get it. But You've been critical of Destiny. What are your issues with Destiny? I just want to make sure we can get on the same page.
I mean, my issues are broadly similar to Aiden's. I think the whole characterization of the hysteria about people being in some Discord server with like 100 members or something, or the participation in such is some kind of like moral wrong. I think we are, like Keffel's posted, in 2026. That's like the main thing. I'm also critical about some of the accusations that have been made and the implications that people want to drag out of those.
But
I am going to kill myself
let him
on stream
finish, and
if
then
you talk about spicy
we'll
chat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was just trying to
So
understand.
I just want to.
Being said, when you said Keffel's posted, I was trying to clarify what he meant by that.
Is there people have some kind of like moral wrong by being implicated in some kind of like forum, some kind of Discord server? Yeah, that's kind of the gist of what I'm talking about there.
And just real quick, just a housekeeping thing. Destiny, can you cam up so we can see your face? Or are we just...
Oh, I thought it was on. Sorry. Shut the fuck
up. Just want to make sure
as
people
well.
can see facial expressions and all that. It's just better for the algo. Okay. Once he gets there. Welcome. Okay. Well, is that basically the thrust of your criticism then? You were able to get it all out, Dickers? Is that good?
Yeah, basically that's going to be like the main concerns that I guess that I'd be interested in talking about. But yeah, spicy chat, I just can't be fucking asked. But yeah, everything else super cool. Yeah, that sounds good.
Fair enough. How do you respond to the accusations, Mr. Destiny?
Firstly, were either of you in the server?
Yep.
I was. Wait, you were?
I was. So I joined this server, like, I think when it first got created, I think I typed hi in there, and then I never looked in there again, and I got banned from there like 2 months ago, I think, because I fell out with the person that was running it at the time.
Wait, then how could you speak to anything in the server?
Well, you're the one making the claim. You're the one asserting that some sort of malice occurred, right? So I feel like it's your burden to substantiate that, and everything that I've seen, at least what you presented on stream, with Shut and Queeman, just didn't back that up, right? Or what Dan presented, and you were kind of backing.
Okay. And then was Dickers in the server? Or are you in the server?
I was. I am. Yes.
Okay. So my broad complaint. Also, wait, just curious, one more question. Why aren't Queeman or Justical here?
Were they asked?
I think they got invited, but it's like super last minute.
Yeah,
it
is very impromptu. I did tag them, and they are invited. And if they want to show up, they are more than welcome. They can jump backstage, and we can drag them in. But
okay.
Yeah.
Just curious. Okay. So my macro complaint is that I feel like this server has been involved in a long-term, year-plus weird harassment campaign of me, of anybody that is surrounding me, of things related to my personal life, and that the people involved in this server have a high cross-pollination in all of these other communities. It could be Spicy Chat, it could be Justical Server, whatever else. And that the only reason why these people are engaged in this harassment campaign is because they either don't like me personally, don't like my political beliefs, but all of the harassment is like related to trying to bully people out of my, I guess, sphere of influence and to make them disavow me and whatever else. And then on the micro claim here, some of what's been leaked so far seems to show that one of the things that this server engages in would be doxing people that they don't like, or doxing people that they get into petty squabbles with, or doxing people that they perceive as being near me. I won't name names, obviously, but as evidence of this, over the past, I think, week, since this is all blown up again, I think about 10 doxes have been posted of people that are in my orbit that people feel like haven't disavowed me hard enough.
And to add to that, I know of at least 2 people who have DM'd me directly saying that they have, because of all of this, been doxed, though I have no idea, nor was I told, who actually did that. So yes.
Well, I think we can start this by saying, I've heard that happened to at least one person, and me and Dickers, I can speak from this, unequivocally denounce doxing you or anyone surrounding you. There's no reason to resort to those tactics. We can win through argumentation and not through like doing stupid shit like that. So we disavow that. I don't know of anybody that's doxed you or anyone around you. And I don't know anyone I know who knows anyone that stalks you or anyone around you. But we don't stand by that. And I don't think the server did either. I haven't seen any evidence that there was doxing going on there. My understanding is it was just like a clipping server.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, nobody's even going to be like discussing that in like loose terms in any of like my spaces, at least. I'm sure Raid moderates in a similar way, but I think even right now in the server, any screenshots of KF whatsoever, even innocuous, They don't want to include those because, yeah, things are pretty fucking hot right now, and nobody wants to even fucking point people to it, right? So, yeah.
Well, it
But you're
seems like
saying,
Wait, I'm
hold
sorry,
on,
wait,
because
no, real quick
one,
for a
hold on.
second,
Oh,
understand
yeah.
on what was said there.
Oh.
So are you saying that it
Yeah, go on.
was ordinarily part of your posting and there 2-point people at Kiwi Farms threads?
No.
Okay, I feel like I misunderstood what you just said. It sounded like you said that nobody
Okay.
wants to do it right now because it's really hot and they feel like it would look bad because of all the heat around the server.
No,
I didn't say
because-
look
no,
bad.
nobody is saying
I
that's
didn't
like
say
the
look bad
like
at all.
if you're
So
like
One at a time. You're interrupting each other.
yeah, please shut the fuck up,
Yeah.
Dickers. If you're like okay, so if
Right.
you're like trying to interpret
That
that in the
was
most
a
like
response to
bad
what I
faith way
said, Aiden.
possible, sure, you could interpret it like that. But I said, and Dickers agreed to this, we unequivocally, period, condemn doxing you or anyone around you. Not right now, not like at this present moment, in general. And he agreed to that. So I don't know how you would take from anything we've just said that we're saying don't dox right now specifically. It was an unequivocal
Sure.
Okay.
condemnation.
Okay, wait, real quick.
So-
I think Dickers is on like a 5-second delay or something because it sounds like when people are talking, it's like delayed, or is it not still? Because it sounded like there's a big delay.
Am
That's
I?
what I brought it.
I'm taking a look. I've got like a 92 millisecond delay. I might be delayed. If I am, excuse me, pardon me. But
Okay.
yeah. So to respond to what you said, no, it's not because it looks bad. People don't want to point it to it right now because it's super hot. Because suddenly somebody's going to go to like the KF thread, and then on the latest fucking page or something, there's going to be a docs. But it's not for like optical reasons. I mean, how many people are in there right now? People aren't worried about leaks or anything like that. It's just because they want to take a precaution. But no, it wouldn't be like normally engaged to talk about KF stuff. The most links, the most screenshots, that'd all be from public streams. Like that's the main goal. That's the main, I guess, purpose, use case that people use it for. Watching people's streams, talking about it, having a private space so they're not like, I guess, like logging in the fucking chat or whatever. Yeah.
Real quick, so how often do you think you guys, if you had to guess, would link to KF posts prior to all of the heat being on the server?
Like
Incredibly rarely. I mean, it wasn't even created when a lot of the KF stuff was happening. So I know you said that it happened or it was created about 2 years ago. That's not true. It's been around for the last 8 months. And maybe you can just say that it's like because there's nothing relevant on KF, but I've not seen that as a common thread.
Okay, so then you would say maybe.
I mean, you've got the logs, no? Have you not? I'm presuming we're having this conversation and Dan sent you over the logs, right? Or are you genuinely asking?
I'm genuinely asking. I'm just curious. If you had to guess how many
Okay.
times you feel like people would link to a KF thread in that server, would you say maybe like twice in a year? Would you like once a month, once a week?
I don't know if I was monitoring it that readily to be able to say. So I'll just say I don't know, but very infrequently.
Well, how can you say both of those? Wouldn't the answer be I don't know, I don't really watch it, but now you're saying I don't know, but
I'm
also
saying
it's
that I'm
definitely
saying
infrequent?
that I'm not certain, but if I had to guess, incredibly infrequently.
Okay.
I can say that I'm not aware of a single time where KF has been linked in there, although I don't doubt that it's happened.
Well, okay, so are you making an accusation? Because it seems like you ask like very pointed questions that are like hinting at something without like overtly stating what you believe. I feel like what you mean to say is that like you believe the server was in coordination with Kiwi Farms, right? That's what you meant with that like essentially what you meant, right?
Yeah, of course. But I mean, we
Sure.
know my opinion, but I'm just asking questions to just kind of get some clear answers of like,
Well-
how often do we feel like things were linked here? How often do we feel like this is being used? Is it being used right now? And then when the answer is, well, no, because it's hot right now, makes it feel like, so then it was used kind of semi-frequently in the past. I'm just trying to get a handle
Well,
on how frequently in the past.
Well, no, I'll just explain what I said there. So I was posting because somebody was referencing me. I said explicitly in my Discord that, no, I don't want to be mentioned on Destiny's Kiwi Farms. That looks fucking awful right now with what's going on. And then somebody on Kiwi Farms is like, yeah, we love Dicker's Discord server. We love Dicker's TV Discord server. He's amazing. He's really funny. Like, this guy's fucking with me right now on the fucking farms. And I got told even that. Yeah, even posting that was apparently inappropriate. So
Gotcha.
I don't
And then as a
usually
quick
link
thing-
though. It's usually like a screenshot for whatever, but yeah.
Sure. And then just as a quick thing, are either of you in the server right now, or are both of you out of the server, or?
I've been banned for months.
I'm in the server.
Okay. All right. Just checking. Okay. All right. So zoning in, I guess, more specifically on the OSINT League of Legends tool.
Hmm.
Are we saying that this is not like obviously doxing, or?
Nope, clearly not doxing. Okay, so if they were attempting to gather PII for the sake of malicious publication, which would be the definition of doxing, why didn't they publish the info?
Publish it where?
Well, doxing involves publication of any gathered PII. That would be the doxing part. So I'm curious, like, if their intention was to dox, as you're asserting this is obviously doxing, where did they post the info? And if they didn't, why didn't they?
Well, why do we think people dox people?
People dox people
For the purposes of harassment, right? And how's that harassment going to happen if you don't post it to the public?
Because you guys are the harassers.
Wait, that's not doxing then. That's just harassment without doxing. If I get Aiden's full fucking information,
I'm so
and I go
sorry.
and
Can
show
we
up at his
please
door,
like do,
that's
can we
not
just do
harassment.
us one at a time? Can we just one at a time?
Hold on, let Dickers finish.
I can't do a debate with them. Can we just do one at a time? Like you could debate him and then I'll come in. I'm going insane.
This one, okay?
I'm going fucking insane,
Okay,
dude.
go ahead,
Okay.
Aiden, please.
Holy shit. All right, where were we? Sorry. Okay, so what we're talking about was, so you're saying it's already loading the question. You got, or it's not a question, the statement that you guys harass. We're not harassing, at least us, that I know we're not harassing anyone, as most people in the server were not. But by definitionally, doxing has to utilize publication of that info, right? Merely viewing PII is not a dox. So I would like to ask again, why didn't they publish it if they were intending to dox?
Well, first of all, I don't agree that it has to be published for you to say that you've doxed somebody or gotten a dox on somebody. I think that if I were to find your full docs, I could, for instance, email you and I could say, I know you live at 111 Johnson Street, right? And I think you would say, like, oh shit, this guy doxed me, right? And nobody'd be like, well, did he publish it anywhere? No,
well,
say,
hold on, just
Mm-hmm.
a matter of legal fact. Like for defamation, what publish means is you sent it to one uninvolved third party. That's all that means.
Who's
by
talking
publishing.
about defamation?
So if you are taking someone's docs information and you're sending it to someone else, even if it's in a private DM, that does count as publishing.
But it has to be for the purpose of harassment, right? Even in that instance. So, for example, if I send, I don't know, some third party's information over to Aiden, and I say, go fuck with them. I mean, I've distributed docs information for the purpose of harassment.
Yeah, that's basically doxing by proxy. We could colloquially call that doxing. I'm fine with that. You don't need to be necessarily the one to
Yeah. For example, if me and Aiden were having a conversation about a commentary topic, there's a huge KF thread that's going really fucking hot. Everybody's talking about it. And then the headline has somebody's docs information in it, their name or whatever the fuck, and the URL. I would feel comfortable sending that to Aiden in DMs, because I know that he's not going to go and harass over that. And we're doing it for a legitimate purpose to find other information, and not for the purpose of harassment, right?
I guess I wouldn't.
If you're linking like a thread or whatever, I think it's whatever, especially if it's already blowing up. Depends a lot on the purposes of why you're linking things. But if you have people that are in a server and they're trying to find people's information so that they can use that information to harass them, I guess we can. Do you want to say that they're not doxing somebody? They're just
okay. But do you see that? But do you see? Okay, the use that information to harass them component, just has not been substantiated here, like at all. I feel like so. I just am curious where you're getting that. Are you like pulling it out of your ass?
Okay. Do you want to move from the doxing then to that part?
Well, this is in relation to the doxing. I believe that's like going to be an essential component to asserting that this was in fact doxing, which you and Dan have both done.
Yep. I mean, I don't really care so much about the doxing part. It's the harassment part, right? This is why people dox people.
So is it doxing or is it not doxing? Because we can't really, like, you made an assertion. Doxing is like a pretty big deal, at least in our space. Like, I feel like that's not just like something you could just like, let's just move on to the next point. Like, it either was doxing or it wasn't. And I'm asking you.
Yeah, but why is doxing a big deal?
So doxing would be a big deal because you're making information accessible to, to people who can then go and harass the targets of said information as a result. Can we agree that doxing also requires intent?
Yeah, to some extent, sure. But like, so then what you just said is agreeing with me. Doxing in and of itself kind of doesn't matter, right? Oh, here's his address. The thing that sucks is what people do with that information.
Yes, right? Yes, but I'm not. But if you're going to assert descriptively that it's doxing,
just real quick, you disagree. So Aiden disagrees with.
I think so. Doxing is wrong in and of itself because it increases the likelihood, or it gives the availability for other people to go and do that harassment, right?
Correct.
So I agree that it's not a direct harm, but you're only doing it with malicious intent because you know that harm is more likely as a result of that, right?
Yeah.
And so it becomes immoral in and of itself. If I drive drunk,
I think you can,
it's not certain that I'm going to kill somebody, but Yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree with that, right? Spiking a drink isn't bad because there's a spiked drink. It's bad because you want somebody to drink it and get drugged, right? Like that's the bad thing, right?
Yep.
This is the really bad thing. Assuming they never drank it, then I mean, you could argue it's bad to spike because you wanted somebody to drink it, but like, you know, this is the thing we're focusing on, the harassment part. So if somebody has a server where they're using a tool to look up somebody's personal information with the goal of using that information to harass them, even if they don't publish that information elsewhere, if they're telling everybody else how to get the information,
then that would
and then
then we could agree that would be doxing by proxy. Like when you like directed, I'm pretty sure when you direct people to like Anna's like Kiwi Farms thread, you probably knew that like her PI would probably be on there, and there would be a large mass that you couldn't control every individual member of that would therefore have access to that PII and use it for whatever reasons they can. You understand audiences and how
well, sure, but I mean, like we can talk about this for a real thing. Why did I direct people to Anna's Kiwi Farms thread?
I guess just to contribute to it because you were. I don't know like the specific. I just know you did it. I saw the clip.
If you don't know the specifics, then why? So
Well,
the answer is, well, I can tell you because I was there. I did it, right? The answer.
Well, yeah,
was,
obviously you're gonna know more than me. You're personally involved, but
Yeah,
I would.
we'll
What can you
let Destiny
Sure.
say why, right? So
the answer is that I don't like this type of like obsessive gossip in my community. And I said that, listen, if you want to go and talk about this shit, go on Kiwi Farms to do it. I don't want to hear. Right. The goal was not go look up this information so we can all talk about it and dox and harass this person. It was go off here and go discuss it elsewhere. Don't talk about it in my community.
Did you know the
Did you
forum
not
you were
ask
directing
at
them?
other
Did you
times,
shut the fuck? Shut the fuck up! Did you
Aiden.
know that the forum you were directing
kind of,
them?
I just want to. Can I just say how it's insane that instead of yelling at Destiny, you guys are yelling at each other? Why are you doing this?
Because I can't do it, man. I just can't. I want to do this by myself. I gotta be honest with you, man. I can't. Like I can't. It's frustrating as shit, Dad. It's frustrating as shit. What were you gonna say?
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
sorry.
let you take it for a bit. What I was going to say is, didn't Destiny ask on stream if anybody knew what Anna's parents did for a job? That does seem like you're trying to get some feedback, and you do want it in your spaces. You're asking what her parents did as a job, which would be PII of her family members, no?
What was the context of me asking that question?
I think you're asking it offhandedly on stream.
I would have to know the context of why I asked, but the person, when we go back to the linking to the Kiwi Farms thing or whatever, the explicit purpose of that was, if you want to talk about gossip shit, go here and do it. We don't do this in my space. If that, do you think
Yeah,
that?
but can you think of a context where that would be appropriate?
I just want to ask a context where that would be appropriate.
Yeah, or it wouldn't be like doxing, or you wouldn't be having that stuff in your space.
So if it was the case that on Justical server, on Spicy Chat, on whatever these weirdo
This feels
smart
like a
places,
reflection.
I'm answering your question, right? If it was the case that somebody was like, hey, we don't gossip about, Destiny shit here, and we don't, stalk an A-log and do other shit. If you want to talk about it, go to his Kiwi Farms thread. Do you think I would have a problem with that? Or do you think I would be way more okay with that than...
So returning back to my question, because I didn't get an answer to that. Can you think of a context where it's appropriate for, after you said to direct your community, because that's your plan, to go and like send them over to KF, you say it's so they don't talk about it in your space, which possibly fair, except for the fact that the URL has her docs in there, right? Can you then think of an appropriate context why you would then ask for PII or personal details about her parents, her family members?
I don't even know the timeline on that, on when that question is coming. So I'm just focusing on the directing people to another space to go and talk about shit. I would be beyond happy if all of these other spaces that obsessively talk about me were like, we don't do this here, go to his Kiwi Farms thread. I don't give a fuck to my docs or whatever the fuck else. At least they're telling them to go have the conversation in a more appropriate space.
Well, did you know at the time that site was willing to like host PII?
I don't know. I'm sure maybe colloquially.
It's Kiwi
I'm sure they probably
Farms.
have that
Everybody
shit.
Well, yeah, I just was making sure because like I feel like if you know that site is posting PII and you know that directing them to a forum that is hosting said PII will give thousands of people eyes on said PII, and amongst those thousands, it's very probable that at least one would be willing to take it a step further, right? I feel like at that point, if you have reasonable expectation that the person you're directing to engage in the action would go and do so maliciously, I feel like then you can make an argument for doxing by proxy. When Shamu and this Nick Andros guy were sharing it between each other, they both had reputations at stake to like defend, and there was no vested interest in them just like going and like publicizing this information for the sake of harassment. They both had reasonable expectation that the other would not be publishing it. So
a couple things. So one, it wasn't to thousands of people. I'm pretty sure this was to my offline chat. And when you say, well, maybe you posted it for this reason, people were, wait, hold on. Oh, sorry, hold on. I just somebody might do it. People were gossiping a ton about this person in my chat. And I said, if you want to talk about it, go here. I'm banning talk about it in my chat. I don't know
to a
how
site
else.
that allows doxing and hosts PII, right?
Sure, it might, but
So
it's
when
better than the cross posting between like the Kiwi Farms thread that was being talked about in my stream chat and then them like going back and forth between the posts. Like the goal was to cut the conversation in my chat because I didn't want them talking about it in my community. Do you think that there would be more or less chance of them digging into, you know, this person's personal information or whatever if the chat continued to talk about it, or if I just said, listen, if you want to talk about it, go there, go somewhere else?
Well, why couldn't you just ban it without directing them to a site that hosts a PII? I feel like there's a false dichotomy.
Because people kept referencing stuff that was coming up on the thread. People kept like asking questions about it. So I made a clear statement of like, if you want to talk about it, go here and talk about it. Don't
Why
talk
not
about
just
it.
Is that true? Because I think when you initially were speaking about it, weren't your words, they've just created a brand new thread about Anna, go and fill it up there, go and talk about it in that space, I don't want it in mine. Was that not your exact words? That thread was new, no?
The thread might have been new, but it would have been a continuation of what was going on in my thread because everybody is doxed.
Oh, so they were linking to your thread at the time.
I don't know if they were linking to my thread, but the stuff that was being discussed on Kiwi Farms was being discussed in my chat. If Anna's thread hadn't been created yet, then it was the stuff that was in my thread. But they doxed. I'm pretty sure Mr. Girl Lab and everybody else has been doxed in my thread as well. People dox people in my thread too.
Well, why is it
But
why is
also-
it wait, why is it either or? Why can't you just definitively say like, hey, I'm not looking at these like sort of conversations in my chat. Like, you guys go talk amongst yourselves. Like, I'm just not looking for this right now. Why did it have to be directing them to the site that hosts PII and hosts docs?
If you have an issue with me linking to Kiwi Farms, you can have that issue. That's fine. But you can't
Well,
pretend that, hold on, you can't pretend that my goal was to increase the amount of harassment or doxing or whatever else related to Anna. The goal was quite obviously to eliminate that talk in my chat, which we did ban for it afterwards. And it was telling them, if you want to talk about all these whatever bullshit, go here and do it. Don't do it in my chat.
Okay, but I feel like you kind of like have to be like stupid to not realize that like Kiwi Farms specifically is a forum that enables and facilitates harassment and doxing and hosts PII. You had to have known that at the time when you're directing people there. So even if I can't denote your intent per se, but I almost certainly believe that you knew what was happening on that site when you directed your audience there, and you knew that when you push them over, that's basically out of your control what they then go and do. An audience that was at that point.
Some people were already visiting it. Some people were already like going back and forth between it. I just want to make a clear statement.
Well, that's something that is reasonably out of your control, right? If they're going and doing that on their own. But when you're then going and telling the entire mass voluntarily, they can go over there. That's something completely different than people just like naturally from your audience going and doing it on their own.
Let's say that I accept that framing. Then isn't what you guys are doing orders of magnitude worse? Because you admitted that you are linking to Kiwi Farms threads in your spaces where you continue to talk about, engage with, create other accounts to deal with people that you're speaking about from those Kiwi Farms threads.
I don't fucking use Kiwi
I
Farms.
didn't. Wait. I don't know why you just. Wait. I don't know why you said I
You can
didn't.
ask.
I'm asking.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I personally, so this wouldn't be saying I could.
Hold on. This isn't about you personally. I'm asking. Wouldn't that
I'm
be
aware.
The case?
I'm just clarifying. It just look like a clarification.
So then I'm asking, wouldn't it be the case that if the people in that server were ever linking a Kiwi Farms thread, that whatever you're going to say about me, it's orders of magnitude, clearly and obviously worse in that space?
Well, I think the problem
Based
that
on
Ibrahim
what?
brought
You
up
haven't-
here
you've not
is
presented-
the
I want to
URL.
hear Aiden answer that question.
Yeah, let
Thank you,
Aiden answer
thank
then,
you,
then Dickers if you'd like to answer. I almost called you Beckett for whatever reason. No, British people all look the same.
Dude,
and then
fuck
Dickers.
you, man.
So sure, it could be magnitudes worse if okay, well no, you'd have to demonstrate. Oh, if people are linking Kiwi Farms. So I don't know what specific examples you're talking about, but it was an invite-only server with a much more controllable, smaller mass where it was like 100 people. If members took it too far, they could have been banned. A lot of them were verified creators and like verified I'm pretty sure you had to be known to get into the server, right? That's very different than like a mass of nameless, faceless chatters of much greater quantity that are being directed to this platform, and you won't be able to control like what they do. Now you could say, oh, well, amongst those 100 people, you could be directing people there, but reasonably speaking, somebody, if they're vetting every member, could reasonably believe that the people in that server have reputations at stake and would not be, and if they have no prior history of doxing, wouldn't be willing to actually go and utilize that PII for malicious purposes.
Okay, so none of this is responsive to my question. If you have 100 people in a server, and this server is obsessively talking about certain people, and then they link to their Kiwi Farms thread, why would them having a tightly controlled server, why would that matter? Why would that have anything to do with anything I just said? Wouldn't that count as doxing?
Okay, so because the people that were in that server have prior established reputations, and if
So?
they went and they know that doxing is a hard line in our space,
Well,
that you would,
when you say prior established reputations doxing, like what Shamu's done in the past, what I think even you have done in the
well,
past.
okay, that's literally the first time, like the first time we ever heard about the Shamu shit was from you guys. That was 3 years ago in a wholly separate community.
Sure,
and, like,
that's fine, but that just completely destroyed your entire carefully vetted creators with a reputation.
No, it wouldn't.
Whatever, right?
No. Okay. No, it wouldn't, because obviously obviously when we say like vetting them, and I didn't even use the word. I don't even think I used the term carefully. It's just people that had no known reputation of doxing and no interest in doing so because they had prior established reputations to defend and would be socially alienated if they were to go and participate in this behavior in our space.
Okay, can you tell me what the vetting process was to get into this Discord then?
I'm pretty sure you just had to be like a known. I'm pretty sure you just had to be like a known person in like the space. And,
Okay, then there is no vetting. That's what you just said was just totally.
well, that
wrong.
if somebody's a known figure in the space, they would have some sort of social connection, and therefore it would be a negative consequence would be alienation as a result of crossing the community's hard line of participation in doxing. And to our knowledge, nobody in that server ever did participate in doxing.
So nobody knew. Queeman didn't himself say that he had assumed that Shamu in the past had engaged in some kind of doxing. He didn't make that statement. Dickers hasn't Dickers literally made a video on you talking about you doxing somebody in the past?
Yes, and that should demonstrate to you the person whose info I shared had already been doxed. That should establish you how harsh this space takes doxing, right? My situation, I was unequivocally denounced by everybody. I basically got like put through the ringer for months. And it was like it was a shitty situation. I lost a lot of bridges over that.
Sure, but it wasn't because you doxed. It was because you were discovered to have, and then it brought that space into poor reputation, right? But there are doxers.
Where do you think I doxed?
Well, I don't know. You tell me.
Okay, so when you say that space, it was in my personal server. The whole reason the server that you're talking about got created is because I wouldn't let people constantly talk about you in my server because I was personally just very uninterested
So you sent them
in
to
the
the other
subject.
server to talk about it?
What'd you say?
So you sent it to the other space to talk about it, right? You like,
No,
I don't want you to talk about this person in my
no.
server, so go here to talk about it?
No, that's not what I just said. The
Well,
other
that's
space
why I'm
was
asking clarifying. I
created.
wasn't sure.
Yeah, the other space was created because I barred them from talking about it. They went and then created this other space where they would be allowed, I guess, to talk about this sort of shit that at the time I found incredibly boring. Nobody that is interested or nobody that was A-logging you was in like VC at the time or active in the chat at the time, and anyone who's like associated with your critics or is your critic unequivocally denounced me. I got cut off by JSTOG cut me off. I got like, this is a hard line in this space, and I should be an example of that.
Well, so it sounds like the hard line is that you apparently were publicly outed for this, so they didn't want the association. But then the fact that you said yourself that you were in this space for 2 months, right? At least, sounds like there are people that engage in that behavior in that server, right?
What? When did I say anything like that?
When did you say anything like what?
I'm not I feel like that's like a non sequitur. Like how would that sound like there's people in the server that do that? I wasn't an active member. At that point, I'm pretty sure it was like a few weeks after that.
What do you mean by active member? Now we're saying
I've typed a net total of 3 messages in that server, and they were like, "Hi, like how's it going?" Like in one day, in literally one day.
Sure, but you don't need to be an active member to be reading what's in the server and to copy paste information from it, right?
I was not, because when I wanted to go.
Wait. I don't know why you just said what you did. I gave an example of a capability, right? Somebody could be reading what's in the server and not be an active member of the server. So people could be posting threads to Kiwi Farms or whatever else, and people like you who've doxed before or Shamu who've doxed before could be reading it and using that information now.
Sure. I mean, I've never gone and disseminated. Like, I've never disseminated like
Didn't ask if you did it personally. We're talking about the server.
Okay, yeah, you're saying that people within the server, because of what I did, it demonstrates that people in the server were not adequately vetted prior to entry, right? But if we didn't know about the Shamu shit, then how exactly? I mean, unless like if it's a CIA vetting process where like you're going through somebody's like entire like messaging history, like across forums and like on Discord
Didn't know
and
about the
shit.
Shamu shit. He was doing this in public Discord servers, no? Wasn't this like in his Discord server a few years ago or somebody else's Discord server a few years ago? It's not like these were top secret group chats.
It was
or...
private.
Well, yeah,
it was.
It was in a wholly different.
People
Yeah, it was in
weren't
a
aware
wholly
of it.
different community.
That was the whole reason why.
Wait,
That
when you
actually
say
like
private,
attacked.
though,
Because-
you mean-
Hold on, Destiny. To be fair, I didn't know about it, right? Like, there's a lot of people who didn't know about it. So I mean,
Well, you,
like,
I'm sorry, Wick, you didn't claim to have carefully vetted everybody that had
Fair
gone into the server. He
Nobody
did.
said anything about careful. I said that the creators, the people in the
Wait,
server.
what do you think vetting means?
Okay, you said careful vetting. Vetting would be generally looking into somebody's background to some extent to make sure that they would not be a given risk to whatever it is you're having them participate in, right? So if you look through, since these are all public-facing people, to my knowledge, if you look through their like given past, what was publicly accessible at the time, and there was no evidence of doxing, and you knew that they had established reputations within the community and therefore social reputations to defend, that would be an adequate enough vetting process. I agree it's still like kind of irresponsible, but I don't even think it's close to doxing or like what you did, directing an entire like large mass to, over to the Kiwi Farms thread towards someone they dislike.
And it's how many pages were even made in Anna's Kiwi Farms thread? Was it hundreds, thousands?
I have no clue. I feel like that's just like not necessarily a super relevant detail.
I feel like it's pretty relevant because the implication is that I'm directing all my people over there and they're going to all be active participants in the thread. It was like 50 pages, if that, over years. Like nobody really posted. There was just a few people that were posting in my thread already that went over and filled out that thread. So this idea
Well,
that I direct...
does it
But
matter how many
you're
pages it was?
you're-
It's going to matter more the amount of information or the kind of information that was posted in that thread. No?
Well, no, I'm
I
speaking
mean, you
to
said
your-
earlier that you didn't reference to it after the fact, and the context was like, it was totally fine. You referenced the fucking Kiwi Farms thread, and then it was over. Did the Anna arc end after you linked to the Kiwi Farms thread? Or did it carry on, like chatter of Anna in your community?
Well, I think it carried on because she continued to talk about me every single day on her stream, unfortunately. But the...
Okay.
When the implication that I'm directing my community there to actively participate or whatever in thread, it's not borne out by what I said in chat. It's not borne out by what happened afterwards, and it's not borne out by the amount of posters.
Didn't you
in
just
the Kiwi
admit
Farms
to it?
thread. Admit to
Didn't you
what?
just admit to directing your community to go participate in your thread instead of yours? So how are you going to deny the implication when you like just admitted it like a few minutes ago?
I said the point was not to tell them, guys, go gossip about it, go fill out all the stuff there. The point was I don't want this type of talk in my community.
Do you think they were going? Do you think they were going there to talk about their day? What exactly do you think they're going to fucking Kiwi Farms to do?
I think the vast majority of them didn't go there at all. That's the evidence I was giving. I just said I
Okay,
didn't
that
want
would
this
be
talk in
that would be that would be a consequence. That would be the actual consequence. But at the time, you would have no way of actually necessarily knowing that outcome, right? You just knew that you were directing an audience there. If it's true that like not a lot of them went there, whatever, that's great. It's great that the reckless decision didn't like cause as much material harm or whatever. But
well, you're saying
it doesn't change
but
the
it
fact
seems
that
like
it
I had a
happened.
pretty good. First of all, you keep saying thousands. This is an offline chat, so I don't even know how many people.
I
are
said
active on
thousands
this.
once. I just took your word for it when you said there weren't. I don't keep saying
Okay,
that.
well,
I
it was an
already gave up on
offline
that.
chat. I know what my chat is talking about most of the time. I think the vast majority of my chatters don't even know what fucking Kiwi Farms is. But a lot of stuff and rumors were being reposted from there to my chat. And if I don't, make some kind of comment on it, then people think there's a sweep or people aren't sure, why something's being censored or whatever. And I was like, listen, if you want to read about it, go here. You can be critical of my decision to post it. You can say, well, I think that was irresponsible, whatever. That's fine. But the accusation that I'm like intentionally doing this to further her dox or to further her harassment, that just doesn't make any sense. If I wanted to do that, we would just keep talking about it in a DGG chat or make a site like one of these secret discords that you guys make, or there would have been way more people posting in that thread because they all understood like this is the juicy thing that we need to do.
Okay, so you legitimately you believe that most of your audience has no idea what Kiwi Farms is, in your opinion?
Back then, absolutely not. Yeah, most did not know. Even
they
today,
probably
actually,
do now,
probably
though,
most don't.
right? I mean,
Well, around the Keffels arc, they would have because Kiwi Farms became a lot more of a talking point, and then maybe now a few more do. But especially since I do majority politics, my guess is less than half. They might have heard the term before, but don't actually know what Kiwi Farms is. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know that's not how these crazy fucking communities like work, right? You've got lurkers, then you've got chatters, then you'll get the people who are the most fucking engaged. I think I don't want to reference anything, so I don't think I'm even getting close to that. But even the people who do the really fucking bad shit, which is bad on your thread, we're talking about what? 5 people? 12 people? 20 people maybe?
Sure, but
it's
I would
not
argue
these
that's
huge
not.
swaths of
but that's
people that
not
are building that shit up.
Sure, but I would argue that's not ordinary Kiwi Farms behavior. I think the people in my thread are especially unhinged. I don't think that it's generally that there is open encouragement. I mean, like you can make the faces, but like Noel himself.
I'm like
literally
Hutch. I can't help but make the faces,
That's fine.
unfortunately.
Noel himself literally said that everybody in my thread was fucking unhinged and unwatched my thread because he didn't want to fucking deal with even reading it anymore because the people were so insane
Yeah.
there. So I think that my thread is a
But
little bit beyond.
Is it still not the case that you only need a few select individuals? I mean, for doxing, one person does it and it's done. You don't need thousands of people to go and fucking do this stuff. It only takes like one person, maybe a dozen of like a dozen dedicated posters. Kiwi Farms
Let's say
is a
that
niche
is the
website.
case. Sure, let's say that is the case then. I don't understand how this doesn't make your guys' decision to post this stuff in your own private server a million times worse.
Wasn't me, gang.
Okay, we can carry on. It's all right. Oh, he's back in.
Yeah, it must have been just an internet
Okay.
issue. I didn't
Sorry,
kick him.
my bad.
Oh, you're okay. You hit the wrong button.
You have the logs, and I guess you're making the accusation. So do you know what exactly was posted there? Because, for example, I don't know, do people actually link the URLs? At least I can say for my server, if any of the fucking URLs and any of that information has docs information, that is absolutely unequivocally banned. And then if people are posting to, like, I don't know, let's say some other server where somebody has, like, a totally public name, even then, it's going to depend what they're fucking posting to. Generally, as a rule of thumb, this is the way that I moderate it, is if you want to share a post, screenshot it, post that, and then blur any appropriate information. But link in directly to Kiwi Farms. Usually not.
We sort of,
as a rule of thumb.
I don't know what the sure, but again, for your own servers, that's fine. I'm just saying that if you have an issue with me linking to her KF thread, of which nothing came of that, and nothing. I mean, like,
did it
like
not?
I said,
was Anna not swatted? Did she not have complaints about that?
I've never in my life heard that before, and I know that if she was swatted, she would have come up with it constantly. So I don't think so. No. So nothing really happened.
I think she did come up with it constantly. No.
You could be wrong, but you also made that claim that I was talking about finding Anna's parents' information. That wasn't Anna; it was Kethel's. But that's another thing we can get into.
That was Kethel's parents' information.
Correct, and I think it was after she was already talking about my family members. But regardless, I'm just saying that if you are of the mind that I shouldn't have posted that thread in my chat, you can be of that mind. That's fine. But like to say that my goal was to like intentionally cause more doxing related harassment or whatever towards Anna doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. It's not.
I mean, you were
so
saying
many other ways that I could have
this girl
harassed
was
somebody.
like super fucking obsessed with you. You at the time you really fucking hated Anna. That can't be denied, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So,
but if I really hated Anna, why wouldn't I just?
She's locked you in the basement of her mind. You've got this huge crazy drama. She's shit talking you all over these fucking streams, and it's really fucking twisting your brain, right? I could be sympathetic to that, but then when you say "Go, guys," and it wasn't an offline chat because there's a stream clip of you saying, "Hey, listen, guys, brand new Kiwi Farms thread. Go and talk there. Don't talk about it here." And then I think 2 months later or something, you start talking about Anna again.
Can I just ask, just for my clarity, Dickers, are you saying that him stopping the people in his chat from talking about it and saying go do it elsewhere is bad? Was that
he didn't just say elsewhere? He directed them to a specific forum that is known for hosting PII.
That question is to me, mate.
Yeah, but does that count as directing them there, or does it count as stopping?
I mean, it's literally saying, how could you have a more unequivocal statement than, here's a brand new Kiwi Farms thread, go there, post there. Can you think of a more unequivocal way to direct somebody to something?
First of all, I need a clip to see if that was my exact statement, because that sounds a little exaggerated.
We can show it, by the way, if you DM
Number one,
I will play it.
Whoever's talking to you, I'm sure I can provide the clip. Number one. But number two, what I'm saying is that, number two, what I'm saying is that if I wanted to harass her because I hated her so much, why would I ban chat of her from my DG chat? Like, this is a strained, like, argument. Like,
well,
again,
you say, okay, so for example, when I bring up consistent behavior, like the denunciation of like my behavior, right, from this community to demonstrate like the hard moral line with doxing, right, what that would indicate typically is that this community is a hard moral line with doxing, so they're willing to denounce me for it. But you'll imply something like, oh, so when it was like public with you, they denounced you, implying that like they did so at the time strategically, sort of like jumping, or you're totally fine with insinuating, you're completely fine with like injecting malintent whenever it comes to descriptions of like the behavior of the people you dislike. But then with you, you're like, oh, well, it makes no sense. Well, can't you use the same explanation?
Well, sure. Well, no, because we just look at the surrounding behavior. If I wanted to harass Anna, I would have been able to do it way more effectively using my chat. Why would I tell people no more chatting about her here? Why would I do that? It doesn't make any sense.
Wouldn't that like sort of bring negative consequences to yourself? Like,
okay, Aiden, I don't know if you know the Anna law, but yeah. So
Wait, hold on,
reason
What do you
why-
mean? Wait, if it was so obvious that Kiwi Farms is such a horrible site, then why would I post that knowing that that would also bring negative harm to myself? Like, this doesn't make sense.
Because you know that like conversations happening in your community about her triggered her at the time, right?
Yes.
Okay. And instead of just like canceling all out and saying we're not talking about Anna anymore, directing people to a Kiwi Farms thread, at the very least you have to have the awareness that that would have led to some eventual harassment. A lot of
Not
people in your
necessarily
community
harassment. It's a
hated Anna.
containment zone. I don't know. I guess I'm explaining this for the audience because you're playing down. But like, people are going to be talking about stuff that's happening in other spaces, right? It's up to you to figure out if you want it in your community or if it has to happen elsewhere. So I don't want it in my community, but I know that there's a lot of stuff that's coming up that people are chatting about. I don't have another containment zone or whatever for it. And I figure on Kiwi Farms, people chat about it. I don't even know if I linked to her thread or is my thread or is Kiwi Farms. I was like, listen, if you're going to go gossip about this shit, go fucking here. I don't want it in my fucking community. Like, that's it.
Okay. So I've got the quote. If you want to talk about what you said on stream, is that all right? I've just got the, I think this is the Mr. Girl
Is it
manifesto.
the clip
This might be the
or
quote
the
where it comes
quote?
from.
If it's a
The
clip, we
quote,
can
and
play
I guess
it.
Destiny can say if it jogs his memory, okay?
Oh, okay.
I guess
So,
it'd be nice if we had
quote.
the video, but
Yeah, this is my only non-media blackout time. Somebody on Kiwi Farms has made a thread of Anna. I'm only doing non-media blackout because I know you fuckers are going to be finding it slowly over the next week or two and then talking about it in chat and getting big bans. So, if you're obsessed with Anna and you want to talk about her all the time, you, chatter, you can actually go to Kiwi Farms and you can post all you want. Read it all you want. Make accounts there. People put a lot of effort into categorizing and archiving everything. There you go, okay? All right, boom. Now back to media blackout. Oh, the reason why we go do media blackout is because anytime she gets any attention, that'll loop and feed into itself for fucking hours or weeks or months or whatever. So, yeah. You didn't want to fucking loop it on that shit, but you linked and directed people to those Kiwi Farms threads, right?
so it sounds like what I just said was that I don't want this conversation in my community. I don't want her getting constantly re-triggered by my community. I don't want this in my space. So the media blackout refers to the fact that we were not having any conversations about Anna. That was the media blackout. However, every time a new post is made in my thread, every time a new post is made somewhere else, like people in chat are like, did you guys see this? Or have you seen this? Blah, blah, blah. So I said, okay, hold on. We're talking about Anna. If you want to talk about her, go somewhere else. Or go to Kiwi Farms. This is it. Go talk about it here. We're
It
not talking
doesn't
about it
seem
here,
like that is
right?
what's happening because you were during a media blackout anyway, and then you lifted that to go and direct people to the Anna stuff. So in a media blackout, when you've banned mentions of Anna, aren't people going to get banned for mentioning that stuff anyway?
Yeah, but I don't know why I have to explain this. I know, it's funny. We'll play the game. If somebody comes in chat and somebody's like, whoa, did you guys see what happened to the psychology girl? Like, you can ban that person. What happens after you ban that person, though?
Presumably they lose all of the attention under that name, and they have to go and make a new fucking account under a new email.
No. Everybody in chat is like, wait, why did we ban that person? What happened? Right? I can start banning people that ask why I banned the person, but like this, you can't do this.
Oh,
you
sure.
have to address
Well,
it. You have to
well,
say, like, I banned this person because they brought up, but then in a few weeks or whatever, somebody else say, what about this or what about that? Right? It's you play this whack-a-mole game forever, and then you never stop the re-triggering because they're always going to be bringing stuff up in my chat.
You said a few
Yeah, but
minutes
you
ago.
don't
You said a
attend
few. You said a few minutes ago that that most of your chat at that point in time wasn't aware of Kiwi Farms. So when you say like, when I get rid of them, what do you think happens then? Well, if they didn't know about the site, most of your chat at that point in time, you've possibly just given a bunch of people who would have otherwise potentially sulked about it in private or complained to their friends another forum where they can do this, and a forum that you can't moderate. So where bad tactics are permitted. So I feel
It's
like
not
that's
a
like
bad tactic, though. Hold on. Is your
No,
just to,
Kiwi
let's just to
Farms
reiterate-
No,
Right,
just to be
bad
clear, what
tactics.
Aiden is saying here, I think you
No,
misheard.
stop. Wait, don't translate for these guys. They don't need help. Okay.
Fine.
If your impression from that message, also, was this a thing I said on stream, or was this a message that I typed in chat?
according to you, it was in your
Something you
offline
said
chat.
on stream. No. It was something that you said on stream.
Okay. So if I'm saying
You can even look at the intonations there if you're like doubting it. So, if you're obsessed with Anna and you want to go and talk about her all the time, chatter, you can actually go to Kiwi Farms, you can post all you want, that stuff.
sure.
So it's something you said on stream.
Okay, sure. So if there's a media blackout, but people keep bringing it up, and then I stop the media blackout, and I say, if you want to go talk about this, go to Kiwi Farms, talk about it. And then I say, no more talking about Anna. How is the assumption here that I'm trying to...
Okay, here's the
Yeah.
question. Here's the question, I suppose. What's
Yep.
more innocuous and what's more harmful? People making offhanded, coded references in your chat to stuff about Anna, and that's going to make her loop on the attention, or going to Kiwi Farms, where people, in your words, categorize, archive, catalog all of this fucking behavior, and it's there as like a permanent fucking harassment tool. if people wanted to harass her, right?
Well, so I don't know if Kiwi Farms is a permanent harassment tort necessarily, number one. But number two, you're asking me what would be worse?
Yeah, which would be innocuous, which would be more harmful.
Having it constantly brought up in my chat where we have to constantly address it over weeks and months is worse.
Well, that doesn't sound like that's a concern for Anna at that point. That just sounds like it's a fucking headache for you.
Why do you think? Of course it was a concern for Anna. What do you mean?
Because having people as a permanent catalog of her docs or information there, that can be banned from your offline chat, and it's harder to find information there. But on Kiwi Farms, you're right. You accurately describe it. People archive, people categorize, people log that shit for fucking days.
The things that she was looping at were messages in my chat that were being given to her that she was looping off of. They were things that were screenshots of messages coming from my chat.
Yes.
So I don't want people talking about it in my chat, but I can't be playing whack-a-mole and banning.
Do you not think that when a Kiwi Farms thread starts, that has the huge potential of escalating it massively?
I mean, it could, but don't you agree that my chatters continuing to ask about stuff posted there could also escalate it massively?
It could make her loop on it, since I think she had mental illnesses. But in terms of reaching IRL harassment or people going to those fucking lengths, no, I don't think so. I think your DGG chat, well, maybe not now.
Hold on, wait. Just to be clear, real quick, there was no IRL harassment over, though, from the Kiwi Farms thread, right? So I don't know why we're bringing that up, number one. And then number two, I'm pretty sure that after I banned it from my chat for some time, she did stop headache to you. Do you think the only reason why I banned talk of her in my chats was because I just didn't like it? And it was bothering me?
And it got attributed to you, yeah. And so it's on a secondary platform.
Are you not aware that she asked me over and over and over again to make it so that people wouldn't say things about her in my chat? You think I did that only because...
Yeah, and then when people would, the blame would fall on you, right? So it's a headache for you.
Do you have any evidence of that at all?
Well, that's my interpretation. That's my argument. I mean, given the fact you were coming here with no fucking snark logs, I mean, are we going to ask that question the entire debate?
Well,
I've told you it's an interpretation. That's my argument for your mindset at the time. Do I have direct evidence? No, I haven't got a CT scan.
You can say that's the evidence. That's fine, okay. But I'm just saying that, the story that you guys are telling is that I wanted to maliciously link Anna's snark thread on Kiwi Farms in order to maximize the amount of harassment that she would receive because I hated her and she was causing me a headache, but I wanted plausible deniability. Even though I'm linking the Kiwi Farms directly. Oh, wait, let me finish. Even though I'm linking the Kiwi Farms thread directly in my chat under my own name, somehow I'm doing this because I want to shed all deniability for myself, but I also want to continue to maximize harassment against her. And then we stopped talking about her in my chat. And that seems to, for a while at least, calm down the looping stuff or whatever. My story is that I don't like it when people gossip in my chat, that she was complaining about messages coming from my chat talking about her. So I do a media blackout in my chat so that people stop referencing her. But then every time a new thing is posted in my Kiwi Farms thread, of which stuff continued to be posted, every time a new thing is posted, somebody would shove my chat and go, did you guys see this? Did you guys see that? Until eventually I would say, okay, hold on. This is about Anna. We're talking about her. If you want to talk about her, go to Kiwi Farms, talk about her. Don't talk about her in my community. We're not doing this here. We're not having these conversations here. And then I say, back to not talking about her. For you to run with that and say, well, you were just doing this because you were trying to maximize the harassment of Anna. You can have that opinion, but it's a stretch. And given the fact that there is no real life harassment of Anna that came from it, number one, and number two, that thread was a dead thread. It didn't even spawn anything. I do want to allow Dickers a chance.
If that isn't his argument, Dickers, I'm going to give you the microphone. Then if you want to re-clarify or restate it or whatever, now's a chance. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna get an honest point on this. Maybe not. I mean, this is all.
If you want to move on, that's fine too.
It might be fucking. No. I'm just.
You can ask me any question. Don't accuse me. I'll answer whatever. Yeah.
Because maybe we'll get a more honest answer to this. Possibly. Do you regret it in the end, linking to a Kiwi Farms thread and having it there, rather than being moderated in your spaces? Because at least in your spaces, chatters aren't going to do fucking crazy shit like go there, fuck with her, archive the crash outs. Link to that permanently. No,
Kiwi Farms
in your fucking chat. That's not going to be nearly as dedicated.
Nobody had done that to me in my thread, and my thread was 1,000 pages.
Wait, what do you mean? Yeah, because you're a huge fucking media figure. Anna is predominantly known as somebody that you had sex with, and then kind of.
If I had 1,000 pages or whatever in my thread, and I don't think I was getting swatted back then. I don't think I was.
Did I say anything about swatting? I don't think I did.
What other real-life harassment are you referring to?
Well, I'm not talking about real-life harassment. I said online harassment in that instance.
He said earlier he
you've got
personally
people
believes
who are gonna-
doxing is bad in
Okay,
and of itself.
You don't
The
need to
most-
say
the
what
majority-
I was
majority
clarifying
of
what you
the-
fucking said earlier. You're denying saying
Sure.
that?
The majority of the majority of the
guess
quote
that's what you
unquote
said.
harassment was just people talking about her. That's what she considered harassment. The majority of it was people who showed up in her Twitch chat to argue.
I'm
with
not talking about what she considered. I'm asking retrospectively, do you feel as though stuff would have been better moderated with sly references here and there that you would have had to ban? And then people like, wow, why was that guy banned? There was on a Kiwi Farms thread where people would go, fuck with her, archive the crash outs, upload it up to Kiwi Farms, and have it as like a permanent harassment tool if people wanted to. Especially during your like further dramas with Anna. Because I'm even fucking doxing that. I'm even dropping the fucking SWAT and stuff. We don't even have to talk about that. But I'm talking in retrospect. Do you fucking regret it?
No, I think that it was probably the right move. But I can acknowledge it. Like maybe it's a hard move. Like you can try to just ban a topic and then ban everybody that asks about the topic and then don't answer why you ban the people who were asking about the topic. But like containment zones are well-known things on the internet. 4chan had arguably all of VG as a fucking containment board. Like 4chan had containment zones. Discord, Gisticle was a containment zone for drama in my stream before the whole court case stuff. Like this is like a well-known phenomenon that like if you want to talk about some shit, go there because there are usually less people there. It usually dies out over time, which it did. There were less people there. And then it avoids all of the attention in the main community. I think in retrospect, it was probably the right decision. I could see saying that like, well, maybe just having people ask questions about it is maybe better. But Anna was like ranting about me every single day on her stream. So people in my chat would have continued to ask. And I can't just ban all conversation about it while she's talking constantly about it because they're either going to go to her chat to talk about it, they're going to keep slightly referencing it in my chat, or they can go on Kiwi Farms to talk about it. It's a separate place. It's where you literally talk about shit like this. Like that's... Again, you can say that like I don't like your approach or whatever. That's fair. That's fine. But like to say that like I'm intentionally trying to exacerbate the harassment of her, that's a stretch, and you have no proof of that. And it doesn't even make sense because I can harass her in so many better ways.
No,
that's not even the claim being made right now.
The reason this got brought up because it was brought up by me. It was brought up by me. The reason I brought it up is just to signal that would be probably a better example of a case where you would have reasonable suspicion. Where you would have a reasonable suspicion that somebody would go and do something potentially bad, right? Because it's a site.
No, that's not true. No, that's typically Kiwi Farms just for gossiping about people. That's generally what they do there.
Well, yeah, but also like making PII available that malicious actors can then access if they wanted to.
I guess, but like that doesn't usually matter for smaller creators or smaller people. Like it's just not like larger figures are way more likely to get like swatted or like real life harassment. Like, nobody's showing up to harass somebody with like a 10-page Kiwi.
That involves like a whole lot of trust for like a just random mass of faceless people. Like I mean, sure, for some people it doesn't happen.
As opposed to the trust that I should have in my chat if Anna is ranting about me in an unhinged manner over and over and over again every day.
Why you haven't argued for this dichotomy? Why does you shutting it down in chat have to result in you directing people to this site specifically if most of the chat at that point didn't even know about Kiwi Farms? Shutting the obsessive people down in general, if most people didn't know about it, then they wouldn't have even gone there as an alternative. So then where would they have gone?
I don't know. They could create a splitter Discord. They could create another community to chat about it in. That's usually what happens when you ban people and you don't give them an outlet for the stuff they want to talk about is they start creating splinter communities. You have even less control over that can get even more unhinged. So why not direct them to the place where people already talk about this shit? Why have them create another one?
Why would a splinter Discord server be more unhinged than Kiwi Farms?
Because it would be a place that would be like fucking dedicated to obsessing about this person, and then this community would have like other things that they could continue to talk about and grow on. And it just typically Splitter Discord. I'm sure you guys know. I don't know why I'm explaining this. Splitter Discords get cancerous as fuck. Way more than a random KF thread that died. By the way, her thread is dead. Like that's it. Like it. Like what I thought would happen
after you directed people there?
What?
What happened to it after you directed people to it there?
I'm sure there was probably a small flurry of activity and then it died.
It fucking blew up, right? Compared to how much activity there
was
like 90%,
before. Yeah.
Wait. Compared to how much activity there was before, it was just created. What do you mean?
It was...
Well, what was the posting rate at the time was it literally created that moment? Or was it around for like a few days before that point?
I don't know. Somebody in my chat said that after I linked it, that there were like 6 posts created in the next week. I think is what somebody said. I don't know how true that is. I can't go back and check it. But it didn't blow up ever. Right. It's dead. It died. It's got 48 pages on it. It's dead. It was never a super active thread.
When you say it was
okay,
just
so Anna's Kiwi Farms thread had been created 2 weeks earlier. This is from, I guess, the Mr. Girl manifesto from the fucking Anna section. It's the best log of this stuff, I guess. Anna's Kiwi Farms thread had been created 2 weeks earlier and had averaged 1.4 posts.
Can we stop entertaining this pivot, please, and like talk about why we're fucking here? Like this was literally brought up. This was literally brought up.
You can let me finish what I'm saying,
this is a total
and then
pivot,
we
and you're
can move
buying
on
into
after,
it.
if you'd like.
Actually,
okay?
Oh, Dad. You're just
okay.
This is a pivot
Anna's
because
Kiwi
he has
Farms
nothing.
threads,
Give us an example of doxing in the
Aiden,
server.
shut the fuck up. Anna's Kiwi Farms thread had been created 2 weeks earlier and had averaged 1.4 posts per day. The day Destiny signal boosted the thread, there were 35 posts, followed by another 99 that week. So whoever's saying like 6 posts, they're just fucking lying. I don't know.
There were
where that's
34
fucking
posts
from.
over the next week, so it went from 1.9
No,
posts a
35
day.
posts that day. 35 posts that day. 99 posts over the following week.
How many posts are on a page in Kiwi Farms again? Is it 10?
It depends how fucking long it is. I think I'm not totally sure.
I don't think so.
Oh, is
All I
that
know,
relevant?
listen. Well, yeah, because I'm just curious if that was literally the whole thread. All I know is that thread died pretty fast. There might have been a flurry of activity over a week or two. Although keep in mind, people were already posting about her in my thread, right? So they were already talking about her. It was being linked a lot in my community. Again, you can disagree with me telling people to go there and chat about it, but based on how everything turned out, I think it was probably the right move in retrospect. I don't think just like silencing all the conversation about it in my community and not talking about any of it there. I think that more bad stuff could have split off from that, but I think my decision was fine. And for you to stretch this to like I'm trying to harass her in a covert manner is just
Again, you've said this like 5 times now, dude. And again, everybody, me and Aiden have both said that is not even the fucking claim being made.
Just
But you
from
keep
just
on
for
going
my
for it.
edification, what is the claim being made? Just state it
But
clearly.
it was just
That it was
brought-
irresponsible. Destiny
it
has
was
got.
irresponsible,
Well, Aiden,
okay.
you made the claim, so fair enough.
Yeah, I
You
was
go
the one
for
that
it.
made. I was the one that made the claim. It wasn't necessarily. It wasn't meant to be like an argument of itself. It was going to be an example of a case where I feel like you'd have far greater likelihood if since this is like doxing because you're making the information accessible to the server where they could then go and act on it. I brought that up as an example where you'd have actually more basis to assert that than you would here, right?
Sure.
That's
And if
why
you
I brought
listen,
it up.
and if you want to say this is irresponsible, then fine, you can say that. I think that's an opinion you maybe you could even defend. But it's way different than like like I think you guys even
Don't do it
use
again,
this.
man.
Well, no. We can
Nobody
go.
was saying
Well, hold
this.
on. We can re-roll the tape if Wick wants to rewind or we can. But because I know you guys all have used this phrase for like 2 or 3 years. Destiny intentionally sent his audience to Kiwi Farms to post about her with the basically the statement being that like I'm encouraging my fans to go and harass her there. But that wasn't my
You would
goal.
agree
The
that's
goal
just
was
like the
hold on,
plain
let me finish.
reading of that sentence is
No,
like true.
the
No?
plain reading was that I was trying to increase the harassment of Anna, rather than this was a step I was taking to reduce the amount of conversation about her in my community.
That the plain reading of that is you did direct people to Anna's Kiwi Farms to go and post there. That's literally like almost verbatim what you said.
But if the next statement after that is to reduce the amount of people talking about it or eliminate people talking about it in your community, which is larger, I think that's fine. But we can agree to disagree. But like
all of the reasons that I just outlined, I just don't think that's fucking true. But we can go back to the
I kind of wish we had
That's
a
fine.
He-Man
You
or
can say
Gisticle here if
for
they
all
had
the reasons you want.
stronger-
But like historically, my argument was correct. It turned out to be the correct one. That thread died, nothing real or whatever came from it, and I don't know what would have happened if I would have let the people continue to talk over and over and over and over and over again. So
did it die because it peaced out on its own, or did it die because you stopped talking about Anna and stopped doing these like breaks in your media blackout?
I'm pretty sure it was only one break in the media blackout. I think I posted that link in my chat a single time.
And
I probably stopped
about Anna
eventually
in the future.
I'm sure at some point we went back and forth again because she continued to talk about me, but eventually we stopped talking about each other. And then eventually, once she stopped doing that, there was nothing for me to talk about at all related to that. And then eventually people stopped talking about her. That was how it worked.
Okay. Let's do we want to move on to the next point or
Well, sure. Well, let's go back to okay. Well, now we've gotten all the Anna lore out of the way because I know you guys love to bring this one up. We roll it all the way back to the Shamu stuff. Shamu posted a doxing tool and the username of somebody in that server, correct?
That was the Candros.
I probably disagree with that description. I mean, would you like would you
Wait,
describe
what part
it?
of that description do you disagree with? Which
Sure.
part?
So it's an OSINT tool, and it becomes a dox tool when it's used to dox, right? Just like it's like describing a kitchen knife as like a fucking murder weapon if you're just using it for food processing. Like it's like I
what
feel like
else
that's
can
like
you
very
use
loaded.
an OSINT tool for?
Okay, so you could use an OSINT tool for like intelligence gathering for journalistic pieces where you're like purposefully omitting certain pieces of PII that you know will lead to like identifying the person's personal identity.
Was
but you
somebody
might find
writing a
another anonymous
journalistic
account.
piece on this person? Was somebody writing a piece on this person?
Shamu was heavily reporting on Tectone, and at the time, when they had been looking into this account, they were under the belief that this was possibly Tectone or somebody doing this at Tectone's directive. So yeah, Shamu, based on who they believe this possibly was actually doing a piece on this person. Yeah.
Why did Nicandros post the tool then?
I'm pretty sure do we have the logs? I'm pretty sure it was between the two of them. I'm pretty sure wasn't it to give to him? Hold on.
No, okay. So I can fucking spell this out then. So online researchers, okay? Online
Let's go-
researchers
let's go,
occasionally
Goofy.
have to
Come
interact
on.
with
Hold
like
on, let
doxing.
Dickers.
No,
Hold on,
hmm?
Destiny, please. Let Dickers get
It's
it
not
out
that
at least.
good,
Dickers, hold on, stop, Aiden. Dickers, please. You had something to say. I want to give you the space to say it, please.
Yeah, so online researchers usually have to engage in like sometimes they come across dox information. Sometimes looking up like a previous fucking Twitter account name of like some shit can be pretty fucking useful to be able to like piece things together. So long as you don't publish it, that's totally fucking fine. And this is a conversation that should have been had in private rather than talking about it in a public Discord. That's basically it. But in terms of doxing, no.
Well, so then the fact that they were talking about it publicly, why should they have talked about it privately instead of publicly?
Because, for example, with the fucking gay ops comment, you don't want to have a fucking 100-person Discord being like, oh, what's this conversation right here with these two big YouTubers that I like? Damn, we're doing gay ops. I want to be just like them. I'll get involved. I'll help them with the content. You don't want to fucking even accidentally distribute that stuff. I don't think from the conversation that was their intention, but it is
Sure,
reckless. Absolutely.
I agree with you. Why didn't anybody else on the server say anything?
Who was active at the time?
Anybody that was watching? Was there a single person in
who?
that entire Discord that said, hey, you guys shouldn't be doing this. This isn't okay. It's not cool.
You tell me. You've got the logs.
If
right?
if I remember correctly, there was a few other screen names that were in the logs that were posting around the same time. I remember Substance being there, I believe. I'm 95% sure. Not
Substance
100%.
isn't a mod.
Hmm.
Substance is some like Twitter clipper guy. He's not a fucking moderator.
Yeah,
He's
but
not the
you need to
person
be
that
a
I would even
moderator
understand to
call out
know
bad
what is
behavior?
and isn't appropriate around that stuff, right?
I don't know. Do you need to be a moderator to call out bad behavior? If I see people in a server talking about using doxing tools and things like that I think is irresponsible, do I
Well,
need to be a mod to be
I
like,
don't even know if I would expect
Oh,
like a
this is
random
wrong.
chatter to know why that would be inappropriate,
Fair
right?
enough.
They just see two researchers talking about doing like internet research, like, oh, I guess this is what they fucking do,
That's
without
possible.
realizing, fuck, there are other people in this fucking Discord. They might
Possible.
do some fucking retarded shit.
Hold on,
But
wait,
that's
and
about
also,
it. It was an
just to
inappropriate
rewind,
conversation to have in
I
public.
thought-
But this has
I
been
thought-
fucking twisted and warped into like an active doxing attempt, which
I
is totally
understand.
retarded.
Yep, you keep saying that. I thought this
Not
was just
attempt, a claim that it was
Yeah.
doxing, right? A
I thought you
descriptive
just-
claim that it was doxing.
I thought you just kept saying things about like the people in here are vetted, so they wouldn't be doing this doxing stuff. So why would it even matter if they posted that tool? And then you said it's just a clipping Discord. That's all they do in here. Now you're telling me these two guys are collaborating on research for an internet article by posting doxing tools in the Discord back and forth to each other?
Well, I'm pretty sure it's
I don't even know what. I don't even know what claim you're trying to map out there. So the predominant use for this was like.
Wait, okay, let me give the
people's
claim. The
streams,
claim. I'll give you the broad claim, and then you
putting it
can.
on Twitter.
Sure.
Yeah,
the
go
broad
ahead.
claim is that this is a server where people regularly engaged in this type of behavior. That's why when he posted a doxing tool, nobody batted an eye at it. It's why they were back and forth, and nobody in the
How
server
many
was correcting it or
references to
calling it
tools like
out.
that existed?
I don't care. It doesn't matter. But if there's
Well, it
very
does
few of
matter,
them.
because that was the only time, right? So it wasn't something
If
that's
it
frequently
was
used for
the
that
case,
purpose.
if it was the case that that's the only time anything like that had ever been posted and nobody had ever seen anything like that ever in their entire lives, why weren't more people on the server like, what the fuck are you guys posting here? What are you guys doing this for?
Well,
Why
let
is
me
this
ask
going
you a
on?
question.
Seems like-
If this was the dedicated
Well, no,
purpose
I
of
just
the
want to hear
server,
the. I
why
just
did
wanna hear
why did they have to go to somebody else, Himpleton's friend, to be able to access this tool? Why does nobody in that server have access to that tool if everybody's so au fait and okay with it?
Well, I don't know. Maybe because they knew
People in
other
that
people that would
server,
run the
even during
searches.
your fucking debate, thought
Well,
that it was a
do you
lolcow.
see how every
not
time I go to
lolcow,
answer, you want
League
me to
of
answer, right?
Legends tool.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
sorry, go on.
nobody in my chat thought that. Queeman lied about that to Chud when we were in the middle of that conversation.
If you go on Google and type it in, the first result is the fucking League of Legends tool. You have to go to the
Wait.
second result, which is the
Wait,
OSINT
how
tool.
did Queeman even know what to Google though?
Because you were talking about it on stream?
No, nobody mentioned the name of that tool.
Yes, you did.
No, I think
I'm pretty
Chud
sure Dan
Logic-
did in that debate.
Chud Logic said, "Isn't that like wasn't it a League of Legends looker upper?" And that was the first time it was mentioned. It was because Queeman said it in DMs to him.
Oh, I could be
Nobody
wrong
else
about
knew
that, for where
Okay.
for where that initially come from. So I'm guessing they've gone back, taken a look at the logs based on the stuff that was like unredacted, and then went, oh, okay, this is what they're talking about. What the fuck is this? Google,
Yep.
it's literally the first fucking result.
Sure.
It's
So
the
that's
League
what
of Legends
Queeman.
thing.
So that's what Queeman said. Yeah. But why didn't Queeman go and check the tool then? You're saying that he read the
What
chat
do you mean?
logs and then why didn't Queeman just click the link that was in the
Dude,
chat
I
logs?
think Queeman's trying to help up Chud while he's like got no idea what he's talking about during the debate. And
Wait,
Queeman
wait,
thinks
he's
he can do a
trying
quick
to
Google
help
to be able to like, help
Chud.
him out. But
He's
this
trying
is
to
a
help
totally
Chud
like
by...
side tangent about Queeman lied or not. I don't think you've
It's
got
not a
any
side
evidence to
tangent at
indicate that
all.
he
It
did.
all plays perfectly into exactly what I'm saying, which is this was normalized behavior by you guys. That's why you guys were trying to defend
Okay, how
it.
many times was the tool referenced?
It doesn't matter. The fact that you would put in there,
And
nobody
you've
would
already
bat an eye.
pivoted away.
I haven't
Go on.
pivoted away at all. I'm talking exactly about the tool that was put
Okay.
in there that nobody had a
Okay.
negative response towards. It seemed like everybody was accepting of it being there, and then
Yeah,
Queeman
you
tried
pivoted
to
away from
make an
my
excuse for
question
it.
that I
What was
asked.
your
So I
question?
don't know if you want to answer it, okay?
Okay.
If this was such a normalized tool and such a normalized behavior in this Discord, why the fuck is it the only time that it's mentioned and they had to go to Himpleton's friend, an internet researcher, by the way, to be able to even get access to this tool?
Because they're
Nicanor
broke as
didn't have
fuck.
it,
I don't know.
Shmoo
They didn't want
have
to pay
it,
the money
and
for
they're
it. He
both
might have
fucking
already...
proven out in the fucking claims.
Because
If
the
this
other
is
guy...
the dedicated
Because...
purpose of
Hold
this
on.
server,
You see how you're
doesn't somebody else
filibustering?
fucking
Hold
pay
on,
for
please,
it?
please,
Why
please.
are you going to Himpleton's?
Because they didn't want to pay the money for it, and that other guy was already a subscriber.
What, is Himpleton in the server? Is Himpleton's friend in the server? Why didn't they ping
The
him?
person that they were going towards to use this tool was already somebody that had paid for it, and they didn't want to pay for it again.
No, no,
Like sharing a
but
Netflix password.
if this is the primary, hold on. If this is the primary purpose of the server, why is it again the only time that it's being used? And then secondarily, why do they have to go to somebody else who isn't even in the server?
Okay,
If you got the guy that I guess has got the big fucking bucks to be able to pay for it, invite him into the fucking doxing
Sure, let's
server.
take those one at a
dude.
time.
We don't
So
want
the
to fucking
first
outsource
question-
this shit.
So the
Let's
first
get 'em in.
question is, why was it the only time it was mentioned?
Wait, can I? So it was only mentioned one time, and they had to go to another person to be able to get access to
Okay,
it.
so do
Why
you
not
want
invite
these
that guy in?
answered together or separately is my question to you.
Whichever way Destiny would like, I
Okay,
suppose.
Go ahead, Destiny, please.
Okay, give me the questions one at a time again. What was the first one?
Oh, bro. Okay, so first point. It was the only time that it was ever mentioned. You're calling this like consistent
Oh.
conduct that's being engaged in,
Sure,
and then
so the consistent
secondarily,
conduct-
let's
wait,
go
just
somewhere
one at a time,
else.
Yeah, let's
one
take
at
it
a
one at a time.
One at a time.
So that
Jesus.
first.
So the
Go
first
ahead.
thing,
Sure.
just because that was the first time that particular tool was mentioned doesn't mean it's the only time I think a dox has been posted in there. There could have been a variety of reasons why that was the first time that tool was mentioned. It could be that it was generally
Was
a
there a,
hard...
was there a docs posted in there? I didn't realize that. In the logs.
Well, we can get to that. But the issue was that this was an account that I just don't think people had very much information on. So maybe this was an extraordinary measure they had to take to find information. You guys are claiming that they were fighting with this account because they were harassing Pinky Chew. Is there any proof of that even?
Wait, no, this is pivoted to a totally new claim. My question to you, you're characterizing this as a doxing server. It was only referenced one time. They had to go to somebody in another space, another commentary creator, totally outside of any of the fucking coverage of Ethan Klein, Destiny, whoever the fuck else. This is a totally different space to be able to access that tool. Why not just
Wait a
invite the
second,
guy
what was
with
the
the
other
fucking
space?
doxing
Wait,
tool
what
into the
was the-
server?
What was the other space that they went to?
It was into general commentary spaces. So Himpleton is a general commentary YouTuber, internet researcher as well.
Wait. So they went into a public server and said, "Hey, Hinkleton,
No,
can you
that's
run
not what they said.
OSINT?"
That's
Okay,
not what
so
they
wait.
said.
So where did they post
I'm
this
saying they go into
conversation?
people in a different community. I think it's quite clear what I'm saying, but you can pretend
Well,
that you don't
no,
understand
because
what
you
I'm
just
saying.
said this whole line of blah blah about how another community that has nothing to do with H3, nothing to do with Ethan Klein, nothing to do with whatever else.
Yep.
But
Yep.
it sounds like you just went to another person.
Yes, somebody in a totally different community.
Hey, well, clearly they must be in some shared community because they know each other. So I don't know what that means.
'Cause
Totally different
they're
community.
both in internet commentary. Yes.
Okay, which would encompass every single person in the Snark server as well. No.
Not really with the way
not
that term's
necessarily,
used.
no.
So this is like.
What do you mean, not
Snark
necessarily,
content.
no?
Talking about Ethan.
So-
Talking about you. Talking about Noah Samson, Hassan. That
Yeah, but
kind
a
of shit,
lot
I
of the
guess.
people in this Snark server are commentary YouTubers, right? Not, I didn't say the whole commentary community is in there, but I'm saying,
What I'm saying is that there's overlap between these communities, but that person was not in the Snark server, not in this side of the community. That to go to
That's
somebody
fine.
else in another side of the community to be able to
Okay.
ask for it. But the
That's
question
fine.
is, why
No,
does
I
nobody
agree.
in that server have access to that tool if it's so frequently used for doxing? Which
That's great.
again,
So
you say
I
we'll
just
get to
wanna-
it, but when was
We will-
doxing
okay, that's fine.
even
I just want to put a
posted?
pin in that. Okay, so we went from in a totally different, unrelated community to, well, they went to a guy on the other side of the community that they were in. That's a more accurate phrasing.
If
I
you
would
want to
agree
talk
with
about
that.
like a macro community, sure, the other side. Yeah.
He's like
Depends
the
where you're
Roblox
coming.
Roblox guys.
But my understanding is you have to pay to subscribe to that tool. My guess is they didn't want to pay the dollar amount to subscribe. I don't think they had very much information on the person they were trying to dox because it was a random Twitter person they were in a fight with. So they went to some other dude
Get a
that had a
Twitter
subscription to
username.
it.
That's all you need.
That what?
You've got a Twitter username. That's all you need.
Yeah, but I don't think these guys had been using a tool to dox somebody just based off of a Twitter username before. They probably had more information to go off of.
Well, that is the tool that you use. Also, I mean, these guys, I don't know if they've even used that tool before. Nicandros seems to be unfamiliar with it. Shamu seems to be unfamiliar with it.
Well, then how did he
Everyone
know
seems to
look
be a
it
little
up?
unfamiliar with this.
Wait, how did he know to reference it then?
Who?
because he's seen it being used before. This stuff is like all over fucking Twitter. No,
Wait. So
like
they're
people
not
can
familiar with
try
the
and
tool,
act
but
as though
they...
they're super fucking naive about these tools. It's just fucking out there. Anytime that you're seeing a screenshot talking about somebody's old Twitter names, that is the website you're looking at. You are seeing that logo. You're seeing the fucking website name. People just don't know what the fuck they're looking at, but it's incredibly fucking common. So, like,
Okay,
you know,
that's
coverage
fine,
of the
but I'm
fucking
just
faithful
saying-
sheriff,
Hold
when
on,
you're
yeah,
talking about
that's-
him being like Dr. Chudster or whatever the fuck he was before, that is what they're talking about, right?
Okay.
That's the
So-
website they're using.
That's fine. He knew the name of the website. So how can you say he has no familiarity with it? None of them knew about it. How does he know the URL?
Well, because he knows what the tool is, but I'm talking of, okay, familiarity. I don't know why we're getting so autistic about this. He clearly hasn't used the website before.
Okay,
He
hold
has
on.
to go to
Okay,
somebody
let me.
else to
I'll
be able
back
to
up.
use
I'll do
it.
a good faith thing. You're saying that like everybody knows about these tools. You know, maybe he Googled it to find it or whatever else. But like people in general know that these tools exist and everything like that, right?
Yeah, like I know what a lathe machine is. I don't fucking know how
Okay.
to use one.
Gotcha. If that's the case, then why did Queeman confuse it with a league name archiving site?
You can try and go back to Queeman. What we're talking about
Well,
here.
no, hold
probably
on, just real
I'm
quick.
answer the question.
Just real quick.
Yeah,
that
like,
is
let's give Dickers a chance to talk.
Yeah, no, we're gonna give Dickers a chance to talk. I promise.
Yeah,
let's
give
get
him.
that-
No,
hold on,
I think he has something to say.
I'm
Let's give him a
gonna
chance to
take
talk.
him into
Can
that
I-
question. I'm gonna do it. Hold on.
Okay, can I just say I appreciate both of you for and Destiny too for. I was worried this might turn into a shit show, but this has been pretty good so far. I appreciate that. But I guess like if this is a common knowledge tool, I'm not a community guy, so I understand why I didn't know about it. But Queeman obviously is deep in the commentary trenches, right? We would agree with that kind of framing of who Queeman is.
Well, there's like different sides of the community, right? Queeman is in like general commentary. He's not really on the internet researcher side, so no. I think Queeman honestly didn't know what it is. If you take a look even at the server
Wait,
logs from
you
what
just said
was
Queeman didn't know
happening
what
at
it
that
was.
time, you've got
But I thought
people
you said-
talking even between themselves and saying, it's a League of Legends archiver tool. It's a League of Legends archiver tool. I'm not saying people are pretending to be naive. I'm saying people are legitimately naive.
Fair
This is
enough.
all over the place.
I mean, I did go to that site, and I mean, for me, it was obviously something much more than that. But I can understand how people might have different.
You can use it for
Wait a
use it for
second.
bad purposes. You can use it for totally fine purposes.
Hold on,
Depends how you use
hold
it, right?
on, hold the phone. Wait, Wick, you just went. Did you use this site? For anything?
So
did.
I asked Substance after the thing if I could use it just because they were all claiming, well, it's not really something you get a lot of information on. So I publicly asked Substance if he would allow me to run his username through the engine and only send the information to Destiny, right? I wouldn't publish it or anything like that. He gave me explicit permission to do so. And so I did because I was curious what you could get, right? I was able to find his full name, his location, 9 past usernames. I deleted all the information. I didn't send it to Destiny. It was just kind of like a.
By the way, just real quick, with a single query, right? You just typed in one thing and it all popped up. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was like clearly, it felt gross, and so I deleted it from my history, and I haven't been back since. But yeah, is absolutely a
Gross.
powerful tool. Yeah. Well, I don't want to. I don't want to know this guy who I'm beefing with personal information. I just don't like that. It's just not something I do.
Wick even went back and deleted his browsing history.
I
'cause he
did.
felt
I
so
seriously
uncomfortable
did. I
with
didn't
that
like that.
character.
I don't want even the. You know what I mean? I don't want even the shit there, right?
Yeah. So
I mean, nobody wants to retain docs information. That's understandable, yeah.
Wait, hold on. So let's wait. I need an answer to this. How did Queeman fuck this up so bad? If it's so easy and
Because when
everybody
you
knew
go
of this
into
stuff,
he
type
made. He
in,
made. No, shut up. He
archive
made one
that.
mistake. He made one mistake that he immediately made a concession on, and you harped on as a way to pivot from the broader
excuse
argument.
me, he did not
You
make
got-
a
you said
concession
the
on it.
server
I
was up
corrected
for
him on
2
it.
years. For 2
Wait,
years.
okay.
Is that
Unless
a
you're
lie?
done filibustering, I'm going to say
Is
the
that a
same
lie?
thing.
That's not
Is
a
what a lie.
filibuster. That was like 5 words.
He didn't correct himself on it. I corrected him. And then he conceded after I caught him in a lie. That's
No,
not
I said
him
he
correcting
conceded
directly.
immediately. I said he conceded immediately. That was my wording, actually. I said he
Was it the
conceded.
wording?
Pretty sure that's what I said.
Okay. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I might be having connection issues. Give me like 2 seconds, quick. I'll be right back. I am going to roll the tape on this one.
Okay. Hope everyone's doing it. Hey,
Aiden's getting
just for
rolled.
my own benefit, if you're enjoying this content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Hey, you know, it was a bit of a headache to put this together a little last minute, but I appreciate you guys for coming by, and so reward me for giving you content. That's all. Okay, fair enough. Go ahead. They're all listening together. Okay. $100 from what's your name?
Okay, I'm here. Okay, you said
Hodasa.
he made one mistake that he immediately made a concession on. It was the
Yeah,
immediate.
so what I said, yeah.
Yeah,
Just so we're
he
clear.
didn't immediately make it. It wasn't until I corrected him.
Yeah,
Because
so
I let Chud
immediately
float
when he was
that.
proven wrong, he made a concession. That would be what a concession. When are the like other opportunities you're making concessions other than when somebody's like making a point that you're gonna own, like and admit you're wrong on?
Well, hold on. That's fine. I'll grant you this. But he lied, and then when I caught him out on it, he said, "Okay, I lied."
Never said that he lied. No, he said he made a mistake. That's why I conceded, right?
Okay,
Just like
and
you
that's
said,
fine.
the
And then
server was
just
up
walk
for
me
2
through.
years.
That's fine. So just walk me through a plausible thing. How do you make that mistake if these tools are so well known?
I don't think the tool is like that common knowledge. I gotta be honest.
Wait, so do you totally disagree
so
with
I
what
think
Dickers
that-
just said, or?
I mean,
You can feel free to disagree. I'm just going to disagree with Aiden. I'm saying that people are
it's not-
naive about it. They don't know the websites that they're looking at when they're seeing this shit, but it is widely searched. And if you even have like slightly inquisitive mind, I guess it's like, oh, okay, right, that's the fucking lol archive thing again.
I mean, I feel like it would make maybe it's common amongst like people who are like involved with like OSINT shit. I just like unironically before the situation, I've just like never heard anyone bring up this tool before. So I mean, my assumption would be that it wasn't necessarily common knowledge, but I mean, that's not like a hard position.
Okay, I'm not saying that it's common knowledge. I'm saying that it's commonly shared and people are naive about what they're seeing, right?
Okay. So then,
Yeah.
if you click this tool and you see all the things on the side, how could Queeman have made
the
a
first link
genuine
or the
mistake?
second link?
What first or second link?
When you type in lol archive into Google, there's a first link which is the League of Legends name checker, and then there's the second link which gives you access to all of those extra tools.
Oh, and you're saying the first link is just the league name checker?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. How did Queeman
Because
know what to...
there's a different
How did-
URL,
I understand.
right?
I understand. Wait. How did Queeman know what to Google?
Because he went back, checked the logs, and we went over this earlier. This
Hold
Queeman
on,
lying.
hold on, just
Can
real
I
quick.
do
Just
it?
real, hold,
Hold
please,
on,
please.
wait, no,
I'm going to
wait,
answer.
wait, this
I'm
is really
answering.
important.
Wait,
It's really
hold
important.
on. I'm answering.
Yeah.
I'm answering. Going back, check the logs about the stuff that Dan thankfully
understand.
left in of the logs that he sent
Yes.
over to us. And
So
then,
if he went
boom.
back
Okay,
and he
what are they
checked the
talking about?
logs,
Oh, the
if he
log
went back and
over.
he checked the logs, he has the link right there. Why would he have to do a Google search for a
He
thing that
doesn't
he's
have the
looking
link.
at?
They didn't link it.
No, they had
referenced
the
it.
the
They used
whole
the name.
no, hold on. It was the name of the website. So I didn't Google it when I went to it. I just typed it in, right? The name of the website
What,
.com. And yes, and it comes up and oh, look at all these tools that you have and oh, look at all the things you can check, right? Like yeah,
Okay,
it was
I
it
think
was
usually
totally
when
typed
people are
out
going to be
there.
searching
As
the stuff, you
if I
just
recall
paste it in your
correctly.
fucking Google
Yeah.
search bar. You don't
Wait.
type in the .com, and then you
Hold on.
fucking search it. This is such an autistic
Okay, well,
point.
I don't know. That's what I did.
Listen, I understand
Wick.
your fucking gripe with Queeman, but this just isn't the fucking territory you need to be fighting about. Okay, this is
No,
fucking
I'm
retarded.
just saying that.
You could say that it's retarded, but the reality, everybody knows you're lying, right? You guys linked an OSINT
they?
tool to dox somebody on some people
no.
that they were
Hold
just
on.
beefing with
Everybody
on
know-
Twitter.
Everybody doesn't
and
know.
then-
Hold on,
Okay,
hold
we
on,
get
hold
to it,
on,
we
hold
get
on,
to it.
hold on.
Okay,
hold
okay,
on,
one at
hold
a time, one at a time, one at a
Hold
time.
on, hold on.
One
Hold on.
Aiden,
Wick,
Aiden.
do you have any chat that like people aren't going to see if you don't want to link the tool? Can you type lolarchiver.com into a Discord chat like right now? It could be with a person or like
Discord
in a,
chat.
just like or
Let me
in a
check.
just somewhere on
I'll
Discord. You
DM
just
it
type that.
to you, I guess.
Yeah.
What point are you trying to make here, Aiden?
Well, I'm about to fucking get to it.
Okay, I did it.
Wait, why isn't the okay? Wick, hold on, look.
Yeah, I know it doesn't come up with a URL, but why wouldn't I just copy and paste this into like the bar, right?
Well, you could, but look what happens when you copy and paste the total URL. Can you tell everyone what that says? On the hyperlink, can you tell everyone what that says?
Yeah, it takes you exactly. It said https://lolarchiver.com, and it takes you to the site that I was
No,
referencing.
And what does
Wick,
it say at the top?
Wick,
What does
yeah,
it say
in
at
the
the top, Wick?
hyperlink. Look in
Yes,
the
it says
hyperlink.
League of Legends username, history, and changelogs. But then you click on it.
So where do you think Queeman got it from? He went and looked in the logs. He saw the link, right? And if
Yes,
you
it says
literally link
retrieve
it-
any League of Legends player username, history, and check out the last entries in the changelog, among other tools. Smiley face.
Okay, so is it not plausible that in the moment of trying to,
If
'cause I
your
agree-
argument is that he is that retarded that he didn't actually click on it to confirm, then fair enough. You can make that argument.
If you click
Well,
on
it's
it,
not
what's it say at the
it's
top of the
just a-
screen, Wick?
So it says tools allows you to find League of Legends username history. Scanning takes about 2 weeks
Thank
to
you very
cycle.
much.
But
So he
then
didn't
they
just
have
make that
again.
up, right?
If you
Wait a second. Hold on. Wait. Are you looking at lol whatever.com?
Yes.
What does it say on the left?
Yeah,
Are we
it
just
says
ignoring that?
Twitch tools, Kick tools, Lol Archiver, username history,
We're
username
not-
availability,
which are-
database
we're
search
not-
engine, Twitter,
presumably
We're
you
not
TikTok,
talking
understand
about
email,
we're not
different
reverse
that's not-
lookup,
on
phone,
email.
reverse
we're
lookup.
not talking about what happens when you click on the website itself. We're saying in the description
Why
when it's
wouldn't you go to
linked
the
in the
website to check what it-
hyperlink, it literally says retrieve any League of Legends
I just
player
don't see
usernames,
why
history,
you
etc.
Wait,
So Queeman
Aiden.
could have seen Chud debating you. He could have been sending something to Chud, quickly linked it, or went back into the logs because this was actively being referenced by this point. Found the link, linked it to Chud for some reason, and literally in the
wasn't linked in the
hyperlink,
log.
it states retrieve any League of Legends players' usernames, history. Okay, sorry, it wasn't linked in the logs or linked in the logs. Sorry, it was named at that point though. So lolarchiver.com, when you link that to somebody, it literally the description in the hyperlink says retrieve any League of Legends player's username. That's literally what it says.
I'm just saying that
This is such a
you have to
retarded
be-
point. I'm gonna put this in the bin with spicy chat. Okay, if we talk about it anymore,
Fair enough.
I might actually
Okay.
do some
Fair
TOS
enough.
things on
I'm
stream
just saying
right
that
now.
it's just so.
like, dude,
Okay, never mind.
It's
Yeah.
like obvious cover, right? So we know that Queeman was trying to lie. because
Any
it
way
was
that
like
you
just
try and
trying to
fucking
lie, right?
slice it, Queeman has clearly gone to the fucking website and is fucking retardedly thought, oh fuck, let me help Chad in a fucking debate right now, and then sends it off to Chad. It's a League of Legends lookup tool.
I'm more
Not
than willing
realizing
to
that it
believe that
links to
Queeman
other
is that
tools on that
retarded. I
site.
believe
But
it.
And it was the
imagine- wouldn't it-
OSINT tool that was being referenced.
Sure. But we could say that, but like, man, how bad would it be to jump to conclusions on that immediately while talking to Chud, who's trying to defend these people? Wouldn't that be like the worst possible mistake you could make? And was Queeman not in the Snark servers? And were you guys not talking about this potentially while this debate was going on? Not a single other person checked
yes.
that link? And nobody else
People were
checked?
saying that it was a League of Legends checkup
How would that
tool,
make sense in the
and I told
context of
everybody
the
to
law?
Wait.
hold
I just
the
want to be
fuck
very
up,
clear.
Hutch.
Wait. I just want to be very
Wait,
clear.
Sorry.
Were they saying that it was a League archiver, or were they saying to tell Queeman to tell Chud that it was a League archiver?
I can quote directly. I'm gonna go and have a look. But I think there was one guy who was saying, "It's a league checkup tool. It's a league checkup tool. Ah, these guys are raped. Dan's a retard." And then I said, "Shut the fuck up and don't talk about it if you don't know what you're talking about."
Do you think Queeman should have listened to your message instead?
Well, unfortunately, I didn't get to Chud in time.
You,
Okay,
you
I
would
saved
would
him
have
that
been
debate.
better for Chud than Queeman was. I will admit that. Yes.
How
Well,
many
I just-
days ago? Wait,
I
just
think a
checking.
lot of
Was
people
it-
are genuinely
debate
naive
that
about
fine?
this stuff, and so I think people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But
How many days ago was this
like, if
debate?
you know what it is, you know what it is.
Was this
it
on the
less than a week
um,
ago, right? It was
Was
like
this on the? I'm just curious. Was it on the 14th?
14th or
think it
15th.
was,
right, too.
We could have a look at the day.
I believe the 14th because I
Okay,
remember.
just curious.
Yeah,
So
I
then I just
remember
want to hear
tweeting
one more
about it.
time.
Yep.
Everybody was just saying that it was a League of Legends archive tool, right? Nobody. I
Yeah.
don't know because I don't have any logs. I can't speak to anything. But nobody else in there was saying that like this is an OSINT tool or linking to the OSINT part of that. Just checking. I don't actually know. I don't have any logs, so it's all on you to say what happened here. I'm just curious about that.
We don't have logs either.
I don't believe so. No. The predominant.
Hold on. Wait. You said you're in the
everything that
server
I
right
saw-
now. You said you're in the server right
I'm
now.
going
Can't
to
you
try and have a
check?
look at the fucking
Oh, he is.
logs.
Sorry, he is. I got
What
banned
I
months
was
ago.
seeing at the time when I was engaging in it, everyone was saying, "Dan's so raped. Destiny's so raped. These guys are so retarded. Ah, it's a League of Legends checkup tool. They're
Mhm.
fucked."
So, if you were to just check on that day for the term OSINT, there weren't a ton of people saying that. Nobody said that. It was just League Archiver.
Well, will surely know that it did because Dan then brings up that it's an OSINT tool. So on that day, people will, right? But it's when it turns into debate.
Why are you playing dumb? Before Queeman tried to run
I'm not.
cover with the LOL archiver thing. You're saying that the only time OSINT came up was after me and Dan had demonstrated that Queeman was lying to Chud and DMs about what that tool was.
Yes, so if it was a lie, other than him just like quickly reading the description, the hyperlink, obviously I don't have his end of the DM, so I don't know specifically how he saw it, but we know where he got it from because he
Yep.
read it almost verbatim at the beginning, right?
Okay.
Why would he tell such an easily disprovable lie? Like I feel like it's just like handing you a fucking like easy win for no reason. Like you could refute that in 2 seconds. Isn't it far more likely this was a mistake?
Maybe
Just
he
like-
thought we didn't know the actual tool. Maybe he thought that we didn't have the actual raw files.
Wait, Dan,
Maybe we-
Couldn't you
despite the
look it
fact that
up?
Dan said that he does this for a job.
Wait, Wick just pulled up. Hold on. Wick was able to just go to the website and read out like what it said on the website. So this is like a website anyone from the public can access.
No,
So why would
but
he-
that link wasn't in the picture.
Dan had redacted it,
Yeah,
and when they were reviewing it, Dan had redacted it.
Mhm. I don't know why anybody would have thought this would have got past Dan. He says in the debate, "I do this for a job. You think I don't know what I'm talking about here?" Brrrr. Dan is the guy who has got a reputation for doxing people. You
Yeah,
think
not
people
to
are going
knock
to be able
Dan,
to kind
but
of
you don't
pull a
think Dan
fast one
talks,
on him?
you don't think
on
Dan
the-
talks a lot of shit? And also, if everything you're saying is true, if Dan is so reputable and Dan has such a high degree of knowledge about this, then why would Queeman not check the site that he's looking at 2 seconds before trying to feed Child Logic information
at
into
the top of
debate?
the site? At the top of the site, it says that it's a League of Legends username checkup tool. I'm happy to say that Queeman was
but on the
totally
left,
fucking
we didn't see
retarded
the
and
part
should
that
have looked
said
further.
he didn't see right on the side on the left where it says database, search engine, email reverse
No,
lookup, phone
you
reverse
gotta-
Look,
you
lookup.
I
gotta-
believe,
Are you talking about the
believe
links
that
that link to
Queeman would
other
be
websites?
stupid enough not to check this shit. I
He
believe
got
that,
it
right?
wrong. And okay, the only reason people like to, like, for example, if I'm debating a broader point, right, the smaller mistakes people make, if I was trying to engage honestly, you could probably grant that to them. People who want to engage dishonestly and like hyper focus to get an easy win will focus on like little details as opposed to the overall substance of the convo. When he offered an immediate concession, when you brought this up, right, which is what I said, and then you accused me of not saying, and then you replayed it just to figure out I said exactly what I said I fucking said.
Wait.
He immediately conceded on that, and there's like this is an easily disprovable, like, if he was purposely lying, it is easily disprovable. You could just pull up the front page of the
In
website
fact,
as Wick just did.
Do I have a place in this fucking server where I can like post stuff? Because Queeman has just leaked to me his DMs with Dan at the time.
Does he?
I don't care. I don't really care about the DMs with Dan. I'm just saying.
No, let's pull it up. Let's pull it up.
Listen, we've gone back. We've
why are
gone
you trying
back
to
and
move away
forth.
from it? We're talking about
Yeah, let's
contemporary
pull it up.
and
Why I thought-
contemporaneous
Because I don't
things
know
with
why.
Queeman at the
I don't know
time.
why Queeman.
I thought we're on a fact finding
One
mission.
at a time. One at a time. One at a time. One at a time. One at a time. Hold on. Shut up.
Why am I
Hey,
getting-
all of you. One at a time. Aiden,
Sure.
then Destiny, then not Dickers. Sorry.
Well, if
Look,
we're
I'm
trying to
just-
figure out the truth about like Queeman's like lies and like the nature of this like server that like was like coordinating and shit, like shouldn't we want like all the logs? Why don't we like see his DMs it down?
We can look at them after if you want. We can look at them. I have no problem with that. I'm just saying that for
nice.
this particular
So-
thing. Wait, hold on. So for this particular thing, Queeman was trying to, you could say, pump Chud with a narrative to fight on this front against me and Dan, not knowing if me and Dan had any of the unredacted logs because he didn't truly know that. Chud was wrong. We
Of
called
course
him
he
out on
did.
it. And then Queeman walked it back after being obviously proven wrong by something that he should have 1 second of fact checking would have shown. And then my second quick question is, why did Nicandros lie that he posted this link as just a joke later on? If this is all fine and dandy and it's just research
So
stuff.
before we go for that pivot, I'll just address the Queeman stuff first then, if that's nice. Okay. So you said about the narrative that Queeman was trying to pump with Chud. Let's have a look at the narrative that Queeman was trying to pump with Dan. So he posts, lying fucking rat vermin. I say this is quoting Queeman. Hang yourself again. Please, I'm begging. And then he gives the
post a
link.
screenshot of these. Post a screenshot.
Yeah,
He
post a screenshot.
says,
Can you
said
DM it
post
to
a
me and I
screenshot,
can?
post a
Twitch wasn't
screenshot.
this. It is.
Post a
Oh,
screenshot.
sorry. It
Post
has
a
Twitch
screenshot.
too. It
Post
has
a
Twitch.
He thinks he's
screenshot.
got
Twitter,
sling
though.
dickers, so we
It's
want to look at the
clearly made for
screenshots.
Yeah, we
love.
now.
want to
Do
look
you
at the
want us to
screenshot.
please?
DM it to me
Just
and I
show
can
the
stream
screenshots.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, sure thing. I'll send it to Wick. I'll
Yeah,
send
I
it to
could. We could
Destiny.
just stream it. Yeah.
Well, I was asking for a place to be able to post it. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, as you've read the beginning, they've figured out there's going to be an angle to spin this with, so now we're okay with like looking at the DMs. Let's.
Who? What?
Yeah,
I've
so this
never
is the
said we don't. I
narrative
don't want to look at the
that
DMs.
Destiny-
Why?
Okay.
Well, why are we okay with looking
Can we
at?
see
Why are
this?
we?
Do we need it bigger? Oh, this might not be big enough. Yeah. Can you
It's
just
big
DM
enough.
it to
You have to
everyone?
click
like,
it once to blow it up,
I
and then you
DM'd
can
it to
right click
you. I
open.
DM'd it to
whatever.
Destiny. Look in your DMs.
Oh, we
I
can.
guess.
I can blow it up like that. You guys can read that, correct? So, lying rat vermin, hang yourself again, please. I'm begging. Here's the link.
It's a very nasty thing to say to somebody.
Very mean. Queeman being mean? That's crazy. You said Doc Tool 2 wasn't this. It is. Oh, sorry. It has Twitch 2. It has Twitch, LOL, and Twitter. No. It's clearly made for LOL. You are edited.
Well, I asked him to send me the full screenshot, and then it was edited. So I'm curious what's in there.
If
But
we
yeah,
scroll right there under League of Legends username, just up a little bit, it says almost verbatim what he
wait,
reiterated.
Aiden, why are we going on to the?
Because I'm just reemphasizing. Because I'm just okay. I'm sorry, guys.
Get
Dickers,
Destiny to answer
Nick,
for these
Dickers needs
DMs.
to talk. Nope, no. Sorry, my bad.
No, I want Destiny to talk. I want Destiny's response to these DMs.
What about it? It looks like Queeman is trying to sell a lie to Dan. What about it?
Well, it seems like he's earnestly believing in it now. Dan is
I
saying
think he's
that it's a
trying to get
fucking
Dan to
doxing
believe
tool.
it.
You're saying that Queeman knows what it is and thinks that Dan doesn't know what it is, despite the fact that he's got a reputation as a doxer, and he said that he does this stuff for a job. And presumably before releasing these fucking DMs, do you think he's Googled it and looked into it a little bit more? And
Are we
Queeman's,
done looking
like,
at it? Can
believing
I-
that he's
Okay,
done
wait.
more?
Let me present the best faith version of your side, and then we can both agree to it if you want. I'm happy to concede to that version. You're saying that in the middle of a potentially career-ending debate for multiple people, according to the accusations that Dan and then me basically made, that Queeman decides to run cover for these people by checking the chat logs to see what tool was linked. He sees that lol archiver thing. He Googles the lol archiver. He clicks the link, doesn't look at anything on the side, figures that, okay, I'm just going to show this to Dan because I think it's just for League of Legends stuff. Messages Dan, sends him the link while also telling Chud Logic that, like, look, it's just a lol thing. Like, these guys don't know, like, fucking whatever, right? And never bothers to check on anything. Doesn't bother to think, why would you be using a League of Legends name looker-upper when we're talking about a guy on Twitter? And doesn't look at, like, the fact that there's a smiley face at the end of this, even in the picture you've shown me. He just fucked all of that up, and it just so happened to be fucked up perfectly to defend his boys.
Well, it wasn't perfect.
Did it?
Was,
It looked
was
totally
immediately
fucking retarded when the
disproven.
tide
That would be
turns.
That would
No?
be the. It was immediately
Are
disproven.
we done
That was
looking at this? Can I take
clearly
it
not a
off screen?
perfect lie if it's easily verifiably
I'm gonna take it off
false.
screen.
Well, why does he... So on the second part of the screenshot, why does he say, oh, sorry, it has Twitch too? It has Twitch, LOL, and Twitter. No, it's clearly made for LOL. Did he not see the email and phone and database lookup? Is he literally just selectively
Well, presumably
seeing...
he's seen this other stuff there as well, and realizing in real time that he's, like, self-raped.
Okay, and listen, if that's your version of the story, that Queen
That is literally the only
self-raped?
plausible way to read those DMs, in fact, is a self-raping in real time.
Okay. Why did Nicandros later...
Oh, apparently Dan was correcting him at the time, but Dan redacts all of his fucking logs, so yeah.
Okay. Why did Nicandros say when he posted that OSINT tool that it was just a joke?
Okay, we can move over from Queeman to Nicandros.
Well, I
actually
just want to
don't
ask.
know.
Hold
I've
on.
tried to ask. Oh, go on.
I wanted to ask.
Go ahead.
So you explain it like it's a very like complicated like process for him for this to like actually be like a mistake under our narrative, right? By emphasizing that he clicked on it. Are you like constipated, Dick? Are you okay? Right? By emphasizing that he clicked on it. By emphasizing that he clicked on it. My question for you is, or I guess I would ask. You totally fucked me up, Tim. I'm doing that like the most.
It's hard to keep
going,
going.
keep going.
What did
You
I
guys
even
have to-
say,
you have to
Dan?
I don't know.
write the story,
Get out what you need to get out, buddy.
Nah, go
That was
ahead.
so dramatic. Oh my god.
Look,
Tim,
get
I'm
out what you need to
screwed.
get out, buddy. Okay, go ahead.
No, keep going. I'm sorry.
No, Aiden, it's
Lost.
your time to shine. Go ahead.
I fucking lost track of. I was distracted
Okay, well,
me.
fair enough.
I think there's nothing that's going to be able to be like pushed on this fucking debate topic. Destiny fucking hates Queeman and thinks that he's like a lying rat, and so maybe honestly he thinks that Queeman lied during this, but it's like going to be massively weighted by his bias about Queeman being like a bad fucking person. So that's going to be it. Or Destiny's just fucking lying to be able to like smear Queeman, and he thinks he's got him in like a little bit of a bind because he's got
Did
something
Queeman
wrong.
come into that
and you can spin
conversation
it into a lie.
afterwards and like scream racial slurs at me or whatever?
Problem?
Didn't you
Well,
almost
so then when you
call-
say that I think that Queeman like fucking hates me and is a bias against me, doesn't it seem like that's probably true? That's probably a good
No,
read on my part,
I'm
right?
saying that you have a bias against Queeman, and so you're assuming that he's fucking lying, or you're twisting it because he got something fucking wrong.
Well, sure, I could argue you have a bias towards Queeman because you guys, I'm saying he's lying for a purpose to.
I think I've got a
You're
bias
saying-
against
you're
Queeman,
saying
in
he-
fact,
You're
but-
saying he's legitimately fucking mentally retarded.
No.
I think that he's like pretty
made
fucking
an
ignorant
error.
about this stuff. Yeah,
I don't think you need to be to
I
make
don't
like
think he's retarded. I think he's like a smart enough guy, but yeah, made a mistake here.
have you
As it
like
happens.
you've gotten like little facts wrong like all the time. You said the server was up for 2 years. You said it's like very possible to make little mistakes and to
No,
believe
Aiden,
that
that was 5D chess, actually.
Well, no,
He
can I
intentionally
actually-
seeded that lie to
Can
unknown.
Can I
yeah,
ask
fine, quick
Destiny
thing.
that?
Yeah.
I am curious. Why have you said that this you have 2 years of logs from this server? Because I've been asked that question too, and I don't know the answer. Right? Why have you said that there are 2 years of logs for this server when the server?
Well, because I think
Good
that
question.
it's nice to keep your opponents guessing. I
Yeah,
might.
it's 5D
but-
chess.
Okay.
So when
I
you
might
get it
try-
wrong, it's not a lie. It was on purpose, and it's 5D chess.
No, he's saying he was saying
Who
it's
buys
intentional
this
lie,
shit?
but it's a
Let me know when
gigabrain
I can.
lie.
Let me know
right?
when I can. Let me know when I can explain. Okay.
No,
Go ahead. No, hold on.
Yeah,
I am very curious.
Yeah.
do
I might
want
fudge a
Destiny.
detail or two for reasons, LOL, but it'll never be anything on the substance, right? So whether this server was up for 2 years, or whether it was up for about 6 months, or whether I'm talking about other servers that could be implicated in this, or whether I'm getting that fact wrong, what is a single thing that has changed about my underlying analysis by being slightly incorrect, or even substantially incorrect about the date of the server starting?
The difference not about your analysis. The difference about the message that you're presenting to an audience, right? If you say that it's like done in the last 8 months, what the fuck has happened to you in the last 8 months? What's happened in the last 2 years, Destiny? What does that encompass if you say that it's happened in the last 2 years? Is it really to throw people off? Why would you say that you've only got 4 months of logs and then you're going to bring up a fucking trap card 6 months ago? No? I'm saying if you're going to try and keep people on edge, wouldn't you go the other way? Your explanation makes absolutely no sense. It was clearly to be able to like sell a fucking narrative to your audience.
What narrative am I selling with the 2 years? What?
So
also, by the way, I'm asking the question. I already know what the answer is.
Doxing, harassment, and so the hate is inorganic. It's been astroturfed. This is the reason people hate you. They're tracking down everybody around you. All of the harassment that you've been complaining about, including your initial doxing narrative for why doxing was justified, that all comes from this server, if that's true. But it's not.
Wait a second. Hold on. Wait. What was... I don't actually know this. Or maybe I'm lying again. Is Saba sexual and him bragging about harassing the person in my court case, was that in the Snark server? I thought that was in Gisticle server.
Dude, you don't even fucking know. I thought you were posting on that as like an intentional conflation on Twitter. You don't actually know.
Can you make him answer that question?
Go ahead.
The implication of me saying you don't know is, yes, that was in a different server.
It was in Gisticle server. So why would I claim that all of the harassment about me has come from the Snarkers server when I know the majority of it probably
was from
Gisticle server?
Crazy splinter server splits off where all of the doxing and harassment is happening. You can't find examples of doxing and harassment in JStalk server, so far as I'm aware. But you've suddenly got this shadowy fucking Snark server, right?
My docs was posted on Kiwi Farms like 1 trillion times. My docs is in every other fucking court filing. Why would I need to invent a 2-year creation date on the Snark server in order to claim this is why I'm getting doxed?
Because you've otherwise got nothing to be able to attach it to, and just like these guys
I would just
are playing
attach
dumb.
it to.
These guys are playing dumb. They're playing footsie with Kiwi Farms behind the scenes. Don't ask me for evidence though, because I've got none and I'm raped.
There's no filibuster.
Gotcha. It is a filibuster when you're just saying random shit, right? I would just blame my docs on Gisticle and Kiwi Farms. That's what I was already doing.
Yeah, I know, but now you've got something to be able to attach it to. If you say it went back like 2 years, it's like an obviously intentional lie.
What do you
mean? The
amount
of charity that you were giving to yourself, rather than like Queeman earlier, you're getting a detail intentionally wrong, and now you're saying, "Oh, I just wanted to throw people off."
The detail that I got wrong was not really important to any of the claims I'm making about what anybody's posted in the Snark server.
But of course it is.
Does it need to
be
a lie?
That you have about Queeman, the worst complaints about you have about JStalk, and then the worst things that have happened to your career have all happened within the last 2 years, not within the last 8 months.
But the vast majority of these things have happened in Gisticle server. And I've said that.
Wait,
We've talked about that. Yes.
Pixie being encouraged to start a lawsuit, did that happen in Gisticle server?
No, but I think Gisticle played a decent part in
about all the people around you being fucking doxed, which is bad, by the way. Did that happen in Gisticle server?
A lot of that was on Kiwi Farms. It's posted on Kiwi Farms.
Exactly. There you are. So you're talking about all of the bad things going on that justifies your reverse doxing. That happens on Kiwi Farms. But
hold on. Whoa. You just pivoted to a
in the background.
Totally different thing. When I was
I'm talking about the complaints that you've had about Queeman and JStalk over the last 2 years.
When I'm doxing people, how many of the justifications that I've given for these doxes have had anything to do with the Snark servers?
Well, you've only just found out about it, so none.
So you're saying that I lied when I justified them in the past? And now I want to tell my audience, actually, guys, No.
It's incredibly clear what I'm saying.
It's an incredibly convoluted
So you've run a
story.
narrative. I'm talking about the harassment that you've claimed is coming from JStalk. I'm talking about the harassment that you've claimed is coming from Queeman because they're playing footsie with Kiwi farmers, and now you've got this crazy fucking Snark server. Oh, fuck.
We don't even
Does it go back 2 years? No, only goes back 8 months. Fuck it. I'll tell people it's 2 years.
It doesn't really matter, though, because most of the harassment that I've gotten and most of the harassment that I've pointed out to and most of the harassment I've posted logs of has all come from Gisticle's community. I've never needed another Snark server to point this out at. I just thought it was really funny to see it was connected to even more people that I didn't know about.
You've never attempted to point to everything. You've said when people are denying it, they're just playing dumb.
I gotta ask. Hold on, housekeeping. Just real quick. Dan wants to join. Is that okay? Does any objections?
Wait, give me like 3 minutes and then we can, right?
Well, so, I'm asking them specifically if they're not comfortable with Dan. Then
I'm fine talking to Dan. Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Okay, so Dan, in about 3 minutes, we'll drag you in. Okay, buddy.
Yeah. So I don't need the Snark server. Like, if I could push a button to delete one or the other, I would go for Gisticle server every fucking time. I don't think anybody in my fan base. Just curious, you guys are saying that this is a narrative that I'm selling my audience. Is there a single post not even like a whole post, a single comment reply in my subreddit where somebody's like, "Oh my god, this explains all the harassment from Destiny. It's been these guys for 2 years or whatever." Everybody they're talking
How
about
can you
is
prove
We're saying
this
this
was
a
the
what? I
implication
didn't-
that I
I'm
was going
sure
to
you
give?
said-
Have you read all of my Reddit posts?
well, I'm just curious where this story's
What
coming
kind
from.
of
because
evidence are you trying
Everybody
to
in
ask for
my
this fucking claim?
literally any evidence at all.
I'm not even. We don't even need
Exactly. Yeah. No,
we
like
don't-
everybody knows.
Well, I
my,
just
my,
gave the
my
fucking
brief-
evidence. I gave your statements that you've given before, the narratives you've given before. You can't substantiate the stuff with Gisticle server because it's all open. Anyone can go and check it.
Well, I've
so now this
substantiated every complaint I've made.
server
Hold on.
existed 2 years ago. Let me
The
ask on the
biggest
other
complaint-
side.
No,
if
wait,
you're
wait.
trying
The
to throw
biggest
people
complaint
off
I've had about
bases-
Gisticle server, the biggest complaint I've had about
No,
Gisticle
no, no.
server was they're reaching
I'm
out to
not
and
talking about Gisticle
harassing
server.
Rose, right?
I'm not
That's
talking
my
about
biggest
Gisticle
complaint. I've
server.
never said anything
I'm
about
saying
I'm,
Snarkers
you-
before
I
that,
gotta
right?
confess, I'm not sure what's being talked about anymore because you guys are talking about two different things.
I'm sorry, wait, let me, I can do this in 2 seconds, it's gonna take forever. Their new claim is because I got the time wrong on this on the fucking whatever server, the thing, Ethan, Destiny, whatever, that because I got the date wrong on when this was created, I wasn't doing that by mistake or through 5D chess.
No, that's
What I was
not my
actually doing-
claim.
What I was actually doing was I was trying to put it back 2 years so that I can retroactively say, guys,
could
look,
attach it to
the
all these other stuff, I
lawsuit and everything bad that's happened to me, every single bad thing that's happened to me is all because of this server, guys. And that's why I said it started 2 years ago, despite the fact that we all know that I could never prove that because it didn't start 2 years ago. So I wouldn't have a single
sure, I
log
got you.
Yeah, and
that
Queeman
all
got
the
and
guys
Queeman
are
got the
yeah.
details wrong about the law archiver, so you could just like immediately pull it up and like prove
But
him
the
wrong and
detail on the
verify that he
law
lied.
archiver thing was
Wait,
a substantively bad mistake to make. That was the substance we're talking about. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if this snark server's existed for 6 months or 10 years. That's not relevant to any of the things we're talking about.
Do you not think that lies?
Destiny.
Okay, I want to let Aiden.
Existed,
I want to let Aiden because Aiden's been trying to get in.
I mean, this was my line of argumentation, but okay.
No,
Aiden's
no,
ridiculous.
please. He needs a chance to talk, man. Please.
Well, Aiden just hasn't had a lot of time. So.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Sorry. Where we were was I was saying that you don't need to like it doesn't in regards to him getting it like substantively wrong. He didn't need to. If he immediately can, why would he lie about something that can be easily disproven immediately?
Because he didn't know that Dan had the tool himself, that he could look it up. He probably was trying to be more general and vague about it, and was hoping that Chud wouldn't bring it up on
But
stream.
this site is public facing. It's a public facing site.
Yeah,
You
but
could just easily
maybe
look it
he
up
was
and
hoping
verify
Dan
this.
was just getting a redacted version of the page and didn't actually know to look it up.
Well, he's sending him a link that Dan could click and see the actual version of the site on. No.
Yeah, but at that point, it's impossible to explain with just pure retardation or anything, right? Because
It's
literally
impossible
says,
to no, because it doesn't make sense. The explanation that it was a mistake is more fitting than that it was a lie. This is coupled with the fact that it is so easily verifiably false. He'd probably if he was to lie, he'd probably lie about something.
Wouldn't that work in reverse for your accusation against Destiny?
I'm not
We can
accusing him of
easily
lying.
verify- Hold on,
we didn't even.
please. I haven't got a lot of chance. But doesn't that work in reverse? That you can easily verify that Snark server didn't exist for 2 years. So why would he lie about it if it's easily disproven?
He doesn't.
Only
No,
if you
I agree.
remember.
Wick. We're in agreement. I'm not even arguing that he lied. I'm saying he
Okay.
provides so much additional charity to himself in comparison to when he's talking about someone he doesn't like. Malice is inserted, but with him, it's actually just like a 5D chess move.
I've already explained this. I'll explain one more time. The mistake that I made doesn't matter. It doesn't affect any of my underlying claims. That server could be alive for 1 month or 10 years, and it doesn't change anything. You guys have invented
can't lie
this
about the
narrative.
smaller details?
Hold on. You guys have invented this narrative that I'm trying to use this 2-year window to, and I saw just to go workshopping this in real time. Trying to use this 2-year window to say every bad thing that happened to me is because of the server, despite the fact that most of my logs that I posted and everything have been from Gisticle server, not this other server. I don't need this to be alive for at all. Actually, it doesn't really
Well, you
affect
don't
anything.
have the logs either.
From Gisticle server, I absolutely do. I've showed them before about them harassing
I'm obviously talking
Rose
about the
over and over and over
Snark
again.
server. Gisticle server is like totally fucking open.
Sure, I don't care. Yeah, but I'm saying it doesn't matter if it's 2 years or 6 months. But Gisticle lying, or I'm sorry, Queeman lying about that tool, that was substantive to the debate. Whether or not it was an actual archiver of just League of Legends names or whether it was a doxing tool is a big deal. And you're trying to say maybe he was wrong. How is it that he's seeing on the side it's a Twitch tool, it's a Twitter tool, like, oh, it's like just for these things. Even after he saw what it was, he was still trying to sell it to Dan. Are you saying he was really just that retarded? His eyes skipped the words?
I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting that you're looping it constantly back to the fucking Queeman line stuff. But again, okay, so
We
I'll
can bring
ask you
Dan-
Because
on the
Queeman was
bring
inserting
Dan on
himself
if
into
you
the
guys
debate
want
and
to
defending these guys. Yeah, it's relevant.
Are we ready for
It is
Dan,
rel- it
by
is
the way?
absolutely relevant.
Are we
Yeah.
ready for Dan?
You can dump Dan in a bit, yeah. I mean, just go for it now.
Okay.
But the question that I'm asking you is, why would you say that it was 2 years old instead of 6 months? What mistakes were you hoping for people to make based on how much you knew?
I give you the honest answer, but you're not going to believe me. The honest answer is I just don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember the first fucking day. You're assuming that I was in here on day one, and you're assuming that I have access to
How
the
long has
entire
Dan
server's
been getting
logs.
logs from?
Most of the shit that I you can go back through my VODs. I know that I don't know how much you watch versus how much you just see from the Substance guy or whatever, but like most of the stuff that I talk about, or almost everything I talk about, has been from Gistical server. The people that send me
that's
logs
not
on
exactly
Gistical
true.
server.
You're talking about people playing footsie with Kiwi Farms in private, and people are playing dumb if they try and deny it.
Yes,
a lot of the
from
more
Gistical
substantive
server.
stuff that
That's
you're
from
talking
Gistical
about.
server.
That's talking about Gistical server. That's not
My
talking about
whole-
the Chud
the
Logic
very
spicy chat
first-
guys.
The very first doxing I did was in response to Kelly Jean cross-posting shit about my ex-girlfriend from Lolcow into Gistical server. Yes. My whole issue with Jacob and Zoe was the fact that Blav doxed them from Kiwi Farms, and then they came back 2 months later and they started reposting a bunch of rumors from the Kiwi Farms server. Yeah, of course.
And
yes.
so your justification for doxing Queeman was what? I thought that he was playing with Kiwi Farms in private, playing footsie with Kiwi Farms in private. Was
Nice
he doing
pivot,
crazy
by the
shit in
way.
JStalk
So, do you
Well,
admit then
talking
that
about
this
JStalk
two-year
server.
talking point has
Your
nothing to do with
justification for
anything, right?
doxing. Because you're trying to proclaim right now,
Now we
you're trying to
pivot.
claim
Now we
right now
pivot. You got
that the
completely
only,
obliviated
this is
on that
exactly
point.
addressing your claim, by the way, you
It's
try and
not.
talk over it. The
Okay.
only harassment that you've complained about is coming from JStalk server. That's absolutely not true, because your
I never
justification
said
for
you
doxing
only.
Queeman is over the fact that you're claiming that these content creators are engaged in footsie with Kiwi Farms. It's not even about JStalk server. It's about stuff they're doing in private.
Hold on, wait a second. I just want to make sure I understand this crystal clear.
Go for it.
You're saying that I attempted to dox Queeman over over him being involved in the Snark server?
No, that's pretty clearly not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the kinds of harassment that you're describing. Part of what you're complaining about, or have complained about, is the JStalk server. Part of what you complained about is people playing with Kiwi Farms in private, hence doxing Queeman. Please tell me I did not just cut out.
You
did
did
for a
for just
microsecond,
like
but we got
a
it.
second.
I don't understand what
We
the
got
point.
this up.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yes, I don't like the fact that these guys are reposting stuff and playing footsies with Kiwi Farms. Yes. What does that have to do with any of the claims we made earlier?
So what did Queeman do in JStalk server?
I don't know. I'd have to go back and check.
Can
Can I ask-
I'd like to get in
Wasn't
here
this- wait,
and
real quick.
reframe
Wait,
this.
wasn't this like a year and a half ago that I even doxed
Wait,
him?
Dan.
Okay, now stop. No,
Before-
no, this is over. We're reframing this. Let's just get down to fucking brass tacks on it. Let's start at the beginning. Are you saying that this server that you were vetting who came in there? Not you, Aiden, because you were in there for like a month before you got banned. But Dickers, is that your
Aiden's the one who
assumption?
made that claim.
Okay, I'm asking. So you guys are doing a good job of vetting who gets in there, right?
I'm not
You
part of the fucking moderation team, no.
Okay, so you don't want to answer that question now? Because before you said that you did do a lot of vetting. So now you don't?
I didn't. Aiden made
Okay,
the
you
claim,
don't.
Dan.
So you let
Fucking
anyone
well.
in, right? So anyone can get in.
He said it was a
I
lot of
don't- I
vetting, but
didn't
not a
even
lot
have
of heavy
invite
vetting
funds
or
for this
cautious
shit,
vetting or
brother.
whatever. They
I
were
got
Oh,
just
invite
cautious
invite
vetting.
only.
So you wouldn't
Aiden
let
said
someone.
that.
You certainly
Aiden
wouldn't let
said
someone
that.
in there. Do you think you would let someone in there
Aiden.
that's like a known, notorious videos on them doxer? Would one of those people be in that server?
I told you, I don't have the invite link.
You don't know. You don't know. You have no idea. You can't. You've never talked to a person like that either, right?
I've never spoken to a person like what?
Like, I feel like you're stumbling a little bit here. Do you need me more
I think
clear
my
on what's going
internet-
on?
Dan, can I
right
take
now.
a wild guess? You found like
No.
someone in the server whose cousin doxed someone 6 years ago, and you're going to claim that we knew about it, and therefore that makes it like a doxing server?
It could be someone that's so notorious when you Google their name, all that comes up is them doxing people. Who do
Can
you
you
think I'm
just say
talking about?
who it is instead of the?
Why don't you say who it is? Because it sounds like
I
you didn't
don't-
want to say who it was before.
I don't know who the fuck you're talking about.
You have no idea.
I literally have no idea who you're talking about.
Oh, well, I guess
Am I
that's just
wrong?
one
I
more.
swear, I have no idea who the fuck you're
To
talking.
be clear,
You
I don't
literally
have
said server
any
mod.
idea who you're talking about either. So
Okay. No. This is good because there needs to be more of this for the end. I was going to say right now.
Who are you
but I
talking
think-
about?
Ooh. You don't know who this could be? You don't know who
I
is in this
just said
story?
like 2 times. I don't know. Just say.
Well,
who it
Aiden, I
is.
wouldn't expect you to know. You were in there for like a week before you got banned.
Yeah, so
That's
can you
fine.
just
But for
inform me
Dickers,
who
he
it
knows.
is?
Dickers knows. Dickers, why are you acting like you
Dude,
don't
my shit
know?
is fucked.
No,
He's
Dickers,
freezing
no,
up.
it's not fucked. You know what's going on. Come on, Dickers.
You hit the lag switch. Oh no.
My OBS is showing 0 up right now.
Dickers,
Okay,
where are you
talking
going?
about
Come
Salvo.
back.
Wait,
Oh,
you're
who
not
was
actually hearing me
that?
right now. Okay. Was it Salvo Pancakes? Is that what you're talking
Who's
about?
that
Dan?
guy? Who's that guy? I feel like I've heard that name before.
Salvo Pancakes is a guy within commentary who I think like 2 or 3 years ago doxed his phone number on a stream. That's who Salvo
Uh-huh.
is. And
Oh,
that's why his
oh.
YouTube got
He's
taken
not like
down.
known for that or anything, though, right?
That's one of the most notorious things that he did. Yeah.
It's the only
That
example I
I'm
know.
talking
Hey, by
about,
the way, was there
um,
recently something where someone wanted to invite someone to the server? What were the requirements of that person to get in? I think there was 2 things,
I've
but I
already
just
told
want to
you.
be sure.
I've already
What was
told
it?
you. I'm not a
Yeah, what
fucking
was it?
moderator. I don't know about.
Okay,
any
yeah, but I know,
stuff.
but we're
That's
defending the
Aiden's point.
server right now. Like, all you guys want to go all and talk about Destiny and all this shit over the years. That's
I'm
been
talking about
litigated
the
for a
claims that
fucking
have been
year.
made.
No, we're not
I'm
talking about that.
the
We're talking
claims
about
that
the
have been
server.
made there.
I want to know, when someone wanted to invite someone else to the server, what did they say were the 2 requirements?
Dan,
What do you think they would be?
What did you just say?
Okay, well, guess. What do you think the 2 requirements might be?
I don't fucking know. You love
Really?
Hassan.
Just say
I know you don't know.
Just say
and
what
you're,
you
like,
mean.
left
Wait, I
Dan.
just
It's
want to wait. Also,
politically.
real quick, I want to put a pin, or just real quick, I just want to point this
What?
out.
No,
Okay?
fuck you. You've had the whole time. Shut the fuck up.
No, hold, Dan, stop. Let Destiny go. Come on.
But I just want to point in, okay? Justical and Queeman wouldn't come in to defend this. So Aiden, who was in that server for 1 week, and Dickers, who knows nothing about the moderation, these are the people who've been defending for an hour and a half that this is a super secure server that is so locked down and private that it wouldn't matter if people posted doxing tools there because nobody would ever use them in a bad manner.
Yeah,
so go
I
ahead.
just want to reiterate.
I said that it was
hold on.
inappropriate.
I just want to
to be fair.
reiterate.
That's a
I
complete
just want to reiterate.
mischaracterization about what I said.
Justical and Queeman are
Wait,
invited
you said it was
to the
inappropriate
stream.
before
They
or
can
after
jump
it was
in
publicly outed?
anytime they like.
If I'd have seen it at the time, I would have said that it was inappropriate.
Oh, okay, so after. So that doesn't count. Okay, go ahead, Dan.
It doesn't count.
Yeah, what do you
when I
think?
was made aware of it and when I knew about it, that's when I said it. Is
All
that
right,
not fair?
Dickers. What do you think the 2 requirements for this server that's a clipping Discord?
Dan,
What
you can keep asking this rhetorically.
Hey,
As if I'm
I
following the
understand,
question.
because I
I'm
know
telling you, I do not know.
You're not a moderator. Did I say what is specifically the requirements, or what did you think the requirements might be? If someone said, hey, I want to invite someone, what do you think someone might say in chat of the requirements?
I don't know.
You fucking retard. I know you don't know. That's why I said, what do you think? Okay? Do you understand, Dickers? Not
I
what
don't
do you know.
You're
What do you
asking
fucking...
like 2 specific
Is this
requirements.
trivia?
I'm not able to,
Do you
give
understand what a
5.
hypothetical
I'm not
question
sure.
is?
Jeopardy right now.
You're not
Like,
in
can you
icy
just
chat.
say-
You're not a friend of Aiden.
Oh,
Just
I know.
fucking
Wait, I know
reply
what's
with
happening right
Dan.
now. You guys are scared to answer because you don't know what people said the requirements. So everyone's waiting for
I
someone to
actually
feed you
don't
what they
know.
said?
You're totally
don't
right.
know the
I agree.
fucking requirements.
150%. I unironically don't know.
Okay, could it be that they have to hate Destiny, Ethan, and Israel? Would that be something that was said?
Could have been. Totally.
Is this a
Oh,
message
could have
by
been.
Kathy?
That's weird. That's weird for a clipping Discord to have that requirement, right? Wouldn't you say?
Well,
It's kind of a
I'm
weird
pretty sure it's
requirement.
people that are like clipping to disseminate like given narratives. And I don't think there's anything wrong with like clipping narratives so long as you can defend them.
Oh,
right?
a clipping narrative. Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
So this
I don't
is
think there's
is
anything
this
wrong with that.
what type of wacky clipping Discord is this? Where you have those types of rules when you come in there? That's kind of a fun
Well, here's
Discord,
the
huh?
question, Dan.
One that's
okay?
focused
Here's the
on, like,
question.
clipping
do not,
people who
do I
cover
not have a
specific topics?
reputation in that Discord of somebody who loves Israel, actually?
Say that again.
Do I not have the reputation in that Discord as somebody who loves Israel?
I think that your reputation is someone that is constantly on the outs, constantly, when I look at the logs, people trying to say, why is this fucker in here? He's probably the one that leaked, let's ban him. And you're desperate to
But are
prove
they
yourself to
mistaking
the other
him for
people in
Becky?
there to stay in
Is the
there. That's
question.
my thinking of what's going on.
What did I
Like,
try
you're
to
the
prove?
weakest link. They all want to fucking remove you constantly. I look at the logs and
Yeah,
all it is
and
like,
why
why are
is
we not
that?
banning Dickers?
Why
Yes,
is that?
yes.
Why is that? Because we have different takes on Israel.
Because
and
you
Palestine.
are like the abused animal that's in there. I don't know. Like you're the
So you're
I
getting
don't know. I
away
mean,
from
you're
it,
giving my
okay?
honest
I agree.
thing.
I've said several times on stream, I'm the primary victim of that server. Ethan Klein's got nothing to complain about. All right.
Okay,
But
gotcha,
I'm like
gotcha.
predominantly known as a lover of Israel in that server, Dan. Or do you
Okay.
think that might have been a joke from Kosher Kathy?
Okay. Speaking of kosher stuff that we're talking about, how do you
No,
feel about this
answer that
server in
question.
general?
Answer that question.
Yeah, can you
Dan.
answer his question, Dan?
Sorry. Be more specific. I want to make sure I answer correctly. The pause isn't helping.
Okay,
I didn't.
you
I'm
want to
old. I
repeat
didn't
it?
fucking remember. It's just
Well,
Yeah,
Dan,
what's
repeat
the
your
question?
your question. I'll make him answer it. Repeat your question.
Frames on OBS, but that's fine.
Well,
So the question is, since I am known as a predominant Israel lover, do you think that might have been a joke? Or do you think that is a serious component? And if somebody shows any love for the Jewish people, they'll be banned?
What do you think, Dan?
I think
Joke
that for the
or
most part, if you have any pro, yeah, I think for sure. I would say if you have any pro views there, that they would want to get rid of you for sure. Yeah, but you in particular, they also didn't like. So it's kind of a mix of both things. I don't know your specific views on Israel, but if you're asking if it's a server specifically set up to try and destroy anyone that's against that narrative, that's true. It is. It's like a little splinter cell that's set up specifically to do it. There isn't any standards in there. I would say it's a joke, but like if you're allowing people that dox and things like that in there, then I would say there isn't like any hard rules. It's just like, all kind of, we play the hand as we're dealt it. That would be my thinking of it. Do you disagree with that?
Ooh, his thing cut off.
I just
Uh-oh.
left to be able
Oh.
to fucking fix my shit
Oh no.
plugged in. I didn't
Okay.
even know what the fucking rules of the server
Mossad
are.
is attacking.
Oh,
And
it's
now we don't know what the
convenient that no
rules
one
of
knows
the
the
server
rules.
are. We went from
So-
vetted server with
okay,
very few people
okay.
that all had huge
So if you're
reputations to
asking me
protect.
Well, I define what
if
I
you're
meant by
asking me
vetting.
the exact rules of the server to be able to enumerate them,
I
I'm
want
not
to
sure.
get into
There's
something
related
else.
to doc stuff,
Wait, stop.
That's going to be fucking moderated.
I want to move on to something that I think is very important. Dickers
Okay.
and Aiden,
Mhm.
how would you feel under any circumstances if I was to do something where I was to get a group of people together, let's say in one of my Discords, like the Anything Else Discord, and I was to say, listen, step by step, we're going to be reporting Aiden after this is done. We're going all in. I don't fucking like this guy. He crossed the line. He did X to, whatever. He crossed the line. How would you feel about that? You think that's okay?
I'd be a little disappointed.
Ooh, a little disappointed.
be-
okay,
I-
it sounds like
I
I
would
can
be
do it
upset
then.
by that personally.
If you're okay, if just a little disappointed.
Well, that wouldn't
right?
be nice. Why would you?
Would
wanna
you still hang
disappoint
out with me?
someone?
If I did that, would you still hang out with me afterwards?
If you said sorry.
Really? So
Yeah,
okay.
probably.
So okay.
Sorry?
Wait, hold on.
Aiden
Hold on,
just
hold on.
wants friends, man.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm not-
So I want to be on the same page because this might happen then. If all it takes is I have to say sorry when I'm done. So Dickers, what about you? So me and you, we're chill. So what about after this? If we do a little organizing of someone we don't like to deplatform them, get their channel deplatformed. What do you think? You want to hang out with me after?
I would understand you not being friends with that person, Dan.
No. I didn't ask you that. I said, do you want to hang out with me afterwards? Because I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and
No.
deplatform someone's channel. No, you wouldn't hang out with someone after that?
Well, no, I said I wouldn't be friends with you. I wouldn't hang out with you after that.
Would
No.
you talk with me? Would you be in a Discord with me?
I think being in the same Discord server as somebody, I mean, I really
Would you
give a
talk to
fuck
them?
about that.
Like in the
if
chat? Like, be like,
if
hey,
you
what's
went
up,
in the
dude? Yeah.
fucking Destiny Discord server. If you done that shit, I wouldn't
Nope.
really care to leave the Destiny Discord server.
Okay. But would you chat with me in chat? Would be like homies,
We wouldn't be friendly, no.
No, you wouldn't be friendly. So it's kind of weird that you're so buds with JStock, right? Both you and Aiden, because he kind of did that exact specific thing,
Buds
right?
with I'm buds with Jay. I fucking hated this guy, dude.
Okay, well then, hey, listen, if you hate him, that's fine. What about you, Dickers? You hanging out
What
with
about
him?
me?
You in there? Are you chatting with him?
I am.
Because he did that, right?
what's the claim? Was he
Specifically,
he was
step by step,
reporting me?
to go and
You're saying
remove someone's
JStalk,
moderation.
You found logs
Not
where he was
moderation,
reporting
revenue.
me.
No.
Well, I'm saying-
he's saying that JStock. And correct me if I'm wrong, Dan, but you're saying that this JStock organized the mass reporting of other people.
He did, step by step. And I understand that Destiny and JStock are in a holy war, but you guys, you have standards. You don't do that shit. You're different, okay?
I
You
haven't
have
done that
morals.
shit.
Yeah? Okay, well, he did that. In the server, you guys watched it, you let it go fuck by. So let me ask you, why should that not be done to you? In a Destiny
Because
Discord,
I
for
haven't
instance. I'm not
done
saying it
any of
wouldn't.
the actions.
Okay, but you're hanging out. You're kind of implicitly saying it's okay because you're still interacting with JStock, right?
What is this guilt? We're
Yeah,
doing
it-
guilt
it
by
is-
association
hold on,
It
Dan,
is.
now?
Dan,
Yes, it
Dan,
is
Dan,
guilt
Dan,
by
Dan,
association.
Dan,
Yes,
Dan,
because
Dan,
you guys
please.
love doing that
Guilt
all
by
the time.
association. Didn't we just watch Justical read logs from my chat to attack Hutch with for 6 hours on his stream yesterday?
Oh no, we're doing guilt by
watch
association.
JStock.
You're in a private Discord with a guy who
Wait,
in
wasn't
that
that
private
over? Wasn't that
in that
over?
private
so Hutch
Discord,
made the complaint that
you
people
not
are.
wanna-
It's the
so
exact
you're
same
still in
thing
there
that
with
I'm
him.
saying. I think actually. Wait, hold on.
I
can respond?
just
hold
wanna
on,
know,
Dan,
Dickers.
please stop. not Beckett.
Dude, come
Dickers,
on.
go. I'm promise. I'm not doing it on
Dickers.
purpose.
Me.
Dickers,
Wait,
please.
Everyone gets
hold
it
on, wait.
wrong.
Let me just
Everyone
check
gets
real
it.
quick because I don't know. Wait, was
What
Lav in
I'm-
this
what
Discord?
I'm
There's no way
saying is-
Lav. There's no way Lav was in that Discord, right?
I believe she may have been.
Wait,
I could go and
the
check if
person
you
who's
want.
made false rape accusations against multiple people has posted revenge porn of people on. She was in the vetted server.
The moral frogging over fucking people in Discord servers
No,
now.
It's
Discord
because
were
you guys
moral
are full
frogging.
of shit.
You were moral frogging, motherfucker, not me. You were. I
What
posted on
about
my
people
name
who were
and my
in
chat.
Discord members?
Oh,
people who were
now
in
there's
Discords.
no standards. This is how long it took. How many hours
Wait,
did we
what?
have
When
after
did
this conversation?
utter a standard?
Wick. So it's
Destiny.
2 hours in, and now
Destiny.
we've dropped.
When did I
Listen,
ever utter a
I would
standard?
be. I would be so great if we just started here. Just say that. Own it. Just say, yeah, we got a server. We're reporting you motherfuckers. We're spamming clips. And yeah, you know what? We might like a docs or whatever the fuck. And just say that and just own it. And then we can just have like the fucking war.
based. That's it.
No,
Ask
be
us.
based.
Ask
Be
me right now.
based.
Ask
Yes.
me,
Okay,
motherfucker.
Yeah, hold on.
Ask
Yes.
us.
Let
Damn it.
Dickers
He ain't
respond.
like you.
Hold on,
You
please,
bunch of
Dan.
pussy
Stop.
ass bitches.
Dan,
No.
stop. Dan,
Reporting?
stop. Dan,
No.
stop. Let Dickers respond. Dickers, please.
So I'm yet to see any evidence that JStalk was doing this in the server, okay? But still, that's an association thing. I'm fine being in a fucking Discord server with him. Him and Steven have got a fucking a fight to the death that's going on. where Steven is like doxing a shit ton of his fucking Discord members. I'm just fucking staying out.
Wait,
of
hold
that,
on, wait.
Okay?
You said you're
I'm not
staying out of
getting
it. It was
involved,
me and
but I'm not
wait,
reporting anybody.
Wait, didn't Aiden like yesterday make some huge impassioned call that the entire community needs to come together and align against like me and Dan and Ethan?
Yes, I did. I said that. Yeah.
Okay, and wasn't Queeman messaging Chud Logic talking points to defend this server that Chud Logic's not even a part of, and that was implicating bad behavior of Shamu and the fucking Nido King dude or whatever the fuck? So when you say it doesn't seem like we're all working together, or it doesn't seem like we're all against you, you understand it kind of gives the opposite impression,
came
right?
after the
What?
fact.
Who said
came
that?
afterwards.
So maybe Aiden did.
Who said what?
No, I was saying that came after the fact.
Are you? Am I included in this holy war that you guys are calling?
Yes,
against?
you are. Wait,
That's
hold on.
great.
Actually, wait. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying that. Dickers, is Wick involved in this holy war?
I'm not involved in the holy war.
Dickers, be
I didn't
fucking
ask
honest, you
Wick is,
cunt.
no.
You little pussy ass bitch. I asked you a straight fucking question. Is Wick involved in the holy war?
I don't think so. I don't think Wick's doing any of the fucking.
If you
doxing or
don't fucking
anything like that, is he?
take a real
Okay,
stand,
he said he's not. Okay, is Wick
Okay.
getting burned in the holy war right now?
I
Am I
don't
a
believe
target?
so.
Am
I'm
I a
fine being on
target
a
of
fucking
them?
Wick panel.
No, I'm not asking you specifically. I'm not asking if
You're
you are
asking me about a
specifically
holy
targeting
war
me.
that I'm not
saying,
even
is this
participating
Discord
in?
targeting
No.
me?
Ask a more specific question.
Sure.
Is
Yes.
Wick
Are
getting-
are these communities targeting me because of this? Because of this holy war you guys got going on?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
We're
I think
talking
they've
about,
said mean
we're talking
things
about
about you.
doxing. We're talking about doxing and we're talking about reports. I don't believe so. No. I found
Okay.
out about the fucking Destiny stuff like 2 days ago. So
And you're in here defending it? That's kind of crazy. But so then,
You
just to be
brought it
clear,
up.
It's your burden to make the.
clear,
Okay. So
fine.
it's
You guys
alleged.
are
I just want to make
to
sure that
defend
you're
this
okay with it.
yeah,
You're
so,
okay-
yeah,
yes,
just to be clear,
yes,
there is no
because-
holy
because-
war that Wick is involved
Okay,
in.
that's
Nothing
great.
bad about
I'm
Wick
glad that
happening
you're
in
okay
these
with it.
spaces. They're
You're
not
make-
talking about him or anything related to him like that. You're pretty confident of that. You're in the server now. You know that hasn't been there, and you're confident stating that, even though you also sometimes don't know what's
I'm
being
not.
posted
I'm
in
not
there, and
confident on anything. You
I'm
guys
asking
were
Dickers.
making.
It should be
Okay.
easy. You could just
Wait,
say, I
ask
can
the question again. I thought you were asking
I can
Aiden.
say pretty confidently. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was saying. I was like. I can't.
He was
think, like,
asking Dickers.
You know, let me just be for real with you, Aiden and Dickers. Be careful with what you're saying right now, because you're going to lose all credibility and look like a fucking retard when all this shit drops. So just be real. Just be out there and stop defending
Well,
a guy
I'm
that was
not-
doing
I'm
mass
not-
reporting.
well, hold
You're going
on,
to
hold
look
on.
a fucking autistic to a level that's unbelievable. They're going to cut together you right now.
This conversation?
They are going to cut together clips of you talking right now saying, I have no idea. I've never seen that. With actual
No.
clips of you being
Yes,
like, yeah, let's
no.
do that shit. Just be
Yeah,
fucking honest,
I've
you dumb
never-
fuck.
I've never-
Before you
I-
get
just
dragged
to be
down
clear,
with
I
your
didn't-
retard.
hold on. If I
I
may,
didn't know
Listen to me.
fucking
Aiden,
Wiki
please,
TV
please, Aiden,
was.
please,
Listen
I
to
didn't
me.
know what
You
TV
guys-
was
stop,
4
Aiden,
days
stop,
ago.
Dan,
There are
stop, Aiden,
people
stop, both
that
of you
are
stop. Dan,
fucking
shut up.
molested.
Dan, stop. I just want to be very clear. Aiden and Dickers, it's okay if you guys don't like me and are targeting me and things like
I
that.
don't know you.
I won't like kick you
What are you
off
talking
or
about,
ban
Wick?
you or anything, but I would like an honest answer if these
I, in
communities
all
and this
honesty,
servers
had no fucking
are
like, I heard
targeting
your
me
name
with things like
briefly,
that.
but I didn't really know any of your like lore or anything about you, like up until a few days ago.
Okay.
Here's all I want. I want you guys to have some fucking standards. That's always been my issue. All this shit about me and all this shit about Destiny, it's been litigated over a fucking year. You know what? Yes, we are those people. We are. But we have a line, okay? If people fuck with us, we fuck back. That's it. That's just a fact, okay? The difference is that we don't lie about it, being in a fucking private server, acting like we're better, and then doing the same fucking thing. And that's what's happening here. J-Stock is doing that shit. Shamu is doing that fucking shit, okay? That's just a fact. Now, if you want to fucking support J-Stock, then I'm going to fucking hang your ass on the same goddamn line of what he's doing. Because he's out there saying, I want to remove this creator's specific revenue. Everyone come out, let's report this. And either you're going to fucking co-sign that shit and stand with him today, or you're going to back the fuck off. But you're going to have to do one or the other. Because if you stand with him and you keep fucking, oh, I'm a homie, I'm in the Discord with him, then you're the fucking same fair game that he fucking is on
Yeah,
that
so
shit.
Dan,
And it
I
comes
don't-
your
I
way.
don't agree
so
with
which
Dan
is
here.
it, motherfucker?
I don't
Are
agree
you
with
all
Dan here.
in
I
with
think that's,
reporting or not?
I don't agree with Dan here.
Dan,
Okay, then you,
I
yes,
disavow.
yes,
I
because you
disavow.
love that game.
Just so we're
That's
clear.
that's
just so
a
we're-
terrible standard to hold, by the way. Because this is the same reason that I have been targeted.
It's their
by
standard,
different people.
Wick.
Yeah, but
It's
they're
their
targeting me
standard.
with
How
that
is it
same
my
argumentation.
standard?
Can you
When have I
establish
used
a
that
violation
standard?
of our standards that occurred in this server? Like you guys
No,
are the
no,
ones.
Aiden.
What?
Aiden, standard that somebody else is fair game because they have some kind of association for reporting, for doxing, for this kind of like malicious.
Oh, so like collective punishment got like I
No, Dan, answer.
nobody heard
Answer
what
if
you
your
said.
fucking internet
Yeah,
stopped
your
cutting out.
Nobody heard
internet,
what
your
you just
internet's
said.
being shitty.
Fuck.
Dickers.
But
we
so
didn't
so
hear
so
you.
Dan, do you believe that responses should be proportionate to what the individual themselves voluntarily decided to do?
I think you guys should shut the fuck up about any type of association with this person knows this person if you're doing this in your server.
Can
And
you
maybe you should
say that
shut the
again?
fuck up
Can
on
you
it
say that again?
forever.
And
That's what
can
you
say
should
that
do.
again without avoiding my question? That'd be like really cool if you could just fucking answer the question.
I don't have the same standards you do. I'm not a liar.
So you're too
Hold on,
retarded to
I'm not
answer
a
the
liar.
question?
You guys act like you have moral superiority. I know. I'm looking
I don't
under the
claim
sheets.
to be
You're
morally
scum.
superior to
Aiden, you're
anyone.
fucking scum, and so is fucking Dickers, and so are the
True.
peoples in the server. Yeah, you are, because you say that you're
So
better
true.
than me, and you're not better than me. And it'll all come fucking
when have
out,
I
and then
ever
you'll have
said
to
I'm
fucking
better than you?
scramble. Because you're sitting there sucking J-Stock's dick right now after
Are
he's doing
you-
a mass reporting campaign. Why should people
I'm
not do the same
sucking-
thing to you
I
right
hate
now?
J-Stock.
Right now. Right
hate
now, why should people not do the same thing to you? And to Dickers. Why not? If you're going to keep in there and sucking his dick.
Because I'm not doing it back.
Oh,
Like
really?
I'm not-
But you're just
I'm
in
not
there kind of,
reporting
you're
you.
also like, yeah, I'm in the server where they're fucking reporting
You
this guy.
literally
That's
admitted
great.
I was in there for like you literally said to me.
I want to
directly that I
know
was
if it's
barely in
okay
there.
or not. I want to know if it's okay or not because you're still in there today, right? So you're in there right
No,
now.
he's banned from the server.
You literally admitted that I got kicked out. I was only in there like
yeah,
for a
he's
brief
banned from
period
the
of time. I
server.
said that
At
earlier.
least that's what he says.
Oh, that's kind of funny. Okay, well, then you're not in there today. That's good. So you don't like J-Stock. You don't fuck with him then, huh?
Well, I didn't up until 2 days ago, where because
Is
of
that
this,
when it came out that he was sending CSAM? Like from the guy that like
Oh,
we
come
have
on,
that
don't do-
confirmed? Has any, by the way,
don't know-
has
I don't
anyone
know
told
anything
Willie
about
Mac to like contact the RCMP on that? Because that's like J-Stock admitting that himself, right?
I'm just not.
Are
Like, attacking
are
him
you
right
cool
now.
with this guy? I just want to know. Like, are you cool with the guy sending CSAM and then calling to like deplatform people or no?
No, if you can demonstrate.
That's in
that
his own. Yeah,
happened,
that's on Twitter. That's on Twitter. It's demonstrated. Go fucking look. Open your fucking eyes. Okay. And it
eyes
seems
are
like all
open,
you
I'm
guys are like
listening.
intentionally hiding this, and you're like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? I'm here. I'm in fucking New York, taking time off my day to do this shit, and it's fucking pissing me off. I don't know what the fuck's going on. You guys are all rallying behind a guy that is legitimately admitted that he has sent, not received, sent CSAM. That's essence. Or that's funny.
even know
That's
what the fuck
J-Stock.
you're talking
That's J-Stock. He fucking sent that shit, and he's on 4K sending that. Okay.
Wow.
That's done. Send it to the RCMP. Go ahead.
Sucks for that guy. I mean, I don't know. What
Well,
to
yeah.
say,
I
like-
mean, it kind of does. The people in the chat, right?
yeah, but I feel like you're talking to me as if I'm J-Stock right now. Like I don't know.
Well, I mean, he's admitted that he's done it, right? And then on top of that, he's doing deplatforming campaigns, right? And he's in a server where there's like known doxers and liars like Lav, and there is Salvo Pancakes, and there's
So
actual
that- so-
dox
okay,
schools
so as a
being
result
said,
of that, I'm a
and-
justifiable
By the way,
target
how's the
somehow?
anti-Semitism in that server? How do you feel about that anti-Semitism, right?
Me?
Yeah. How do you feel about it in that server when you were in there for the short period of time?
I mean, I've never, I've only really faced anti-Semitism from, I've only really.
No, I'm
faced
not saying if you faced it. I just, how do you feel? Like, is Zogged used a lot? Like Zogged and like, is there any shit, like any messages about the Holocaust and like actual real, like, discussion of like, yeah, go on.
I don't know of any Holocaust deniers like in my space. I've debated some in the past.
have to wait for it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a lot I've never heard about this before until now.
Well, who's
what's funny is
wait, Dan, just tell me who's denying the Holocaust?
You can just do a search in the messages and see what's going on.
You admitted for the 5th fucking time, by the way, Dan. So don't tell me that I need to
Hold
I
on.
need to open my
Oh,
eyes for
yeah,
the
you
5th
can.
time.
You're
You
banned.
admitted I wasn't in there, so I'm gonna ask you.
Well, you were
again.
for a short period of time. No,
Hey,
you want me to say right now?
Dan, you have
gotta
the
wait.
logs. How many messages did I type in there?
Well, I'm on vacation right now, so I have no idea.
I typed like hi, like what's up. That's like my only messages in there.
Guilt by
Aiden,
association.
Real quick,
Okay,
Aiden, you
go.
put out a whole call for the entire commentary community to come together to fight against us based on the horrible accusations we made. And this is about a server that now, over the course of the past 2 hours, you've admitted to knowing next to nothing about. Why the fuck would you do that? Did somebody tell you to?
Because I'll tell you exactly why. So I watched you guys make a claim about the server and lay out why you thought what you thought. When I saw your rationale, I believed that the evidence didn't substantiate the descriptive claim of doxing. Therefore, I didn't believe that you were right. Therefore, and I still don't believe you're right. And that's why I called for that, right? I also believe there are like a ton of like lies being disseminated right now. I mean, you've admitted yourself to like just like retweeting shit on Chud just because like it.
Hey, you know
fun
what?
of him.
This is not like about
So
us.
yeah, this isn't about. So
No,
if
no,
I
let
weird is
Aiden
about
finish.
us. What
Let
about you
Aiden finish
guys?
his answer, and then Des.
so if I were to he finished. So if I were to say that there's a new streamer on Twitch and his name is Chudsticle, I was like, that guy's a pedophile, and I think that because one time he giggled at like an 8th grader or whatever, and you were to say that, and you're like, well, I think that's evident. That's bullshit. That's a bullshit claim. Your next step would be to say, we need to rally the entire commentary community to defend this guy being accused of being a pedophile because I'm not happy with
Yes, if you're
Destiny's
calling him a pedophile over that, somebody with your platform, yes, we need
you would
everybody to
rally
come together.
the
'cause if you're
entire
smearing some
community.
guy.
You wouldn't be
Yes.
worried. You wouldn't do the basic level of research and say, maybe I should dig into this a little bit
If
before
I
I
looked
stake
at-
my
well,
entire reputation behind
Okay,
it.
so it's like if I talk to the guy that's alleging that he's a pedo and he has the opportunity to lay it out, and supposedly he's had a mole in this 1-year-long server for 2 years, right? So he should have everything. When he lays out his argument, he just brings up that he giggled at an 8-year-old. When I hear that guy lay out his argument, I think there's nothing to this. This guy's being smeared as a pedo, and of course I'm going to rally people together to defend him over that. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Fine. So then if I were to ask Dickers, is he still here?
I don't know.
Dickers, hello.
Motherfucker. Like, I knew this shit, like, unbelievable.
Tech issues. Hopefully he'll be back. And that.
Let's say that you were to find out on these servers that
Wait,
they were
you can hear me
posting-
now, right?
Yes,
yeah.
we can hear you now.
Dickers. Can you hear me?
If you
This is why you don't
demonstrate,
hold
if you
these
wait,
Aiden,
arguments.
shut up.
Don't
Aiden,
ask me,
shut up.
okay? Don't ask me. Just skip me for a moment.
Well, to answer the question you were about to ask, if you could actually demonstrate to me that doxing was occurring in this server, I will unequivocally denounce whoever the fuck was doing it and the people that stood by and saw
That
it.
means fucking nothing
The
to me.
people that stood by and saw it. So what? The people that were, but not the whole server. You would still have this exact same call to the commentary community rally. You would only disavow. How would you even know who was active at the time and saw it? Would it just be people that responded to it, people that liked it, and then everybody else on the server is fair game? Or like they're cool?
I mean, no, I'd probably be okay disavowing the actual creators in the server, even if they weren't active at the time.
What does disavow mean?
The creators in the server?
Yeah, you said there are a bunch of YouTubers in there and shit. I know of some.
So every single
Right, no,
member
but
of the server, then you would disavow it. You'd say, "I'm not going to do anything with these guys. These guys are all bad people."
No, cut them off completely. There's a difference between a denunciation and like a total bridge burn. I believe that if somebody is like legitimately remorseful for what they've done and is not planning on doing it again, I believe they could be forgiven.
So,
If
Aiden,
all
is it like...
last question on the Django? If all this stuff was happening, all these people were involved in these servers, apparently none of them know what's going on. The vetting process has surprised apparently at least 2 people in this conversation about what you need to get into the server.
Well, I
all of
clarify
this
what I
is
meant
said
by
to be true-
vetting.
I don't care. If all of this is said to be true,
why-
don't you think it's a little bit silly for you to come in and defend the fact that a doxing tool was posted in this Discord and nobody really seemed to care much about it? Isn't that kind of
No.
a silly...
Not really. You guys
Really?
had the opportunity to
There's
lay
not-
out your argument. It was
Yeah,
bad.
and the
I'm
argument,
responding to your
the
argument.
The argument is that you guys are watching a doxing tool being posted in a server that's engaged in a ton of bad behavior. Your defense of that was a vetting process and people with reputations, and we've shown over and over and over again. You're Lav. These are the reputations you're defending. Other people in this server that have been up to some crazy fuck shit that you yourself got kicked out of the server. These are the people whose reputation you're defending. The vetting process that says
if the server's
fuck
allowing
Ethan,
people to do
Destiny,
like
and
crazy
Israel,
fuck what'd you say? So last part.
The server vetting process that is make sure you hate like these 3 fucking things. These are the people that you're saying are reputable enough to have dox tools posted.
Well, I don't think hating those things makes you necessarily a risk of doxing. I think
When they were
Israel's
trying
one of
to
the most-
invite Stephanie Gale,
Israel's-
what were the 2 requirements? Because I'm pretty sure it was, do you hate Destiny, Ethan, and hate Israel?
Yeah, I mean, Destiny, I mean, you could admit it, you're a very widely hated figure. So is Ethan, and Israel is one of the most controversial like countries on earth. I think someone assuming those positions doesn't inherently indicate that they're a risk of actually going and like burning their own reputation for the sake of doxing someone.
You know
right?
what you guys are?
Hating those things means that you must have a strong reputation worth defending. I want to hear you say that clearly. You're saying that as long as you hate Destiny, Ethan, and Israel, you probably have a strong reputation worth defending.
No, I'm saying you can, right? You can. I'm saying those things don't necessarily
Did you ask them if they had
negate the
2 arms
possibility
and
of
2
having a stronger-
legs? Did you ask them if they had lungs? What do you mean you can?
I didn't ask them anything, but I know you.
What do you mean you can? Wait. I want you to explain exactly what you meant when you said you could.
So it
What does that
sounded
mean when it
like
comes to vetting?
okay. So it sounded like you were bringing up these things to like when you bring up when the server vets that you don't like Israel, you don't like Ethan, you don't like Destiny, to negate the fact that these were like vetted, like reputable people, right? You could rewind the clip and sound like that's why you were invoking that. I'm explaining that these things are not mutually exclusive.
Nobody said
With
they were.
one being non-reputable, you could rewind it yourself, like you did for when I spoke, and I said exactly what I said.
Non-reputable. The goal is to say, what are you doing to vet them? Nothing. There is no vetting. You just have to be a hater, which are the exact types of people you wouldn't want to post doxing tools to. That was the exact argument you get for Kiwi Farms. It's a community known of unhinged people. What kind of a community do you think you're going to attract if the requirements to get in are to hate Ethan, Destiny, and Israel? The sanest people on the internet that can be trusted with tools that they also try to run cover for their friends on later on when they get called out for it?
Do you think hating someone means you're willing to cross any line to spite them?
Well, I know I can say a bunch of lines that were crossed. Like, for instance, what about like JStock's
reporting?
editor, Ryle Kittenhouse?
Oh.
What type of crazy stuff do you think he did? I can give you some stuff if you want. Like, going and fucking with small content creators, pretending to be other people. Like, that type of shit, that could be interesting, right? And that was coordinated in this server. Isn't that kind of cool? Isn't it going to be kind of weird when, like, you get to watch this stuff out and you're like, well, actually, I got the line you can say. You know what you can say?
I can't wait
what do you
to
want
see
me
it
to
for
say?
myself
It was
so you
bad.
can stop doing, like, the gay, like, referencing a thing. Like,
No, I can be the answer for you. You can say, what do you want me to say? It's bad. Just say that right now.
No, if I see an example of bad behavior, I'm going to
condemn it. I'll condemn it.
Well,
Yeah, I
Dan,
condemn it.
Dan, what would you, if you were me,
I want you to have some
pretending to be in that-
fucking principles, okay? Either you're different than me, okay? That's it. Are you different than me? You're better than me? You're a better man than I am,
No.
right?
No.
You're not? You're the same?
I'm not the
Are you-
same. I'm just not, like, I don't claim to be morally better than anyone else. I've done
That's
things I'm not
because
proud
you're
of.
not. Okay, you're not better than me. You're worse than me. You claim to be better, but you do the same shit I do,
this like an
but you
ego
do it
thing?
in the fucking private. Okay,
I just
You
wanna-
and
okay, I just
all
wanna
these
make
other
sure- I
people.
just wanna make
Nobody's
sure
claiming to
that
be better
it
or
is an
worse
issue.
than
Just real
anyone.
quick.
It's
That's
like,
I want to
fine,
see if
because you can't
Dickers
claim
is
that.
back.
You can't
Dickers,
claim that.
What?
how's your connection? Are we clear? Can you hear us?
I think we're steady. I think we're
Okay.
stable now.
We're
Wick,
steady.
okay? I think we're ready
stable.
to go.
I know Destiny had a couple questions for you.
Dan, okay.
And before your internet cuts out again, I want to get to that, right? So, Destiny, go ahead.
Okay, first of all, do we know who Rita is? Does that name ring any bells?
Yep.
Chud Logic server, spicy chatter.
Ooh, spicy cheddar. That's crazy. Just
I
curious.
believe so.
That's not that crazy.
Okay, for the record, if that person was one among many who was laughing at Wix full docs being posted in that Snark server, do you think that would be an indictment of the entire server?
One person saying something's never an indictment of a community. It's going to be the broad swath of behavior engaged there.
That's it. That's all we need.
Wix
Okay.
full
This is-
docs got posted there.
You have
Hold on. Can we get a redacted version of those fucking logs?
Absolutely
Is that
zero
real?
sympathy for any of you guys. It doesn't matter if it's real. Look at
Dude,
how
what the
look at
fuck
how
are you talking about?
crazy.
Are
Look
you
at how
saying
crazy the
if somebody's
excuse you were
docs get
just willing
posted
to roll
in
out.
your
You're
Discord
like-
server and then
you're like,
somebody
well,
else fucking laughs
Was
at it?
my docs
Does that
posted
mean
in that
like
server?
everybody else is in
moderator,
there?
a well-known person, a moderator? Hold on. What do you think
Dude,
I
who
would
the
do?
fuck is the
Wait,
moderator?
If somebody
is
would
the
have posted,
Hold on,
moderator?
they're saying my docs was
full
posted
docs-
there. That's crazy.
If somebody posted a full
Can we
docs
get-
in my
You're saying
Discord,
if.
and one of
That's
my
fucking
mods
crazy.
laughed at it,
Can
was
we
just
see the
laughing
logs
at
of
it.
that? Can we see the
No,
logs
no.
of that? Rita's
Why?
not a mod, by the way. I don't believe.
Wait.
No,
It does-
Rita's
you
not a
could
fucking
just-
mod.
Can't you just say?
Rita's a mod in my server.
I think he's a mod in. He's not a mod
In
in
my
Spicy
server, it
Chat.
was-
Okay,
wasn't a mod
if
there,
any, like,
to my
I don't know,
knowledge.
okay.
Oh, is this in Icy Chat?
What did
Or
Wick?
were you talking about Snarky Chat? Which chat are we talking?
This wouldn't be an IC.
I
We
don't know,
nobody
but
cares
I'm
about
very
Wick in there.
curious.
I mean, you
I'd
want
love
to
to
join
see
IC
the redacted
Wick?
logs
I'll
of
let you
this.
in. You can check for
Dan,
yourself.
since you sent them to Destiny, can you send them to us?
I have no idea what's going on right now.
Can I
what
just
Steven's
say?
talking about.
Can I just say?
Also, just as a
funny
real
as
quick
being-
thing, I'm sorry. QQ apparently was the mod who laughed at it. Rita was just a spicy cheddar laugh
Okay.
at it.
Well,
Those are the two
can I
nice
just
stuff, but
say, look. If you are going after me, like at this point, if you're doing that to me, I don't care about the truth of the matter. I'm going to choose a side that isn't doxing me. I'm going to choose a side that isn't harassing me constantly. I'm going to choose a side that isn't calling me a pedo in every fucking reply that I make on Twitter. Like, why
No,
would
no,
you
hold
fucking
on,
do
wait,
Good
that?
thing
wait,
I've
wait,
never
wait,
done
wait,
any
wait,
of
wait,
those
wait,
wait,
things,
you'd be
or know
biased,
anyone who
yeah?
has.
Can we see
Maybe
the
I'm
fucking
friends
evidence of
with-
this?
person. Wait, you
Can
don't
we
know
see
that
the evidence
every
of
single
this?
person
I
is
don't-
doing that.
I don't
Come
care
on,
at that
you know
point.
it.
You're
I
my
don't know
enemy.
What the fuck you're
Might not be
talking
the
about?
majority.
Can we
of
see
them.
the evidence of this? Because Destiny, presumably
I
you're looking
kinda
at a
don't
log
want
right
him
now
to post
prove
my
that
You
You
out.
know what?
Docs.
Actually, wait. You know
No,
what?
we're talking
No, no,
redacted,
wait,
we're talking
wait.
redacted,
Try
we're
this.
talking
Try, no.
redacted.
Try this. Why don't you ask me a question about what I would do, and I won't ask to see evidence.
Okay.
And you can ask me secret
what would-
questions
okay.
and stuff that I might.
Cool.
Why
I'll ask
don't
you.
ask
I'll
me?
ask you a question. I'll ask you a
Yeah.
question. Would you provide the evidence, please? Because you're making
Why
a
don't you
fucking
guys just
claim. I've
why
seen
don't you guys
20
I
Nigerian
don't-
children get
because
killed on camera in your
And
Destiny.
you know what I would say?
Destiny.
Do you know what I would say? I would say that if somebody killed 20 Nigerian children, I wouldn't want that person in my community. I wouldn't say, well,
20,000 Destiny.
I would need to see the grave site of every single Nigerian child, and then I would have to make sure the Nigerian child didn't do anything bad, and I would have to know that every other friend of this guy, was supporting what he did, and I would like.
You'd at least want some fucking evidence.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So somebody that you've promoted at a time when I was not covering you, by the way, because I just was not interested in the subject.
boy.
I was friends with people who
Someone
did,
that I
right?
promoted. Go ahead.
But someone you promoted, Food Shops, right?
Uh-huh.
Said that I was fair
Wait,
game.
wait, Aiden, why the fuck are we going on to something else?
Okay,
Let's get
I'm
the
sorry,
fucking
guys.
This week
Dicker,
claim
no,
first.
you're right. No, you're right. So I'm so sorry for speaking, Dickers.
Dude,
I'm
stop
really
being such
sorry.
a fucking crybaby. Somebody
Then
just
shut
made a
the
crazy
fuck up,
fucking
can
claim
you're
that
not
somebody got
moderating.
fucking
Who
doxxed,
gave-
and we're not looking at the fucking evidence.
Can you
You're
imagine how
happy to
annoying it would
move
be
on.
if any time you tried to
I'm gonna
get
be
a
for
mod-
real
all of a
with all you
sudden.
guys. Listen, people in the chat, Dickers, Aiden, all of you guys. I'm only going to judge you moving forward based on what you do after today. So if you're chill with JStock and you're still homies with them, I'm going to be like this.
Can I
These
finish
obviously,
my
they
fucking
obviously do
question,
not give a
please?
fuck about what he did and how he reacted, and that those things, all you have to do is say what you're sorry when you're done. So JStock did step by step how to report Destiny, and if you're cool with that, you want to still be
Now we're
homies with a
moving on
guy.
to a totally
That's
fucking
fine.
different thing. I've
Do we
already
have
said
like a
it.
Cool,
moderator
I agree.
in the
That
room?
behavior.
Like, can you, okay.
I'm not
so can I
engaged in
finish
that
the
behavior.
question that I was
I'm
like?
not even
I'm
saying
not
that
engaged in that
behavior
behavior
is
either.
good to
I'm just watching it happen. Right? Same shit.
Okay, nice. And given the fact that Destiny's going on this crazy doxing campaign against all the people in JStalk's community, I'm just gonna say I don't know what these guys are fucking doing, but I don't want to get involved. Is that not fair?
Well, it seems like you're kind of involved. You're in a server dedicated to. Hold on. What are the 2 requirements if you want to join again, Dickers?
Dude, are we harping on the fucking joke again?
Oh, the joke. You think they're
Well, no, hold on.
serious?
Just to be clear here.
No,
if
no,
that
I
was
think
your
they're
stance-
joking,
Wait, no,
Dan.
wait,
You
wait.
think they're
If that
serious.
was your stance, you didn't want to be involved. That's great. But my brother in Christ, why did you decide to join a debate defending a server that you're now saying you don't want any fucking involvement in?
I'm not familiar with any logs where JStalkers coordinate that in the server.
Excuse me, Dickers, why the fuck did you join a debate to defend a Discord server that you're now saying you don't want any involvement with?
I didn't say that at all.
Which part of that was I incorrect about?
That I want nothing to do with this Discord server. I'm fine being a fucking member of a Discord server, even if somebody's done some fucked shit in there. That doesn't morally impugn me at all. Am I supporting it? Am I engaging with it? I'm responsible for
What did
my
you come
conduct.
here? What did you come
are
here for this
responsible
server?
for
What did you come
your
here
conduct.
to defend? What did you come here to defend tonight? Your
The
personal
Candros,
conduct in the
Shmoo,
server?
the claims made so far about the server.
Like, for what it's worth, I don't
The idea
think
that this
Nick
thing called
Nicandros
fucking
is the issue.
doxing
I think
server,
Shmoo is the issue on that. But
that was the fucking proposed topic. What JStalk does in his server, because I might be aware that JStalk has done it in his server, he can fucking feel free to do. But JStalk's responsible for what he does. Do I think there should be fucking organized attacks or like fucking reports in the server? No. It's that simple. I'm not engaged in that conduct. But the conduct of
can
other
you
people in a
defend-
fucking Discord server.
It's not a matter. I don't know why you're.
impugn on
You know, everybody
me.
sees like how obvious it is when you're
Hey,
like.
Wick,
I'm not
I sent
engaged
you
in
a
that conduct,
message.
right?
Let me look.
Have you? Oh,
Say it again.
Okay, so
well,
I'm gonna
see. Hold on, just as a quick thing. I think that they should have to take a stance before Wick comments. But I don't know, Wick. What do you think?
Okay.
Hold on. Give
Destiny,
me.
do you have a Kiwi
hold on,
Farms
I'm-
account?
I think I want to ask.
I think so.
more
Is
I
it
don't.
called Destiny?
Hey, I don't.
I'm looking
Not
at
even an
this.
alt.
I didn't ask you, Dan, but I appreciate you saying that.
Hold on, just
Destiny,
real
do you have a
quick,
Kiwi Farms account?
before I do this, can you ask your question again so I can respond properly? I'm sorry, I was distracted. Everyone decided to DM me at once because of obvious reasons, but can you ask the question again and I can give you an answer?
Who was asking what question?
You were asking me. I want to hear
I
what
think
Wick
Dan
has to
said
say about
something.
this, and I want to know what.
I don't know. If you saw, I'm guessing something was linked to you. If you knew that this was posted at a server, you knew a mod in the server, and a well-known spicy chatter, who, by the way, is banned from Discord server for doxing, was in there as well, at least. I don't know. What do you think about that server?
It's a shitty server. It's a doxing server. It's obviously a doxing server if they're doing that. Yeah.
Is that what was linked to you?
Well, Dan linked me. He wants me to pull this up full screen. Let me see if I can do that.
I don't know what Dan is liking.
Yeah, I don't. Can you give me
Well,
a better
something from
image?
our-
This is
our
blurry
buddy
even just
JStock.
on my thing. This is blurry. Dan, can you send me a better image? Because even just
Send you a better image.
because I'm looking at it's
I'm guessing
blurry.
this is
I
gonna be
can hardly read
Wick's
it.
alleged docs, right?
No, this
What?
isn't that. It doesn't. think so.
Wait, so we haven't even been sent the evidence of that?
Hold on,
And you've
wait,
got
wait,
the logs.
hold on, wait,
Can you
real quick,
find
real
this
quick,
alleged
wait.
docs?
I'm going to show you something, but you can't show it on stream. Okay. Let's assume hypothetically that this might have been in that same server and all the facts that I attested to were true. Kind of fucked, no?
Yeah. No, this is absolutely
A little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Not just a little
You know,
bit.
don't pull up what I deleted. Don't pull up what I
Okay.
showed. I'm gonna
Just
save it for
curious.
later.
Okay. Just curious.
When is later coming, by the way? I'd love to
Oh,
see
you
what
know,
your
hey,
reference are.
I'm
Okay,
glad
no,
you
I
asked that
have
question.
evidence
No,
that
everyone
whatever this was
Wick,
in-
I have to interrupt you. I have to
Can Dan
interrupt you.
answer,
Listen to me.
please? I
Listen,
just would love
yeah.
to be able to ask
Hey,
something to
you
know.
guys don't like this drip drop of the rape that's happening to you, where you're getting raped repeatedly? Then fucking open up your server and do it publicly. Oh, you won't? Is that weird? Because some messages will be deleted? Then fucking suck a dick, and you'll get it when we give it to you. Otherwise, eat shit. That's it. That's all there
Who's
is to it.
complaining about the drip
I'm
drop?
You
Dan,
are
the first
begging.
two
I
things
woke
that
up to
you
fucking multiple messages from JStock the other day crying to release the logs, release what you have. Why don't you do it? Huh? Ooh.
I'm not.
I'm not.
Hold on a second.
I am
Whoa,
not
whoa,
JStock.
hold on. I don't
And
want to
again,
release
this
it.
might be a hard thing for you to be able
Whoa.
to understand, but I'm responsible for the messages that I sent. I'm responsible for the DMs that I sent. I don't have to answer for fucking JStock. I don't give a
Then
fuck
why are you here
about
to
what
answer
JStock
for
said to you or not.
Nicandros and Shamu?
I don't even give a fuck
Because
about
I'm just
Nicandros.
here-
It's
what are
fucking
you talking
Shamu
about?
that's
I'm talking
raped.
about
And then
the
Aiden, you
allegations
talked
that
like
have been
months
made.
ago. I don't know why you're here either. Like, oh, I'm sorry.
Why
Okay,
not?
you did the shit more recently than I did.
I
Where's
don't
Queeman
know.
and Mystical? Why aren't you guys shouting at them to come and defend their server?
Yeah, where is JStock? Why is he not?
Yeah,
joining right It's his shit.
now I have a lot of
Where is the
questions for the
evidence of
people
this
here.
claim about
Now, hold on,
Ooh,
shut up,
you know
shut
what?
up, all of you.
No,
Shut
whoa,
up.
where's
I have
the
a lot of
evidence?
fucking
They
questions
weren't
for
involved.
these
Wick,
people.
They weren't involved in that, Wick. Nah, you don't even know if most of the server saw it. Yeah, nah.
I
don't know.
have some fucking
Given access to a
questions,
super secret
okay?
Discord server that Destiny, Dan, and Benjamin Netanyahu have, and they've posted my full fucking information in there, dude. I can't fucking believe it. These guys are
Oh,
going
That's
here
some
comes the
Oh,
news.
you know, you guys could just open the server.
20
Hey.
videos
Okay,
of murder,
look, I no
Palestinian
longer
children,
care what
and Dan and
look, I
Destiny
no
are
longer
fucking egging
care
it
what
on.
they do to
It's
you.
insane.
Okay? The
Dude.
people who posted that, I no longer care what they do to you. Okay? You get what you get.
Ooh.
Dan,
Yeah,
do
what
you?
you got?
Is it your position that I would be fair game, for example?
No, you left the server.
Fuck Dan. My answer would be yes, 100%.
Okay, no,
because you
fair.
have
I mean,
decided- because you have decided to throw your full weight behind defending a server that you don't even know anything about. Who the fuck are your parents? Why the fuck would you ever do that? How in the fuck could you ever? Well, for people that don't know, the reason why is because he talks about how he got banned from servers a long time ago. He's been trying to crawl his fucking way back into the commentary
No, I
community for a long
haven't.
time.
I actually
So this is
banned
why
the
he
person who owns
desperately
it.
told
You're a
everybody
dish
to come
gal.
together.
Oh,
That's
dish
what's
gal.
actually
Say a bunch
happening.
of things
Well, let's
that aren't-
pretend that I don't know that. Let's pretend I don't know that. The question is, why would you throw your whole reputation
talk
behind
really
a server you
loud
don't
in
know
place
anything
of like
about?
an actual argument? I know how you
Why
do.
are you? No, the argument is why are you defending a server that you don't know anything about? How fucking stupid do you have to
I'm
do
actually,
that?
I'm attacking an argument. I'm saying you guys made a descriptive claim that you did not provide evidence for.
The descriptive claim is they're linking a docs tool and a name
You
to
claim they
doc.
doxed somebody. You claim they doxed somebody, and that's just not doxing. You have to.
Oh
fucking...
wait, so they put the tool in the name and then they didn't go any further with it?
Wait,
did
why
they
are we going
publish
back to
the
old
info? Are you
claims
alleging
instead
they
of
published
providing
the
the fucking
info?
logs of
They
the
don't
claims
have
that
to
have just been
publish it. They
given?
were trying to harass the person. Wait, just a curious question.
How are they trying to harass the person? Is there any
Aiden,
evidence
why
of
the
that?
fuck are
I'm
you
sorry, is there
responding
an
to this,
echo
like,
in
side
here?
tangent
Is there-
Oh,
pivot
no,
you've
I'm
got
sorry,
going on?
guys. I'm sorry,
Yeah, well,
guys.
stop being a
No,
fucking
you're right,
crybaby about
Dickers.
this
No,
shit
you're
as
right.
well.
You're right.
You keep
You're
on
right.
doing
No,
this.
no, you're right.
Why don't we ask for
You're
some
right.
evidence of the claims that have been made so far, Aiden? That'd be pretty good.
I've
Right?
seen evidence of some of the claims at least. I'm not showing that evidence on screen.
Can the people
You guys
who
can
are
wait
supposed
for
to be
Destiny's
answering
manifesto.
for it?
Like if you wanna prove yourself
Dude, there's
innocent,
no
open up the
fucking way
server.
that you've come into a debate to be able to argue these points.
This is the
You're trying
weakest
to throw
excuse
them
ever.
out,
We are
and then
showing
we're
it.
getting the fucking evidence for it later. Can we get
Oh,
it
I'm
for it now when
sorry.
it's been
Is that
discussed?
awkward? That's
Because
you know,
you
you
guys
could
should
prove your
have
innocence.
you should
But
have
it's just
your
an
side
incredibly
of things.
fucking weak point, right? Is anybody in the audience
Careful,
not gonna believe
Dickers.
you?
Wait,
Careful, Dickers,
we
because it's
also-
only
we
a
want-
month.
we just- let's
I'm not
reverse the
even
roles.
making a moral
Reverse the
statement
roles.
right now.
Neither of
I'm
us
making
have-
a totally purely
No.
epistemological statement on
No.
what evidence you're providing. You
No.
give me nothing,
There
and
is
so I'm
no
answering
world.
for nothing.
That's great. Okay, epistemological. I think you meant epistemic. But there's no world where you would have to show a bad behavior
Yeah,
to
I
say
did
if
mean
somebody would
epistemic.
disavow it. That's ridiculous. If somebody said, if your dad killed a pig, do you think that would be morally okay? I wouldn't say, show me evidence of my dad killing a pig before I can give you an opinion on it. Because if you're asking for it, you're trying to sweep. And everybody knows that and everybody sees it. And the worst part is you're trying to
Also,
sweep for
I
a
just
place you're not even
googled
actually
fuck
a
you.
part of.
Epistemological is
give him a
absolutely a
chance to
fucking
talk.
word,
Give him a
retard.
chance to
Okay, fuck
Give him
you.
a chance to talk. No, that was really
But
important.
again,
that was really
have
important.
we got any fucking evidence of this stuff? Or are we
That
just
was like
gonna,
a
try
super
and bitch
important
and moan
interruption, man. Thanks.
that you're not going to post the fucking manifesto until your court case is over, and that's when we're going to get these snarky chat logs. Why even try and fucking argue it if you haven't got any of the fucking evidence?
You're the ones that showed up here to do it, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, that is true. Yeah.
You're the one who said that you wanted the debate. No?
Aiden
I said that we
challenged
want-
Destiny to a
Were you
debate.
forced to accept it? I'm sorry, did Wick show up with a gun? and
Where's
tell you guys
J-Stock?
to-
That's what I want to know. I want
there's been
J-Stock to
claims
be
that
on the
have been
call.
made. There's
Where
been
is he?
claims that have been made already, and evidence that have been provided for those claims. Those are accessible. What
Okay.
are you supposed to ask me to
Well,
answer for
J-Stock's
here?
admitted
You
that he
give
did
me
the mass
literally
reporting
fucking
thing,
nothing.
so it sounds like we don't really need the screenshot of that right now, right? So where's J-Stock? He can join. Let's talk to J-Stock. Have him, Wick, and send an invite out to J-Stock. Have him join.
Can we get Salvo in here? Apparently he wants to join. I think since claims were made about him on stream, I think he's a right to be here. Thoughts, opinions?
Why the fuck? Yeah, and why don't we get Lav in here also? No, it's fucking retarded.
Okay.
Dan. I mean,
So
it's
just
not even
make
like
claims
making
about somebody,
claims
don't let them
either.
address it.
I don't need to do
It's
claims
like-
or addresses. I'm just saying when you Google his name, like the first thing comes up is doxing controversy. Okay.
Sure, I specifically DM'd J-Stock, and I told him I have questions, and I'm
Yeah, let's
Just
get
to be
J-Stock
clear,
in.
Wick, that server. Am I making this up? I thought I heard this. I hear a lot of things. Did Gistigal and Queeman both declare that they were the two largest creators in that server? Did they both say that? I feel like I heard them say that recently. Anybody else?
I don't remember if they said that or not. I can't speak.
Okay,
To
That is
gotcha.
probably the case, yeah.
Okay, so it seems like they would probably be the ones that would be the most concerned about stuff showing up in that server, considering they have the largest. You guys said the reputations to lose, right?
Well, I don't think the people do necessarily. They're responsible for what they do. So if J-Stalk is doing some fucking
He
like
is.
bad stuff, he's
Dickers, are you in
responsible
the
for
server
that.
right now?
If Queeman,
Are you in the server right now, Dickers?
If
Are you in
yes,
the
I
server,
am.
Dickers?
If
Why don't you
Queeman is doing
say?
some fucked
Why don't
stuff,
you
he's
go and do a
responsible for that.
search from
If-
J-Stock
How about you give me the
reporting?
fucking logs down?
Because you
Why
can
do
just
I
do
need
it.
to
Hey,
ask
you don't
anybody
even
else
need me.
for it?
You can just
You're
go
the one
look at it
making the
yourself.
claims
That is
right
the log.
now.
From
Wick,
J-Stock
wait,
You're the one
reporting.
having to
Real
provide
quick,
the
real
fucking
quick.
logs.
Wick,
Because
what
last
did you
time
get-
when you've tried
Wick,
to make
which-
allegations,
which-
I'm, hold on,
Wick,
I'm DMing with
Wick,
J-Stock
Wick,
right now.
Wick,
Hold on, I can't pay attention
And
to
then
any of you.
later on,
I'm
when you
DMing with J-Stock right now, who's responding to me. Okay,
Also,
so
real
give me a
quick,
second.
for Wick, wait, I
Thanks
just
for the
want to
update.
real quick. Wick, are you comfortable saying what were the logs earlier that I showed you? What did you see?
Things that, yeah, it's my docs.
Okay,
We've also, I'm skeptical about. Wait, fuck.
you're skeptical of it.
Hold
wait,
on,
does that mean
Dickers
you
is getting a
wouldn't
DM.
defend it? Oh, he's getting the orders.
Wait, no, my
fucking.
my monitor right here just fucking turned off. That was my bad.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
so
sorry.
Wick,
That's
you
the
previously
Mossad.
claimed that you
My
were
bad.
hacked
Oh my god, this
when
guy's
actually
got
somebody just,
Armageddon
like,
going on
took
with his
the
electronics
inactive
in his house.
domain of you.
Jesus.
Okay.
Um,
So you've previously claimed that you've been hacked when actually somebody's just taken the URL from a website
J-Stock's
that you no
asking
longer
me to make
owned
an
anymore.
allegation.
He's
Well,
what?
I have no allegation for you, J-Stock, because I have questions.
I have an
based
allegation.
on this.
I have an
Wait,
allegation.
who is it?
I have an allegation that under his standards, he should call the RCMP and report himself for transmitting CCM.
Okay.
Right now,
This
he
is
should.
totally
Whoa,
fucking
hold on.
different.
Wait a
Okay.
minute,
So we can
Dickers,
get
you
back to what
fuck. You
I
do the
was saying.
same
You've
thing
just
to other
interrupted
people.
my fucking
You don't
line
want
of
to do it?
argumentation to make this
That's
like
an
a
Oh,
allegation.
no,
you should do
Dickers
that.
hates
You go do
interruptions.
it.
That's true.
Okay, I mean, you got that as an allegation. That's one. Second one is that apparently with JStock, it's okay to do mass reporting on YouTube channels. That's fair game. So you know what? Hey, I'm with you, JStock. I fucking love that. I went after Twitch and all the fucking advertisers there. Fucking right on. But you don't really get to claim superiority anyway, right? So that's good. So JStock is for that, right? Yeah. Let's get it. Those are the two allegations for him to join there, Rick.
Dude, I'm not fucking answering
Yeah,
for
I don't-
J-Stalk.
I
I'm
don't-
answering for what I...
J-
You're his
well,
fucking
I'll just say
homie,
this.
Dickers.
In the
Wait, can I-
screenshots I
so-
was
so-
shown,
out
hold
there.
on, stop. In the screenshots I was shown, I did not see J-Stock's name, but now I have questions. So I can't make a specific allegation, but now
Wait.
I have questions that make
Whose
me
name-
wonder
Whose name
different
did you
types
say?
of involvement.
Let's drill down. If we've got this like secret screenshot that
I'm
nobody
not.
else
I'm not.
likes,
I'm not
though,
giving you
you can't
any
even
information about
redact
these
it. Wait.
screenshots. I'm not going to spread that any further. But I.
You're not
I
giving
want
any of the
J-Stock to
information
come
about
in
the
and
And
answer.
just as a quick thing, obviously, because this isn't a real question. He wants to know who the names are so that he needs to know how hard he has to sweep. That's the reason why. Because otherwise, it'd be really easy to give a blanket statement on stuff like this.
I thought this was Rita before. That's the fucking. That's the question that I've.
You don't even have to sweep for this, Dickers.
Apparently
JStock
this was
admitted that he
was
did
doing
this. He admitted that he did it. Actually, on both things. He
Docs
admitted
Wick.
he.
J-Stalk's admitted that he's Docs Wick.
Oh, sorry, not on the doxing of Wick.
Yeah,
Only
I
on the
don't-
transmitting. of
Instead
CCM.
of
that's
you,
what I'm asking.
instead of you
Transmitting
shadow
CCM
debating
and then mass
J-Stock, can
reporting.
I
Those two
Steven a
things.
question? Can I
Well, you guys are his
elaborate?
homies. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I'm his homie down. My question, Steven, earlier you just said, and I wanted to address that someone like me would be fair game. Because I heard your argument, I thought it was shit, and decided to, in the marketplace of ideas, refute it. You believe that people who
That's
do
not what I
this,
said, to be clear.
No, I'm saying that's what I did. You said I was fair game for defending
That's
this
not
argument.
what you did, to be clear. We can go back and watch your video, but my understanding was you threw your whole weight behind telling the entire commentary community that they needed to come together to defend the server against our arguments. Is that not more or less what you said?
No, to
Did you want to
defend.
put your...
What I said was no. You're basically right. You're basically right.
So you're staking your reputation on this server. So then your reputation.
No,
is
not on the
server.
Not on the
That's fine.
server. I mobilized them to refute law.
No, shut
Why?
the fuck up.
I didn't say you can rewatch the clip.
I want to mobilize the whole commentary community to refute 2 statements. What a stupid fucking thing to say.
No, not 2 statements. Your entire argument. You're justifying people as fair game over a claim.
My
that when you
entire
have the
argument
opportunity to
is a
substantiate
doxing
it.
server.
I don't think you provided any evidence for it.
Have we substantiated the doxing server part? Yes or no?
Nope.
What do you think, Wick?
Whatever server that happened in, it's substantiated.
It's the first doxing server where nobody was doxed. Doxing requires the malicious
I'm going to tell you what I don't know the server that they sent, but whatever it was, that's a doxing server. I stake my reputation on it.
It's just a non
I am
sequitur.
telling you, you can believe
because
me or
you
not,
guys want.
but I'm
here's the
staking
problem.
my
I'm going to tell you
reputation
the issue.
for
All right,
honesty
wait.
and
Can you,
integrity on this
actually
statement.
argue for the
Whatever
shit you guys are
screenshots I
saying?
was
Or
just
like
shown, wherever that's from, that's a doxing server.
I'm going to tell you the issue right now
Wait,
is that you guys want the
dox
proof.
Information never been posted in your server, Wick? Never once, never ever? I asked,
Can you ask
Destiny?
again?
Has any dox information ever been posted in your Discord server?
Not that I'm aware of, and if I was been made aware of it, I would have deleted it and banned the person who did it.
Can I preempt that? So Diggers is about to argue, well, if it was only posted in that server, it doesn't count as a dox because it's only 100
No, that's not what I said.
I
I mean, that's exactly the argument that I got against with Aiden when I debated on this stuff at like the start of January. So no. Has anybody ever posted dox information in your Discord server, Destiny?
Where is JStock?
No?
Okay, stop cutting in, Dan.
I just don't. Where's
If they're
JStock?
banned for it, if they posted their
Okay,
ban for
why
it.
don't you DM JStalk if you want him in here? Don't cut across. Wait, Destiny, go on.
If they posted their ban for it, no?
Okay, nice. I think that should also be the standard. Is the doc still there? I still haven't seen any fucking evidence of this stuff. If people are, I will say this, okay? If people are openly
Excuse me,
posting
how did that relate
dox
to what we
information
just
about
said?
other people, huh?
How did that just relate to what we just said? My server is like
That's the
50,000.
standard.
My
That
server
is the
my
standard.
server,
Destiny.
my server
That
was.
is the standard.
I know when
If
you're
people
done
do
filibustering.
doxing and then they're
Go ahead,
fucking
keep
moderated
filibustering.
against it, I think
No.
that is totally fine. I'm responding
That's not
exactly
totally
to what
fine.
you just said.
You
If
created.
there is dox information that's being posted there and left there
He's
and not
scalping.
moderated,
Yeah, I know he is. Yes, you want to use the
That
big
would be bad.
the big philosophy terms, okay? You established a difference in kind, an ontologically different server because it only had 100 members or less who were vetted. My server has 50,000
I didn't say
fucking
that.
members. My
wait, hold
server.
on. There's an epistemological difference there, Destiny. Aiden's
wait.
talked about the vetting of users.
Elaborated what I meant
so
by.
wait, hold on. Let me just clarify then. So you think the vetting is either non-existent or irrelevant, and that it's not basically a private server?
I didn't make any comments about that.
Then why would you defend the posting of a doxing tool on the server?
Wait,
OSINT lol
defending
archiver.
the
Why would you
posting of
defend?
a doxing tool?
Okay, sorry. Let me back up
That's
again.
a discrete instance.
do you
That's not.
think that-
That's not a defense of the
Okay, just
server
real quick.
in
Everyone
general.
Let me
DMing
ask
me
real
right
quick.
now to prove it. I'm not sending you these screenshots.
Let me just ask real quick. Do you think
Can
that
I
it was
redact the
defensible
PII?
to post that tool in that server?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Wick, can you tell us who posted it?
No, Wick. Give them fucking nothing because they're desperate because they want to
Yeah,
get
just
ahead.
After I'm
believe
done,
it,
hold on. I'm
believe
going to
it,
tell you what I'm
please,
going to do.
please,
After this
believe
stream, I'm
it.
going
No,
to turn off the stream.
you know,
I'm
you
gonna
get- you know what,
exactly.
calm down.
Accept
We're
Accept
gonna
our-
wait until
accept
it's
our
finished, okay?
arguments that we are unwilling to provide the evidence for, and if you don't,
They did
you're fair
provide
game.
evidence
What does
to
fair
me.
game mean,
Hey,
Steven? What does fair
Aiden.
game mean?
Aiden,
What does fair game
you gave
mean?
the evidence to Wick, and you're going to see it all when it comes on the manifesto. That's where it's at.
Yeah, but
you want to
because
see
I'm
the
not
evidence.
Okay.
yes,
Hey,
but
then
I'm
watch your-
fair. But I'm fair game because I'm not accepting
No,
your argument at face
I
value.
don't think you are. I disagree with Destiny. I don't think you are. No, I don't think you are. I don't think your audience is. I think anyone that's in this server probably is. JStock 100%
Based on
absolutely
evidence
is.
that you're not given. So
Stickers,
I'll
I'm on the
ask a question,
fence on
think
you.
that
I'm on the
fair
fence
game.
about you a little bit because you're in there and you know what's going on.
why?
So you're a little full of shit.
Well, why am I asking for the evidence then, JStalk?
I don't know.
Why am I
How about you
asking for the
open
evidence then,
fucking
Dan?
Discord and type a fucking search message, you dumb retard?
Okay,
Okay.
come on.
How about
What
you do
do I
that?
need to
How
be
about you
able
type
to- what do I need to
JStock
search in?
report?
I'm there right now. Wait, no. We're
Okay.
talking about the
And you can
doxing
see all the
way.
old messages?
No, I can't see the old messages.
Okay. Well, that seems like that would be a little bit of a fucking problem,
Can
wouldn't it?
Steven answer my
Well,
question,
yet again,
please?
Dan, hold on.
Can Steven
What I'm
answer my
asking for
question?
is
Can you answer my
why
question, please? Can you answer my question?
Wait, Jesus Christ.
What do you mean by
Aiden,
fair
Aiden's not
game?
talking right.
What do you mean by fair game?
Okay.
I don't. Well, I would say that
If
no
you're
one should fuck
defending
with
the
you at all. I
behavior,
don't think
that-
you're
if you're defending
Destiny.
the behavior, if you're defending the behavior of a Discord server and you're defending everything that people do in that server,
I didn't ask
then
why. I asked what it meant.
I told you, it's whatever behavior that you're defending. It should be the same for both sides. I think we should have consistent standards.
So I'm fair game for what exactly? Can you just like not be a pussy and fucking say it?
I'll answer the question. If you tell me, you 100% have to tell me who is DMing you right now for me to set myself up to get reported on YouTube. If you tell me
Nobody,
that, I'll tell you.
nobody's literally
You lying
nobody's fucking.
motherfucker. Aiden, you're the most obvious motherfucker in the world. Why are you
Just say
pretending
just
otherwise,
say I'm
motherfucker?
lying. An unfalsifiable claim.
Aiden,
How am I
I
supposed
know
to
who's DMing
disprove
you.
that?
Aiden, I know who's DMing you. Stop
I'm not even
lying.
looking
You're
at
horrible
DM.
it. Aiden, stop.
What? How am I supposed to disprove that? That's an unfalsifiable claim. I'm literally not DMing anyone right now. Have you seen people get like I'm not? My hands haven't been moved. Like I'm not
If you're
typing.
going to defend that server, people should be able to make fun of your haircut as much as they want.
Okay, come on, that's uncalled for.
Well,
But-
they can say that you look like Brittany Simon. That is fair. Okay.
Also uncalled for. Also uncalled for. But I think
Sorry. Aiden,
But,
look,
yeah, okay,
I disagree with Destiny, and that's fine. We can have different points on it. My only issue will be is if that you think that server moving forward is acceptable and the stuff that's happening in there is okay. Now, if I see you like being chummy with JStock and being friends with him, then I think that there's an issue there because basically you're being friends with a guy that you know. Right, he's admitted that he's done mass calls to deplatform someone, given instructions step by step. This is how you report this person, right? So I would have an issue if you're going to do that after that point. But if you're not hanging out with JStock, if you're not being chummy with it, any of that stuff, then no, you're cool with me at that point. I have no issue whatsoever. Same thing with you, Dickers, right? My issue is with people who act like they're better than other people, and then they're not better than other people, like JStock, the type of person that will send CCM on 4K. He actually has in 4K done that. That's JStock, okay? On top of that, in 4K, he's done mass reporting. Okay, so if you're going to stay homies with him, that's going to be an issue. Okay, that's going to be an issue for me. But if you're not, then you're good with me. Okay, and I think I can't speak for Destiny, but that's the main issue I have. I don't give a fuck about people
we just
snarking
gonna,
people.
like,
I give
ignore-
a fuck
are
about
we
people
gonna
saying
ignore
that they're
this-
better
are we
than
gonna
me.
ignore-
Somebody
are we
gets to
gonna
address
ignore-
that
are we
too.
gonna
And then not
ignore-
being better than
with
me.
me
Are
or
we going to
something.
ignore that
Hold
Destiny
on.
said that whatever he meant by fair game is so? Oh, not performative phase. What Destiny said when he meant by fair game is so bad it can't even be said on YouTube. Are we not just going to ignore that fact?
I just say people make fun of your haircut.
You initially said that it was that you wanted to violate TOS if you were to respond answering what you meant by fair game.
I said I was going to violate TOS.
No, you said I was trying to get you to violate TOS by asking what you meant by fair game, meaning that your elaboration on what you meant by fair game would be something that is against YouTube's terms of service.
Okay,
What could
I'll
that
elaborate
possibly be?
further. Sure. Okay, I'll elaborate further. I know that there are community guidelines. I think that's with bullying, and I don't know if the haircut comment would go too far when it comes to making fun of people
You already
with
made
haircuts,
that
so
once. That
I'm
doesn't
not
really
entirely
work.
sure.
You
I
already
just want to say
said
that's
that.
that's what I said. I didn't want to say it, but there you go. Okay.
Well, it's good. You
I'm
could don't
sorry
think
if
that's
it's a bully.
TOS because you said
I'm
it.
sorry it's a bully. I'm sorry it's a bully.
One joke. Literally one joke.
All right, look, I'm sorry. I have to put this shit back on thing. I don't think spicy chat's the issue. I hate to fucking say it. Spicy chat's not the issue. I don't think your chat's the issue. I don't think these other people's chat's the issue. Are there people that are crossed in there? Yes, obviously. But that's probably the case for Destiny. That's probably the case for other people. That's not the issue. The issue is this specific server and people in there that have done insane shit. Now, as I said, I think you guys know of specific instances of crazy shit happening. And I think if you continue to be a member, like as of today, and continue to sweep for someone like JStock that now has screenshots of him where he's in 4K sending CCM, like that's a statutory crime. Like he can't get out of that. That's not receiving and then going to the cops. That's statutory.
Do you hold that same standard for people who are in Destiny's Discord?
Are we litigating Destiny stuff, which has been the last year, or are we talking about the
You're
Snark
talking
Discord
about-
right now?
you're talking about
No.
the
I
principles.
know that
If
you
it
want to try
becomes
and bring
fair
this back
game,
to something
let
that's
me
been
finish my
litigated for a
fucking
year,
sentence.
Dickers.
Hold on. 'Cause
No,
you're talking about people
Dickers,
who
that's
are
not
fair
happening.
game
No,
over this
Dickers,
shit.
I'm not doing
And no,
this.
I'm asking
Dickers,
you on
I
the
am
equivalent
not
on the
doing
other
this.
side.
You
Is
want to
Darius-
bring
I
this
don't know,
back
wait,
to
I don't know
something.
I don't know what Dan
No,
is. I don't know. I would say
we're not
yes.
going to.
I
We're
would
not
say yeah.
litigating
I would
something
say
over
yeah.
here.
Go ahead, yeah. Yes, I would say yes to whatever the fuck Digger said. Sure, yeah. It's the same thing over here. Yeah, go for it. What the fuck? RCMP, call them all. Round them all
I mean,
up.
because you
Fuck
guys,
it, yeah.
you have no answer.
Okay, but I'm
Well,
not-
they have
I'm
no
not-
answer,
I'm
so
not
all you can
engaging
do is say, "But
bad
Destiny, but
behavior.
Destiny, but Destiny."
So how?
Okay.
am
Well, you're
I
homies with a guy.
I'm
You're
not even
homies with a guy
morally
that sends
defending other
CSAM.
people. Dan, I don't think
You
that
homies
you're
with a
morally
guy?
culpable
I've
for
never.
any of. Let me fucking finish, dude. It's so obvious what you're
Okay,
trying
go
to
ahead.
do.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't think
I'm
that
sorry,
you're
Dickles.
culpable for any. I don't think that you're culpable for Destiny's actions. I think Destiny is culpable for Destiny's actions. I think you're culpable for your own. Completely consistent standard on both sides.
Okay,
So
so
you're
then
cool
wh-
hanging
then
out with a
why
guy
does
that
it
sends
matter?
CSAM.
Or
Are
even
you okay? Are you cool with a guy hanging out with a guy who sends?
I don't know anyone who's done that. I don't know anyone who's done that. JStock, when he did that, he knew he did that, and he did that. So we're a little different in that way. You're with a dude who's admitted to it.
Listen,
in 4K.
that's an issue you're gonna have to bring up with JStalk. I don't believe that's true right now.
No, that's an issue for you because you're homies with that guy. That's your man. The thing where there's like, they got your mans. They got your man. Dickers, they got your man sending that shit. So they got your man sticker. That's the guy you hanging out with, Dickers. That's you. That's your man. They got your man in 4K.
Dickers, have you even ever called into JStalk? I mean, you have.
I've called in JStalk before, yeah.
Have you guys ever all tweeted? Wait. Have you guys ever all tweeted together?
Tweeted together?
Tweeted together.
What does
like
that
holding
mean?
hands and tweeting.
Say what?
The trip was fucking crazy, but I don't think we ever did that.
No, you guys never identified a common cause, and you were like, all of us should fucking tweet about this thing to push this thing. You guys have never done that.
Well,
before?
no, I've called for it on stream. You've said that.
That's not what I'm asking, and I'm not talking to you, motherfucker. I'm talking to Dickers.
Okay, maybe just say the name.
Be nice. Come on. Brittany Simon does not deserve that. I'm sorry. That's a joke too. I'm sorry.
Steven's having some communication trouble.
We got to be cordial.
You were saying that the guy was fair game earlier. Don't try and pretend you're being nice.
No, I said he wasn't. Actually, hold on.
No, Dan. To be fair to Dan, he said I was not.
Okay, it's just me.
No, I said you weren't either.
Wait,
unless you're going to be a supporter of JStock.
Okay,
no, as long as after today you're not a supporter of CSAM and JStock, then absolutely not. No, you're definitely not. 100%.
Supporter of CSAM and JStalk. Okay.
Well, the two go hand in hand in my mind.
Somebody else is fair game or warrants some kind of malicious action.
I think you probably, if they're out there directly sending it in 4K, I think that's a pretty explicit shit, right?
Whatever argument you've got with JStalk, you've got with JStalk. I'll choose whether I'm associated with
people
but I don't become culpable for what
whoever
he's done.
Supports him.
It's a totally fucking insane thing.
If you're telling me that you're not supporting him, then
are you still cool with Darius? Is Darius still in Destiny's Discord?
Darius pays me 30% of his income every month.
Yeah, okay, nice. So didn't Darius fucking live stream himself, go into what he thought was Royal Kittenhouse's home to be able to fucking harass him IRL?
Wait,
I'll be right
did he
back.
go?
I've heard of that. I heard that happened.
Are you sure that he didn't just go to a neighbor's house and he knew that wasn't Ryle's home and it was a fucking meme?
The way that he presented it, he went to Royal Kittenhouse's home.
When you say the way that he presented it, do you mean that you're just
got the fail docs?
Can I get one honest answer from you? Who sent you that right now? Was it Queeman or was it Justical?
Hands up. I'm on blog TV with my hands up. Nobody sent me that. I'm thinking about associates that you have that have done bad behavior that you're still fine engaging with to prove the statement that you are responsible for your behavior. And you wouldn't be
the problem is that Ryle Kittenhouse
I have no problem
who's done bad behavior.
I have no problem defending any, Darius does some crazy shit with his personal life. Anything related to me, I have no problem defending Darius on. If you're talking about him faking going to Ryle's house, he knows that was not Ryle's house in his fucking neighborhood or whatever. But doing that shit on stream or whatever, I have no problem defending that. Especially considering the fact that Ryle and the rest of Disco server were engaged in a mass targeted harassment campaign at that time of me and anybody around me. I have no problem defending Darius's behavior on that. Sure.
Okay, and defending that as reaction, that doesn't make you fair game in your opinion. Doesn't make that moral. If that did happen,
Hold on, wait. Are you asking me if I think that I'm fair game for what? For me being swatted every month that's already happened? For me being doxxed every week that's already happened? For you guys posting according
to
prescriptively? It doesn't matter.
Prescriptively.
We're way
no, it does matter because that's the question that I'm asking.
It doesn't matter because you guys have no morals or rules.
Dude. Okay.
Why are you laughing now? Really?
It's just a fucking ridiculous claim.
It's not ridiculous.
Fucking excessive.
It's not. Hey, Wick, how do you feel about the fact that Dickers defends the server, says he didn't see anything personally, and he's still cool with all those people? By the way, Wick, I don't give a fuck what you say right now.
I haven't seen any of the fucking evidence of the Wick stuff.
So to hang out with all those people and be friends with all those people, be chummy with all those people, to do mass tweet campaigns with all those people. Wick, just curious, what did you? Or, I'm sorry, not Wick. Dickers, just curious, where'd you get the video from when you and 6 other people from that server all tweeted at the same time, trying to blame Unfuck America for Charlie Kirk getting fucking assassinated? I noticed that some of the videos you guys were tweeting all came from the same place. Did you just happen to do that randomly?
I didn't try and blame Unfuck America for Charlie Kirk's death.
Hey, be careful with this one, Dickers.
That was just a random thing. You didn't try to claim with a whole bunch of other people using the exact same video that when Z came on that she was just complaining that her career was ruined when everybody was looking to try to blame somebody.
Be careful with how you answer on this one, Dickers. They might just ruin your life.
That was an embarrassing moment. The idea that they
be careful because it looked ridiculous to lie blatantly.
You see the self-soothing?
Aiden.
You see the self-soothing? I'm asking you, was that a coordinated tweet with you, Queeman, with Justical, with Kilo?
I saw
Oh,
the
and
clip
with, and with
I don't know
the
where
sick,
it came from.
with the sick Unchained. Oh, so you guys just all randomly were tweeting about this stuff at the exact same time, just random, no,
Presumably, we saw the clip in the same spot.
and there was no communication between you guys about any of it.
Was there a coordinated action that you have to post this, or did people independently decide?
You know
"Oh,
when you
this is
do this
crazy
like
news,
roundabout
this is
shit,
wrong."
yeah, you might as
Yeah.
well just say
Fucking
it.
talk about
It looks so much better if
You're
you just say,
asking
"Yeah,
about
fuck
shit
it, we
that
did it."
happened, like,
Just
what,
say, "Fuck it, we
7
did that
months
shit."
ago?
Yeah, we did that shit. Say,
So-
"Fuck yeah, we did that shit." Instead, you're
Okay,
like,
so
"Well,
just-
maybe." I mean, depends on the definition of coordinated. I mean,
Yeah.
do you mean multiple people
I'm
together
not
in a
even-
Discord
I'm
that
not
saw
even
the same thing at the
disagreeing
same
the fucking
time?
tweets
Because I mean, that
happened.
could be
I'm
how many
disagreeing
people?
with it.
Fucking,
Do we have
is there
anything-
12 and a dozen or
do
13? I
do
mean,
we have
The
anything beyond
framing.
unfalsifiable implications of coordination? Do you have like anything material to present?
It was brought up earlier that we're talking about all these tenuous links to Kiwi Farms and nobody can prove anything and blah 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 blah. I'm just curious, and it really doesn't prove anything. But wait, can you play this? Can you tell me whose name keeps coming up on the side here for a guy that has absolutely no relation to Kiwi Farms, no relation to my Kiwi Farms thread, no relation to the people that are doxing and
Do you
swatting
want me
me?
to play it on stream?
Yeah, play it and just read that
Okay,
side
give me a
chat.
second.
What name is there a name code here that you recognize? I'm just curious.
Give me a second. I'll
Yeah, you
pull
can
up
stream it on in the Discord. Just curious.
I'm doing.
Because remember, what did we say? The only reason I hate Queeben is because I invent that. What was it earlier? You said playing footsies with Kiwi Farms, and I'm just like making this all up. It's just a hallucination for me, right?
Can I mute the site?
Up on the side here for a guy that is absolutely
Wrong one.
I know, like 2025 is bringing
there's his name that
insane
keeps coming up on the
things.
side.
where
I'm just curious. When this
the
is like
biggest
Blav
leftist
forever
political
wins.
streamer
Blav one.
Is
We
like
love
fucking
Blav.
like Kiwi
When they say that
Farms,
over and over,
like,
Blav one.
Bud
Who is that?
gun.
Who's that Blav person? Do you have any idea who that is?
obsessive. It's what are you doing, man?
Blav. Who's Blav? I don't know. I don't know who Blav is.
Oh, unfortunate. Any of you guys know who Blav is? Dickers or
Blab's the guy in a Kiwi Farms thread that you complain about quite frequently, right?
interesting?
You like
Why
give him
do the
shout
people-
outs on
Why do
stream
the
and
people
stuff.
on why do the people in Queeman's chat seem to know so much about this guy? Isn't that kind of
Dude,
weird?
and now you're
It's
trying to
not
talk
people,
about
it's just
Queeman's
Spud
chat.
You got me. You're right. What am I thinking?
Are we done with this?
Yeah. If you want to ask Queeman about Queeman stuff, get Queeman in there. If
We
you want
can't.
to ask
Just
Jason
invite
about
him.
Jason
Just
stuff,
keep,
He's too
just
afraid
keep
to
talk.
sarcastically
He's
implying
smarter
shit
than
and never
you.
provide evidence for it.
He's
That's
smarter
what
than
we're
you, so he's not in here chatting right now. The last time
Where
he
is
spoke to me,
Jason?
he couldn't
Conversation
help
with you
himself. He
today.
was screeching slurs at me because he was so fucking gaped on stream, which I thought was funny.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
Well,
Didn't you almost like call someone a sand N-word like today? Or yesterday, sorry, yesterday.
Wow.
wait,
No, it's a
who was that-
question. It's a
Destiny.
legitimate question.
Who was that?
Destiny,
Who was that- wait,
famous
wait, wait, who was that-
non-slur sayer.
wait, wait,
You got him.
Shut
No,
the
it's just
fuck
a
up. Wait,
question.
yeah, wait.
He's the
who
one
was I?
complaining
Who was
about
I
it.
referring to? First of all, I don't complain about slurs ever. Nice try. Who was I referring to there?
You were with
I'm pretty
Queeman.
sure one of Pixie's lawyers, right?
Wait. I was with. I complained about Queeman using. I complained about Queeman screaming slurs at me one-on-one in a chat because it's funny that he's screaming slurs at me.
Yeah. I was-
Not about just saying slurs in general.
Yeah, okay, there we are. So you're complaining about it.
Okay,
I'm
so
the
it's like a
N-word guy.
tone thing.
So-
Are you
so-
sensitive
wait, no,
to
no.
like shouting?
Aiden,
It was the volume.
you are so gaped. Okay, the whole commentary community is gonna be able to crawl their dicks right up
Do you
your
have a
ass.
butt
Okay,
plug
right up
in
this,
like
okay?
right now?
Right
Like a
after
butt
this.
plug in at the
Do
moment?
you think
Can we
about
get an honest
anal sex?
answer? What can you make him
Do you-
answer this?
Do you think about anal sex with guys often?
come on. Okay,
I-
okay,
no,
okay,
no,
okay.
no,
Now,
no,
after you asked that question, you
No,
put that
not
right in your
but it's
mouth
just
right
hard to
afterwards.
achieve.
Yeah,
My
you're
eyes
pretending
are
it was me.
unfortunately
That's
fucking
cute.
I do
cursed.
not-
Most
I do
horrific
not care
tape
about
I've ever
this
seen.
portion.
Hey, Mr. Twink. When I said sand, whatever, what I was going to say, I probably shouldn't have said it. I was going to say sandy vagina because I was referring to somebody that was involved in all this bullshit. Do you think I was going to call Pixie a sand N-word? How would that even make sense?
Were you gonna say you were gonna say Sandy vagina? I thought it was one of Pixie's lawyers.
It would be the same application.
Well,
Do you think I
what
would
is
call
the
her lawyer?
ethnicity
I'm
of
sorry,
Pixie's
do you think I
lawyer?
call her? Do you think I call her
Pixie
said
is
lawyer
not a
sand
sand
N-word?
N-word. Is she?
Well, what is the ethnicity of Pixie's lawyer? Is that like are they
They're-
white?
Yes.
They are white.
Yes.
What kind of white?
Glad
Is it
we
a Salt Lake white?
established that.
Nice try,
fact.
though. Wait. Also, just curious, Aiden, who messaged you that one?
My hands aren't. Do I need to wear a
You understand they're
blindfold?
hanging you out to dry here when they're giving you these talking points in the middle of it. You don't even know where they
Nobody's
come
I don't
from,
have
right?
anything fucking. I don't.
Oh
okay,
my
how?
God.
Destiny. How am I supposed to disprove that insinuation? You
You
just
can't.
make unfalsifiable claims.
True, that's
and you
me.
know that there is no possible way
Uh-huh.
I can disprove it, and people are just gonna run with it anyways. My hands haven't moved. I'm not typing, so I don't know. Like, maybe I'm like
Just as a quick
telepathically
thing for people that
communicating with
don't know,
someone.
Blab is the person who has doxed almost every single person that has been on my stream, including like relationship partners and everything else. That's who Queeman's chat was all saying, Blab 1, Blab 1, Blab 1, and who Queeman sucks off on a daily basis, or back then he did. So that was the relationship.
Is it not possible they were being like edgy and fucking ironic? Like,
no, Aiden, that is the coordination. That's them secretly signaling to Kiwi Farms that they did a good job.
Well, wait, hold on. Just curious. That's kind of a crazy stretch by me, right? What if I found a post on Kiwi Farms where they're also praising Queeman? Would that also just be me?
What?
The narrative that you stirred up about that stuff?
Okay, no, unironically, I didn't know that. I didn't know. You've just
You
changed
realize
my
you've
position
lost on
completely.
every
You've
single
just changed
point
my
you brought up,
position
right?
completely.
Every single thing you try to bring up, you're
Denouncing
completely
Queeman.
gaped on.
Denouncing
You're
Queeman
immediately
right now.
gaped on.
Someone in Kiwi Farms likes him. No, the coordination is real, guys. It's just like
immediately gaped on.
Is this not how Kiwi Farms ordinarily operates? They take a look at some online figure that they hate, and then they took a look at content creators that are going to talk about them in negative light and boost those people up and support them, gas them up. Is that not how it always fucking happens? When you were going at the fucking lefty people, did you not appear on their fucking Kiwi Farms threads?
I don't know. I don't stalk other people's Kiwi Farms threads, do I?
If you had to guess, did you make an appearance on like Kiwi Farms threads when you were talking shit about them and doing big drama content?
I don't even know who else has. Oh, I guess Hassan doesn't know. I might show up on there, but you know what doesn't happen? I don't read their threads down on stream like Hassan does for mine, and I don't amplify their attacks while knowing what they are.
Wait,
like Hassan
why
does
are we
with
talking
you
about
guys.
Hassan? Okay, Hassan was just an example. Have
You
I
said
read
lefty
through your Kiwi
figures.
Farms
Hold on,
thread
you
on
just
stream?
said lefty figures. You just said lefty figures. I might be right.
And now you're talking about the discrete actions of Hassan as if I'm defending Hassan. What I'm saying is,
I'm defending myself.
You will
I
have
don't
people on Kiwi
coordinate.
Farms understandably saying, "We love Queeman," because he's one of the people going against you online, making drama content, talking about you.
But people in my
That's
chat
the natural flow of
it's
events.
not natural. People in my chat are not loving individual Kiwi Farms posters.
Well, most creators that are being A-logged by Kiwi Farms don't shout out a specific Kiwi Farms user, do they?
Most creators that
It's
are being
abnormal
A-logged by
behavior.
Kiwi Farms aren't being actively fucked with by the Kiwi Farms posters, and their things aren't usually being amplified in adjacent Discord spaces like they are in Gisticle space or Queeman space that I've just demonstrated.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, amplification.
demonstrators
That is
that
actually
chat-
abnormal. That would it be a particular Kiwi Farms user that would become fixated on? That is abnormal behavior. Can you think of another example where that's happened? Like repeatedly,
I don't
over
know an
months.
example.
You've got
I
a
don't
creator
know.
who's being
I don't-
A-logged by Kiwi
Keep
Farms.
filibustering.
Nope,
and then
can't.
shouts
No,
out a particular
no,
user.
can't.
Keep
Nope,
filibustering.
don't know.
Wait, don't know what?
I can't think of an example.
No, wait. My question is there another, can you point to another lolcow, another person being stalked by Kiwi Farms whose thread is like personally invested with trying to play as active a role in that person's life as possible? Can you name a single other cow or a single other thread where that happens?
You've got one of the most fucking active Kiwi Farms threads on the fucking website, so I couldn't.
That sounded suspiciously like a no to me. So can you think of a single example even of people like actively fucking with people in the thread?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Cyrax. You got a bunch of
what were
fucking
they doing?
lolcows
What were
where
they
people
doing?
touch the poo.
What were they doing with Cyrax?
They were trying to call him, get him in Discord calls to convince him that they've signed a record deal with him.
Okay.
There's no
And then,
online.
let me
People
ask you a
repeatedly
question.
try and
Sure.
reach out
And
to
that's an
them to
example
be
you've
able to
given
like
me,
make their friends.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Yep, that's an example you've given. I'll look it up. Now I'm curious. If I look this up and I look at that thread and I find an example of that, are there going to be a whole bunch of people there who are like, this is epic, let's go? Or is it going to be a bunch of people saying, stop touching the poo, don't fuck with these people, you're going to get banned from the thread if you do this?
People posting on Kiwi Farms that they've swatted you and then getting a bunch of celebration. I'm not here to defend your fucking Kiwi Farms.
Why
thread.
didn't he?
But
Well,
I'm just
you know,
saying
I
you
can
have
be
to-
I can be very clear on something.
Wait. Where was he answering my question? I don't know what the fuck you just said. That was totally non-responsive. I'm asking you, if I go to that Cyrex bit, because that was the first example you gave me, and if I go and I find the responders there, are they going to say, don't touch the poo, stop fucking with this guy, like you guys are going to get banned, or are they all like celebrating it and they're having fun with it?
I'm not gonna lie, Kiwi Farms is probably gonna be a fucking mix. Now, on your thread, are you saying there's people?
No, hey,
going
I want to
on
be
there
clear.
saying that they're
I don't know
getting
a
swatted?
single person,
Hold on,
Dickers.
hold on.
I don't
Okay,
know
go
a
on.
single person that's ever posted in the Hassan thread. I haven't, and I don't know one person that's ever done it. Not one.
I don't
Hand
know
to
any of the
God
people
on my
invested
fucking
in the
family.
It's more
Not
likable.
one.
It
I
has
bet you
more
guys
upload.
personally have the accounts on there, and that's the fucked
You're
up part.
insane. You're totally fucking insane.
What? How am I wrong?
I don't
How am
speak
I
to
wrong on
any
that?
of the people in Destiny's fucking thread. You can guess that all you want, but you sound psychotic.
Okay.
Can you think of anything, just final question, this is the only thing I would ever, if I could bring up something. Can you think of any other example of somebody having their Discord openly kind of like memeing with, celebrating, encouraging a person like Sabosexual, reaching out to a CSAM victim and encouraging them to, or not encouraging them, harassing them to join a court case that they have no desire to be a part of.
I can think of people.
I'm not here to
joke-
defend JStalk's conduct or JStalk's server.
Would you agree that that behavior is unhinged?
Yeah, sure.
Would you
Yeah.
agree that the people
I
in the
think the
server
kind of
that
harassment that you've described, I could say that gets stuff that gets too far. I think from what I've heard initially, they're trying to reach out to be able to help them get their porn as a kid taken down, and then it morphs into something else. But I'm not sure about the specifics.
Yeah, so no. So would you say that the people in that server that were chatting alongside Saba, the fact that he wasn't banned for that behavior, the fact that Gisticle and other people were saying, it looks like he's the good guy here, isn't that kind of an indictment on their character?
It depends what they saw at the time.
If
Again,
they saw that
as
Saba
so
was
frequently
harassing
with
this
this
girl,
debate, you'd have
that
to show
Saba-
the evidence of this stuff.
If Saba admitted that he was emailing, what if I show you a picture of this guy emailing a friend, both of her parents, and I think
What
a
if you
sibling?
did? Maybe you could even. Maybe you could like send the evidence. I don't know. That'd be like really cool.
Yeah.
It's just like always. What if I sent you evidence that proves my claim? Why don't you just like fucking do it? You're expecting us to
I mean,
accept
normally we give it
before
to
you've done
a impartial third party so that you guys can't get ahead of it, so that when this manifesto drops, you get anally fucking raped. That's why. I don't want you being able to like run ahead of it.
I had suspicions, and I had no idea.
Run
whether or
ahead
not
of
this
it.
manifesto
Why
was
not
gonna be
get?
good
Why
or
not
Yes,
not.
hand
yes.
it over
If
right
this
now?
is
It's
the
Hey,
time-
why don't you
if
open
what
up
I've
the
seen,
server
stop,
if you're
stop,
so
please shut up.
concerned?
right now.
If what I've seen
This
is
is-
indicative of the information that you have, yeah, anyone targeted by this manifesto, if this is the level of evidence that they're going to present, yeah, you start getting your affairs in order. Okay, just warning you now.
I'm
That's
terrified.
that one
I'm
goes out
gonna
to you,
fucking
JStock, the child
talking about the person who
sexual
posted
abuse
it initially?
material sender. That would be JStock on 4K doing it, by the way. That's your man, by the way, Dickers. They know you. You know they got him, right?
They did get my man.
I know.
Did they get him over that though? At the
Well,
time
not
that
yet.
JStalk
Not yet.
said
That is
did he
fair.
think
Not
that
yet.
It was CSAM?
They may get your
At the
man.
time that JStalk sent that, did he think that it was CSAM?
Well,
or did he only
yeah,
realize that
unfortunately.
later?
Yeah, he did. He did. You know
He
the
knew
thing
that
about
was
it?
CSAM when he sent that.
You know the weird thing about it? Canada has this law. It's one of those like statutory things. It doesn't matter. Once you send it,
I'm
it's
not
like
even talking
fucking.
legally right
You know,
now.
even if there was
I'm
like a
asking you what
really
actually
like.
happened there.
Oh well, I guess
Wait,
leave that up to the
I think,
RCMP. Right?
It's also as a
Wait,
quick
why
meme.
leave it up to the RCMP? I'm asking
Well, I don't know.
about
You
the
guys love,
circumstances
you know, you
right
guys
now.
loved
You just
calling
brought
like
it
the
up.
FBI and everything on
When
Destiny.
JStalk
Why
sent
shouldn't
it,
we leave it
did
up to
he
the
think that it
RCMP for
was
Destiny?
Regular,
None
legal
of us-
pornography, or did he think that it was illegal material?
Oh, does it matter? Well, actually, you know what? That's a good question because I think before that point, he was going on and on and on about how it might be a 14-year-old. Do you remember that? Ooh,
I did not
I think
remember
he
that.
knew. I think he thought it was a 14-year-old beforehand, and he sent it anyways. That's weird.
You have to
And he's
show
on
me the
4K
evidence
sending
and
it.
stuff.
That is fucked up. I mean, but that's your man, right? He knew he was sending it, etc. You know, I don't know what to say.
Jay
Awkward.
Stock like anyone's man here?
Just
I-
curious, real quick,
Well-
because this is in just server. Is this? Let's just assume these are two images, right? That first one is an image that he's posting. The second one we see Wicked Supreme replying to it, being like, "Ha, you know, dog, why didn't you pick a different email?" Right? Let's assume that I didn't doctor these images. Do you think that this would be probably some of the most like insane fucking harassment, real life, like fucking with that you could imagine? That assuming this person is a victim of international adult child sex
Yeah, this is
trafficking,
bad.
that this person is harassing this person to join a court case that they have no desire to be a part of just because they think they can own me. Isn't that kind of fucked up? You can show both of these on in this chat. You can stream whatever you want, Wick.
Okay, I'll just I'll stream them real quick. Here's the first. Right, multiple emails, name blocked out, right? Trying to get a hold of this person, to get a hold of your sister, your daughter, etc. So that's the first. And then this is closest thing to harassing I ever came, but they were all one-off emails. I know the name is unfortunate, but it's not like my other email is any better, to be fair. Preem's asking, dog, why didn't you pick a different email?
Yeah, that's an inappropriate level of involvement. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know where that came from, but yeah, we
Don't you dare say, "What do you want me to say? It's bad. I
wait.
disavow."
What
wait,
answer would you be
himself-
satisfied with?
What if,
like
what if
I didn't know
Jistical
about
himself
this.
afterwards? What if Jistical himself afterwards said that, oh, it seemed like he was trying to help her?
I think that's stupid.
Well, it seems like in the beginning that seems to be what he
Stupid?
was. He was
Yeah,
getting
it's
too
really
involved,
dumb.
right? I mean, that's the
Oh.
criticism, though.
Oh, is that what's happening in the beginning? What do you do in the beginning when you're trying to groom a child?
I wouldn't know personally. What do you do when you're
ingratiate
communicating with a
yourself.
child?
I wouldn't know personally
Stella?
either, but I think you would use terms like, let's see, as an olive branch, I will link you to things that I'm not certain that KF has found. So we see that Sabasexual is.
I imagine you would try and be nice.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sabasexual is he's searching the internet for child porn. Correct. Correct.
He's searching the internet for child porn. I don't
Yes.
know any of the details of this. You need
I don't
to
know
be
who
able
this
to
guy
get
is.
your
That's
Jay
true.
Stalk in here to fucking
Lock him
investigate
up.
that.
I don't know who
Let's
this
assume
guy
that
is.
what I'm
That's
saying is
true.
true. Let's assume that what I'm saying is true because he's saying he wants to take it down. Is he not searching the internet for child porn here and then using this as an olive branch or as a favor to get in good with this person that he then harasses to force to be given a deposition in my court case? Is that not if that did happen and people like Jistical defended it, wouldn't that be like maybe more than a little bit like, oh, I guess that's bad?
I'm sorry. What
What
answer would be
more are you
sufficient for
asking
you? You
for
guys
there?
keep saying,
Am I
oh, you're just
sending
going to say that's
fucking
bad.
nuclear warheads
What
over to his
answer?
location right now?
No, hypothetically, what answer would be satisfactory to you? There's literally
What would
nothing.
you-
Aiden, I have no issue with you or with your community. You're a funny guy. Same thing with you, Dickers. I've even told you that I liked you. Okay, that's a fact. And am I lying, Dickers, or not?
You changed your tune.
Okay, well, you did do a bad stream. But that said, the only
Okay.
issue I have with you guys is if you promote insane fucking shit moving forward. And I think that the point of this stream is to show you that this is not okay. This is beyond the bar. This is going out directly reporting content creators, going and doing doxing. And you might be, I want to see more evidence. And I think that some of that is like a little bit playing to the fact that you want to know how much there is there. And I'll say that that's fair game, but you also have to understand that there's a manifesto getting made by Steve and he wants to have the most punch possible. So yeah, he's not going to release everything, but I think you have an idea of what went on in there. And I'm not going to make you, you're not responsible for JStalk, okay? He's the one who sent CSAM, not you. It's not your fault. And I don't think, but
Thank you very much.
I think your actions moving forward after today, that like I would say that's fair to judge off of that. So if you're, I mean, that's all I was gonna say. But I like both of you guys. I like you. I love Chud Logic. He knows that.
Dan,
Destiny hates him. I don't give a fuck.
I don't think this is a standard that you earnestly hold. I think the
What is the standard?
motivation
Do you see
here
how
is
much
quite clear.
unhinged- Do you see how much unhinged shit you guys have all been involved in? All these people are up to?
I don't even think this is the standard that
Alright,
Dan
just-
even holds, right? Because you didn't
Wait,
dissociate
I
yourself
do.
from Destiny
Wait,
after all
Dickers,
of this
can I
fucking
ask-
shit came up.
Dickers,
wait,
can I ask
hold
the
on.
question?
No, you can't. Sorry. So I think the motivation here is pretty clear. This isn't a standard you fucking hold, and you would have no interest in investing this standard any further unless
I
you were
completely
trying to,
disagree with you.
J-Stalk from everybody else and make him as toxic.
No,
or
that's not true
radioactive
because
as possible.
I knew as first off, as being someone that was close to Steve, I've been his friends for a long time, and I knew that this was bullshit from the beginning. And you guys all had to play things out the way it was, and that was fine. And it felt bad, and that was the reason that I'm sticking around because he told me that this was bullshit, and it was bullshit. And now it's all coming out, and everything's getting dismissed. Not a
what do
single
you
piece
mean
of
is
fucking
bullshit?
evidence is against Steve.
What do you mean is bullshit?
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Destiny's got logs where he's
First
talking to
off-
Pixie and saying this is a really fucked up way to violate your privacy. What do you mean? This is
No.
Wait, hold on, wait,
Hold
wait,
on.
wait, hold on, wait,
That is untrue.
Wait, hold
Let-
on,
let Destiny
hold on.
go.
I just want to be clear. Yeah, wait, just to be clear, you know specific statements that have come from logs between me and Pixie. You don't know that Jistical and the rest of his server were celebrating the day this young girl got doxxed and then celebrating Saba harassing her to force her to join my court case against her will?
Yeah, I know the information that's central to a huge fucking drama that popped off, and not what a Discord happened, or
It's
not
an
what
un-
happened in a Discord.
And a
like
Discord-
It's an
a year
unknown
ago.
unknown. How would he know to look? How would he know to
How
look?
would you
Go
wait,
make a fucking
wait,
commentary
do
that
you
you're gonna
know?
do.
Do
You
you
want
know
people to know
anything
about
about?
it.
Do you know anything about? Oh, crazy! That a lot of commentary guys are scared to touch it. I wonder why. Do you know anything
They
about
can
the
talk
fact
about
that
it all they
do you
want.
know
J-Stalk's
that-
a
do you know-
500 viewer
do you
shitter
know
on Kick. Who gives a fuck?
anything? Do you? Who gives a fuck? Good question. Do you know anything about? You're here, obviously. You give a fuck because you came to defend him. Wait,
I
pull up the
did I
next?
come
Wait,
to
pull up
defend
the, pull up the next
Was
tweet. Pull up
J-Stalk in the
tweet.
prompt?
Am I pulling?
Did
up
you
the
come
next
here
tweet?
to defend your personal actions? Were you in the prompt?
Yes,
No.
because people are trying to
Wait,
say
wait,
as though
yes,
people in the
because
server
people-
are being implied in this kind of fucking
Hold on.
behavior.
Let me go.
When
check.
you say that
Maybe
somebody's
you
in a
are, maybe you are.
doxing server,
Were you in
is
the
that
prompt
not
for this debate?
impunitive of their fucking behavior?
No, you said earlier it's not. The only behavior you're responsible for is your own. So it doesn't matter if it's a
No,
doxing server,
that's
right?
the argument you're trying to make, no? And that's the
Yes,
argument that Dan is
and you
also
haven't.
making.
You
that it does
didn't
impugn
come
your
here and
character.
say you weren't part of a doxing server. You were saying that even if I was, it shouldn't matter.
No, I said both.
Okay.
They're not mutually exclusive claims. You accept that?
That one would make the other irrelevant, but it kind of seems like the people in here are names that if I were to start searching through that Snark Discord, would I see some of these people show up? I don't actually know. Justical, yeah, for sure. Seems like Justical's defending Saber harassing that girl here, right? Does it read like that? That Saber was a good guy?
If you want to ask J-Stalk about something, ask J-Stalk about it.
I
Get
have
him in the
invited
fucking call.
J-Stalk here. He asked.
I'm saying,
I can't think
I'm
of
saying-
any
let me just
reason
bring
why
this-
I don't know
J-Stalk.
anything about.
Let me
Listen,
bring this back. Also, wait, Dickers, aren't you in J-Stalk's server?
I'm in your server as well, yeah.
Nothing is happening in my server.
I don't know anything that's happened in J-Stalk server.
There's also like
You don't know
5
anything-
million
you
people
don't know
in
anything
Destiny
happening in any
server.
No, we
fucking
have
server.
no
You don't know
fucking
what's
idea
happening in
about
the
it.
Snark server. You don't know what happens in Discord server. What server do you pay
Do you think
attention to? You
people
pay
are
attention to any
normally
server?
like
Dude, am
pouring
I just
over
sitting in
every
fucking
log of the
Discord
servers
servers
they're
reading
in?
all the fucking logs every day? I'm reading Snarky chat, I'm reading mine, I'm reading Aiden's, I'm reading yours.
But you're
I'm reading
apparently
all these
missing
fucking
every
servers.
single thing we're talking about, and you only seem to remember the stuff
That's
that
a lot of
maybe half charitable to you.
servers. I'm in tons of servers that I haven't fucking opened in months. Like that's a lot of
Okay,
servers.
well here, so then just my final question, then we can go wherever you want from this, okay? My final question is, can you think of the single most insane thing that my community's done? Because I can hear all the time I get told that we are a crazy operation, there's all these insane things, compared to what the fuck we just saw here, okay? With this sabosexual guy spam emailing this girl and her family members to force her to get a deposition, okay? Because they hate me. That's it. That's the only reason, right? What is the most insane thing that my community has been a part of?
Probably
Well,
the
I mean,
doxing.
you prop up someone that said I was.
Wait.
I'm a
My
justifiable.
community, hold on, wait. When did my community do doxing?
You're
On Kiwi
the
Farms,
person
in your
you
thread?
prop up. Food shop
wait,
said I was a
my
justifiable
community-
target of doxing.
Aiden, you're retarded. Hold on, Dickers.
How am I? Okay,
When
what about
did
anything
my
I just
community-
said? Do you dispute?
Dickers, when did my
Okay,
community
so
do
just don't
doxing?
answer the question.
I'm not.
Got it.
On Kiwi Farms in your thread.
My community's posting in my thread?
I mean, to be
Yeah.
fair, they're probably your community hates you, Steve. So
True.
there's
No.
a chance.
Okay, wait,
No,
no, that's fine.
No,
Okay, hold on.
It's
I'll
people who
accept
are
that.
posting the dox information of people you try and fucking argue with.
Okay,
Or the
gotcha.
people who
And
hate
then,
you.
Gotcha. And then just curious, if I were to go through
Do
both
you
of our
deny
respective...
that? Are you saying that's
It-
not true?
No, it is true that people who claim to be,
Okay,
or
nice.
maybe seem to be from my community, right? If I were to go through both of our Discord servers and look for the term gay ops, which is where you create accounts in order to appear like you're from another community to bring that community on, who do you think would be talking about gay
That
ops
can be a
more?
woman gay
Not
ops, sure.
necessarily what gay
Wait,
ops.
sorry, go on.
Aiden, this term was probably invented before you were even fucking born. What are you, like
You're a
19
debate,
years
bro.
old?
You should know composition fallacy. What's true the part is not true the whole. Just because it's a manifestation of gay ops does not mean that's what gay opping is. Okay? Yes,
He is
that's
correct.
a form of gay opping.
That was
That
the
sounds
most
smart.
time.
That
I've ever
sounds
heard in my
smart.
entire life.
I'm gonna have to defer to.
You know what,
that
Aiden?
sounds good.
Aiden, you are 19 years old. Shut the fuck up. Go look at your DMs
21.
and get your new talking points from Queeman, okay?
I
Yes, 21.
do I wear
Dickers,
a blindfold?
Dickers.
Nobody DM'd me that was a requirement of the debate.
Don't
I'm
you
not
think it's a little
DMing
bit weird?
anyone.
I just want to be clear. Let's have the record be crystal clear, okay? So you're saying that the worst behavior that my community has been involved in is posting on Kiwi Farms,
didn't
which
say
I
that.
can't prove.
You asked for an
asked you-
example of it, and I gave you an example.
Oh, so that's not the word. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, let's just, on that example that you gave, there's no way for me to prove or disprove that, number one. And number two, you guys have talked about gay opsing, haven't you, in that server? Wasn't it part of the screenshot that Dan literally posted?
Have I? No?
When I said you guys, not you personally.
Uh-huh.
They
Nicandros
talked about-
did. Yeah.
Correct.
And what did I
he's
say
part of
about that?
server. And I don't care what
And
you
what did
said
I say
about
about that?
I don't care what you said about it. He's in the server.
No.
They've spoken about gay ops in there, right?
Nicandros has, sure.
Yes. Who's in that server? Yes.
You're trying to give the implication as though everybody else has to respond to it, as though they have done this. It's
I'm not.
not.
I'm just saying
Nicandros
that
said
gay
it, and it's on
opsing is a
Nicandros.
part- I'm saying that gay opsing is part of your guys' communities, and you're pointing to the fact that one of the bad things my community's done is posting on Kiwi Farms in a way that I can't prove when you guys have already admitted to making false accounts to gay ops people. Why would that be your go-to
Have I?
evidence? What's your
When
strongest
did I
point?
admit that?
What's your strongest point? What's the worst that you think that my community's been involved in?
Giving Mr. Girl
I mean,
a
off the top of
platform.
my head, sure. Doxing.
Giving J-Stock a platform.
This is crazy. I am the boogeyman of your guys' existence. We've just gone through so much fucking insane
Dude,
behavior.
we've
You
spent
can't think of
months not talking about
guys
you.
can't
You're like a
think of-
minor drama commentary
guys
topic.
can't think
People
of a
always joke
single
that
thing.
EHD, you might as well just remove the D, because you're not
You guys
spoken about
can't even
anymore.
think of a single
Most of the
thing.
people on that
That's
server
crazy.
don't even give a fuck about you.
That is
Nicandros doesn't give
insane
a fuck
to
about
me.
you. Shamu doesn't give a fuck about you.
That is
Go and don't
insane.
take a look at their fucking content.
That is
They don't
insane
talk
to
about
me.
you. You're the boogeyman.
What isn't? What
Dan,
exactly
who was
about
the
anything
top
that just
three?
happened is
Nothing.
Who were the
insane?
top three targets of that
Alright.
server?
Let the
Really?
record reflect. Nothing. Not a single thing that's brought
Dan?
up. You guys are delusional. This is delusional.
Hello?
What are you
Mr.
talking
Saltman?
about?
Yeah, hi. Yes, hi,
Who were the
Dickers. How
top
are you?
three? Who were the top three targets of that server?
It was like Ethan Klein, Steve, and some trans
Was
firebat
Destiny-
thing.
Was Destiny even on there? That's not what you've said before. What you said before is Ethan
Well,
Klein,
I'm at a hotel. I don't have it in
Nicholas
front of me.
Furio, and Trans Firebat.
Ooh, but I'd have to go and
And now you're changing it
see
to
what it
include
is.
Steven?
Hold on. I'm not changing anything. You're asking me what it is. I'm at a fucking hotel in New York. I have no
And you've
fucking idea.
And you've changed your answer from before, right? To the
Okay,
benefit of
whatever I
Destiny's
said
logic?
before, hold on. Whatever I said before is accurate because I don't have it in front of me. I'm guessing.
Okay, nice. So
Why
Destiny
are you saying
wasn't one of
nice?
the top
You see how
25.
I'm not lying?
I don't know what
Wait,
argument he's
Dickers.
making.
You see how I don't lie? How I just say what's going on as opposed to you guys? Right? I'll just say
What, you
whatever I
tried
said
to
before
lie,
seems
and
accurate.
then I corrected you
Who's
based on a
lying?
prior statement, and then you
No,
would admit
you asked me what it was, and I was
Dan,
giving you my
Dan,
guess. Don't pull this
Dan,
now.
you lied.
This is unfair.
Dan, you lied by omission when you were in that conversation with Chud when he asked you
Which
what
one?
okay, the recent one that Destiny called into equipment. When he asked you what the redaction was, you responded, "It's a name," and then moved on. He didn't catch you on it for some reason. Later on, you're caught on it and elaborated. That's actually just like somebody's fucking username, their public-facing username. You lied by
I don't
omission.
think this is a
so that
good
people would think
battle
that's
for you to
PII.
do.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
people would
this
think
is
that's
the dumbest
dox.
argument. This is the dumbest argument.
Sure. So can you
okay?
explain why
Well,
it's
no.
dom instead of posturing?
I would like to explain myself. It's my argument, and I think it's I can give a good answer to this. All right, if you guys will let me, and I'll be calm and I'll give you the real answer. All right, hand to God type shit. You ready? So I have these logs. They look very bad, and I'm thinking, if I release this, how can this fucking blow back on me? And I have two options. One is that I can just release it all as is, but then I'm in this situation where people be like, wow, really nice, Dan, fucking releasing the name of dox tools. What a fucking retard. You're so fucking stupid. You're trying to get people fucking doxed. Actual fucking brain dead. And why the fuck are you putting fucking Novaru in here? What does she have to do with anything? You're such a fuck. Now
Wait,
there's
wait,
going to people
why would
attack her.
anybody complain
Great.
about the second part?
Hold on. I'm still going. So that was option one. Leave nothing, like redact nothing, just fucking put it out there. And the second one is like, okay, let me be safe. I'm going to redact the name of the tools. I'm going to redact the people that are unrelated. But so people can't think that I'm trying to pull a fast one, I'm going to say that they are unrelated, redacted. Okay? That way they can't possibly say I'm trying to pull any fast shit. But you guys still latch onto this. Like this was
Then
some master move. If I
why-
was trying to fuck with you, I would just leave it as redacted. This is the stupidest
why did-
argument. There is
then
so
why
much
did
better
you
shit
leave
you
in
could
the
target
name
me
of-
with.
Dan,
And this is
hold on,
pure
okay?
desperation.
I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
go ahead.
Why did you leave in the name of Tectone, Rev says Desu, and Pinky Chew, and only redact the name of Novaru, who the state
Pink was an
included in?
accident. The pink thing was an accident. I missed that when I did
You
that. That was
redacted him.
that was an accident.
Okay.
I left
So they're
Templeton in there?
accidents.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
No, I'm saying you
weren't,
redacted
you didn't
Templeton.
workshop these. You didn't send these like messages like around. Nobody could have caught your mistake.
What
Hold on,
what was
wait,
the
wait.
mistake?
You're saying that Dan fucked up one redaction of many on these things, and that was a mistake that he should have caught. But Queeman reading down the side of the site where it says Twitch tools, Twitter tools, whatever, that was an honest mistake.
Yeah, that
There's
was a
no-
mistake. That was a mistake.
Holy
You should have
shit.
caught.
Dan
Yeah,
tried to lie
I'm
about it.
completely
I don't
consistent.
like the idea.
I'm totally
I don't like the
consistent
idea
with
that you
was a
guys
mistake.
are-
You should have
On
caught.
the
Yeah,
Novaru
totally.
example
my
there,
God.
Alright,
Dan
More
tried to say
posturing.
that the
More
state
posturing. No arguments.
Dan tried to say that the state that
So
Novaru lived
pathetic,
in,
dude.
that was information they
I
got
was
through
trying to
these
keep
doc
unrelated people.
That's not
Oh,
true.
Dickers, this is bullshit. I was trying to keep unrelated people out of being caught into a fucking dog
Why?
shit. Like, why could?
Why?
Why? Because
References
who would
to
want to be
unrelated people,
attached
who
to
gives a
this?
fuck?
You want to know who
Why
gives a
would they
fuck?
be
Like the
attached to
6
it?
people
It's
that have been
references to
doxed since this
large
fucking
public
happened.
figures.
Dickers,
You
do you
think
want
that
to know who
Novaru's
cares?
going to get doxed?
But to
The-
be clear,
yes.
I just want to I want to remind
everyone.
everyone, please. I'm not the only one. Like, I have received messages that other people, and they don't want me to share who they are, have also been doxed, and they've, again, showed me evidence of
Well,
this.
from the
That's a
start,
lot of
I
us
just want to be
work
clear
off
what's
the
happening.
whack.
Why would we? What? Look, there
From
is
the server?
absolutely a group of people, and I don't know who they are, that are targeting everyone who is even associated with Destiny and doxing us. That
That's
is happening.
the-
That is
from
happening.
From that exact server? From that exact
That is
server?
happening.
I mean,
That's
Dickers.
like
So why would
Who
I
has
ever
the
be like?
culpability?
I'm on the
That's
side that's not
obviously the
doing that.
question.
I'm on the side
Because
that's
we're
not
talking
doing
about
that
this
to
crazy
me.
fucking doxing server, and now
just
Wick
saying.
without any fucking context. is
Dickers,
bringing
it's a
up people
server
being doxed.
dedicated
So
to
I'm
hating
asking from
Destiny and
where?
Ethan, and you're doing
No
surprise
context.
Pikachu face.
Clarification
Okay,
there.
okay.
So Wick, where?
I don't
He's
care
not
where
gonna
they're
give you
doing
anything.
it.
He's not going to give you anything, dude.
Oh my fucking god!
Why
just
would
gonna
I
be
care where? Look,
sarcasm,
they murdered
posturing.
him in the kitchen and not the living room. Oh, I guess it's okay now. Who
it's
the fuck
group-
cares?
It's the
A group of
communities
people
where this
are
is happening in,
actively targeting
who-
me and others
okay.
for harassment, calling us pedophiles, DMing every single woman who's ever been on my stream, asking them to release logs. That is something that Bug Squander did under Queeman, like Queeman's mod. That's what he did. He went on to different women that's been on my stream, DM them, say, release the logs with Wick. We're trying to stir up content. And now I learn that not only have they been harassing me, calling me a pedo throughout all my replies, they have been doxing me. Fuck those guys. I don't care who they are. I don't care where they are. Fuck them.
Why do you guys
I
never?
don't know.
they-
We haven't seen the fucking evidence for it either.
Okay,
And we're
well,
not
you can
going
believe
to,
me or not. I'm
presumably.
just telling you what's happening. So
Yeah, it's like, believe us, we're not going to give you any evidence, and you're fair game if you don't accept our claim.
do you
without
understand my
we're not
evidence
releasing
that
it.
I would have to give you at this point would dox myself? You want me to
You
dox
can't
myself
redact
to
your
you?
PII.
I'm in the middle of a stream doing it now. I was just that
So just
specific thing was just
say,
about
when
just to be
stream is
clear, it also
over, I'll
doesn't matter.
redact my
Wait,
PI and
but
say,
it
it's
doesn't-
not
it doesn't
rocket
matter.
Science.
Wait,
It's
it doesn't
not
matter. If we
rocket
tell you
science.
right now, that Rita and that QQ guy or girl, whoever the fuck they are, seem to respond positively to Wix docs being posted, what would your response be to that?
That's
To ban them
fucked.
from MySpaces.
That's bad? Is that what you said? That's fucked?
I said that's fucked.
I
Yes,
like- I
said
love
that's
it when they-
fucked. What
that's
answer?
What do you want
me to say? It's bad.
You
I
have
just
not
don't
answered.
know.
I've asked
It's
this question
bad.
now for you. You really
I
don't
mean,
like answering
to
my
be
question.
fair, it is a good line.
I mean, you can
What
focus
answer?
on what Aiden said and ignore what I said.
Can you answer
So I
one
feel
of my
like I gave a
questions?
totally
Aiden, I
fair
can
answer
answer.
there.
Aiden, I can answer. What do you think should happen to me for the doxing that I've been involved in?
I think you should stop doing it and like apologize.
Oh, okay. I won't do it anymore. Sorry, guys. So we're cool now?
Me neither. Also,
You're not gonna do it
Okay.
I'm
anymore.
done.
Then I guess.
Oh, nice. Cool. All right. So
We're not-
no more
All
calls
right.
from you
And
against
if
me
you
and my
show that
career. We're
course of
good.
behavior over the next
Huh?
few months or over the next few years, maybe
Sure.
people will believe
all
it.
right, so you guys disband the
Keep it
server.
going.
We're good to go.
Yeah.
I'm
We're
not
good,
the
right?
server. I'm not a part.
If individuals
Not you, Aiden.
stop their
You're an
conduct
innocent
and then
child.
shift, and then years later, yeah, sure. Aiden wasn't
Oh, my-
associated with where a lot of people in the fucking
Well, hold on.
space.
To be
That's
fair,
what happened
I
with
think
him at
Aiden
fucking
did
January.
his.
Aiden and I
Aiden
have
did
only
his like
recently
4
started
months
speaking
ago.
together.
So we
Yeah.
get 4 months. Aiden did his 4 months ago, so
Aiden
4
did it
months of
one
us being
time
clean.
Is a at the time 20-year-old while he was drunk in a hotel room. Okay, now I've thought that recently. Okay, fuck it, I'll start hanging out with Aiden again. But I don't know, Dan. You've got a course of behavior.
I'd hang out with Aiden. Problem?
I'd also hang out with Aiden.
Yeah, see?
Is it
Just
official?
us,
Is
a
it
bunch of
date?
doxers hanging out together.
It's a completely.
Ha
I'm the only one who can claim the moral high ground, and I will.
But you can't because you're in all these spaces, posting fucking tweets, accounts of people, looking at like who's following who,
Not
and
tweets.
saying,
Not
oh,
tweets.
not tweets, not looking at like who's following which people and why is this guy doing this and all this like
Oh
all
my
of you guys are
God.
all
not
connected
looking at
to
who's
all
following
this
who on
fucking shit.
Twitter. I'm not even sure if
Ah,
I've fucking
true.
done that, by the way. But even if I have done that, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, really?
That's
You
not
haven't been in
doxing.
Gisticle server being like, oh, why does this guy follow these fucking people? What's going on here? Blah blah blah. No.
No. I'm in JStalk server because occasionally I'll hop on stream.
Okay.
Wait, can you show this one for me? And then can you explain to me what I'm looking at here?
Give me a second. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of DMs. JStalk DM'd me a lot. He's very angry at me. Whatever. He can come on, but he doesn't want to. He's like, why would I be involved in this bullshit? And he's streaming it right now, by the way. He's watching.
Fucking true. Jesus, I wish you would fuck off.
You want me to show this on stream?
Yeah.
Here we go. There's no way. He's giving me semantics, server, attachment vibes. He'll be back. Why have you done this, Neo? Here's Dickers. Posting this. Who doesn't this guy follow? I have no idea who the fuck this is. Are you referring to
Why the fuck are you posting random Twitter accounts that Connor follows in Gisticle server? A server you're not even that active in. Like, what's the point?
I don't even know what you're looking at right now.
What's the
You
point?
can- you can
And I
look,
thought
you
you just
can
said you
click
didn't
the-
do stuff like this, right? Like, why isn't this kind of a weird thing? Why would we even post this? Isn't kind of weird?
Yeah, dude, this is
Take a
insane.
look at what people, dude. The day that you can't follow police other people on Twitter is the day that I hang myself. What the fuck
Is this
is wrong
really
with
what we
this?
got, man? This is really what
I'm
we're
just
working
asking
with.
why. I'm just curious.
Wait, Wick, have you sent it to me or something?
He's
I
just
No,
he
don't
wants
know
to
what
argue
I'm saying.
something that he
I'm
can't
streaming
defend,
it.
so he
You can
pretends
look
like
at it
he's
in the
just asking
Discord. You can
questions.
click watch stream. You can pull it up and you can see it.
Oh shit! Sorry, I didn't see that. It's my
Okay, I
bad,
was
actually.
like, what do you want? What do you mean? Like you can't see it. Like, and there's more before, right? If I have to
Mhm.
scroll back. So there's these people are talking. Blah blah blah. This is you. Who doesn't this guy follow?
Oh yeah, Connor follows fucking everyone, man. Have you taken a look at that shit? Yeah. Wait, I'm hearing myself in your stream.
Wait,
Okay.
why do you
fixed.
even check that though? Isn't that a little bit?
What when I'm
Weird.
like, what when I receive a comment from somebody on Twitter?
Is that what we're talking about right now?
I think they'd interact with me, or I'll see like a certain post and like, wait, who the fuck is this person? And
Can I
Connor
actually
follows
ask-
literally
You guys- I'm just
fucking
curious,
What
guys-
are
everybody.
we talking?
just
What is
curious.
wrong with any of this?
I'm just asking a question. I'm just saying, like, do you guys
You're
talk a
just
lot
asking
about like
questions,
who
man.
people? Yeah,
Dude,
who
You're too
people
much of a
follow,
pussy.
what's going on?
You're too much of a pussy to make an argument, so you're gonna pretend like you're asking
The
questions.
profile-
Just say what you're arguing here.
The profile picture is a deceased, dead, shot in the head version of your fucking like plushie or whatever. And Connor is following that person with the fucking Palestine flag in their bio. This guy follows everybody on Twitter. Can you scroll back up, Wick, to show what I'm talking about?
Is it just
Profile
all like
picture?
part of?
This
Is
is
it
all
all like
this
part
is
of
all
like?
I was given.
Is it part of like research?
No, it's just about fucking about on Twitter.
Okay. In Justical server though, I thought you weren't active in there, or did I misunderstand you when you said you just don't see anything
not
posted about
active.
me?
Go and take
How
a look.
does one message
Why isn't this
negate
in
his
Justical
assertion
server?
that he wasn't active?
From-
What?
How many
Colon,
messages? How many
Dickers,
messages have you
and how
posted
many
in Justical
messages?
server?
You tell me.
What if it was over 100 and they wipe that server frequently?
Dude, I don't think they do. How long ago was that message from?
I don't know. How long ago did they wipe the server last? And do you have 160 or so messages in there right now?
I mean, I'll go and type from Dickers. Even if
Oh
I
my
do,
God.
who gives
Shit,
a fuck?
if you're, I don't know. You tell me. You were the one earlier that said you weren't active in there. No.
I have got 300 messages.
Wait, when did you join JStock server, Dickers? Because that's like nothing. If it's like a year ago, that's nothing.
When was the last time?
This
Does anybody
time
know when the
last
last time they
year.
wiped? When was the last time they wiped that server?
Over a year ago. I don't know.
Why would you say over a year ago if you don't know?
Because it's
Well, I'm saying that it would
he
have to
joined
be
it.
over a year ago, because the oldest thing that I can find is from, I don't know, this time last year.
Yep. So
Is it really
makes sense.
regularly? What do you mean they've got server wiped regularly?
I don't know. You tell me. I guess it was over a year ago. Just one time then.
Yeah, regularly is like a yearly basis, man.
I don't
Which
know.
server is
Dude,
this?
you need
Which
to have
server?
a conversation with JStalk. You've got a lot of fucking steam to be able to be blown off. Jesus Christ.
I have
wonder-
tried
Well, I mean,
my
J-Stock
very
is a-
best to
Where
put
is he? Come
a
on, J-Stock.
conversation together with Destiny and JStock. One of
I
the
wonder
parties
why.
does
Yeah.
not want that to happen.
I
It is
gotta be
not
honest.
Oh,
Destiny.
is JStalk offering fucking witness testimony of the Pixie stuff? Is that why?
No. JStock's just the pussy.
Can you not see why he like wouldn't want to like?
And a distributor of child porn.
We'll see why he
Well,
wouldn't want to
I'm-
talk to me. Wait, I could, but why would he talk about me so much?
I
I'm
think
a-
JStalk has tried to
somebody-
move away from the fucking Destiny A-log content. I can't lie. He's like done
He's covering it
repeatedly.
now, ain't
Hold on.
he?
Like, we're
Just
taking
curious,
a break.
just curious.
We're not talking
How
about this
long-
stuff.
how long
Destiny's
did
talking
he
about
have-
him, Wick.
How long did he have a server called the Destiny E-Rape Defense Channel where they were arguing every single day about me in there?
I don't know.
Then why would you say that? Why would you just say right now so confidently he doesn't talk about me? You don't even know.
I'm saying for long swaths of time he doesn't talk about you. And then you start talking about him recently.
That's
He's
also
not
not
talking about
true.
Can
That's
we
not true. I
never
don't think
like
JStock's
make? Can we
ever been
never
a
make
weak-
assertions about
That's
anything
the
because
fact
there's
that
some
I've
like
got from
unknown
occasionally
truth
watching
out there
JStock
that
streams.
could come forward and prove it wrong?
Wick,
Like,
on that server earlier, the one that you said, I think Wick, you said it felt like they posted a doxin.
Yes.
That server they were posting that OSINT tool in. Can you open these two screenshots on your screen? Does it sound like a
I'm
few of
glad
these
you
guys,
amended your verbiage.
Nicandros
Listen.
included, are trying to fucking triangulate Tectone's position based on
let
whether
me
or not
look.
he's at church?
Do you want me to show this? Do you want me to show this on screen?
Yeah, these
Wait,
two tweets. Yeah,
okay.
these two messages. These two. I'm just curious.
Give me a second. Here, 1 second. You guys can all watch it. Remember, Dickers, you got to click the button, okay, if you want to see it.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, it doesn't appear in my fucking, yeah, my output. Okay.
Well, it's harder to see because I can't. Oh, can I? Yeah, there we go.
Also,
so
just
isn't it
curious.
Dickers?
Let's pretend for like 1 microsecond that maybe I have recordings of a bunch of people arguing in Justical server. You weren't one of the people in that server, Dickers, arguing constantly about how I'm like an actual e-rapist, right? That audio wouldn't exist, right? Because you weren't involved in that for
Arguing
hours and hours and
constantly.
hours.
I've probably been in VC and JStalks before.
Arguing about me?
I think you were probably the topic from hanging around JStalk, yeah?
Yeah, you have to be tricky. To them
Actually, no,
regularly
there's
is
other-
once
just
a
like you
year.
know as
To
well.
them
we're
regularly
arguing
is once a
about.
year.
It's always
so
about
they're
you, right? Wait, what? Sorry, Wick, stop fucking about with it. What are we even reading now?
You want me to go back and read it?
Do we want to read these out or what?
What do you want to do with this, Destiny?
I'm pretty sure they're trying to fucking triangulate. They're trying to figure out where Tectone is based on the time he's tweeting, based on a news story that was posted. And then this is the same server. They're also posting OSINT tools in. Now, I'm not the one to defend Tectone. Fuck him, okay? But these guys, I think, hate Tectone because he's like team anti.
No, you know what this is? Do you know what this is?
These guys are literally trying to fucking figure out where he is
no,
at some
it's
particular
not
point
his
in time.
present location. Tectone claimed that he had seen a shooting. It was not his present location. He was no longer there. He claimed that he had like witnessed a shooting at the mall. Or I forget what it was. And they believed. I think he lied about that, and they were verifying that. That's no risk to him because that's not his like present location. He doesn't live at the mall.
So what do they mean when they say?
Wait, when they say
remember? First of all, when they say remember to check if he's in church today, what are they looking for there? Number one, and number two, why the fuck?
I think that's
why would they be trying to? That's a joke.
Probably, yeah.
So when they say still like 5 hours before it's 8 a.m. in San Antonio, 8 a.m. isn't like when people go to church.
No, it is right, but
Really
that's
depends on the
just
church.
a specific, more specific.
Have they got somebody that is also in his congregation?
Do you not think it's possible that they're potentially mocking the guy who a court found likely sexually assaulted a woman, right? The guy who LARPs behind Christianity, like so many other people. Do you not think they're mocking his like religious cope? Do you not think that like is poking fun at this at all? Have you not made jokes like this?
So it's all just they're just joking on all this. So the OSINT tool is a joke.
No, that's not actually
figuring
not what
out
I said. If you lie about what I just said, then you could say that.
All
But that would just be a lie.
just to me. Well, didn't Nicandros did say it was a joke, right? Didn't he tweet that out? Or was that Shamu? I'm mixing them up now.
I don't know why. I'm pretty sure.
Nicandros was the one that said it was a joke, and then the conversation happened. Then he changed his story, and now it's something else, and I don't know what it is. They changed their story.
Oh yeah, when it became an accusation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also, just curious, Aiden, you seem to lack so much knowledge about so much stuff in here. You don't know anything about Wix docs, you don't know anything about anything else. But how did you know specifically and exactly what the context was behind this conversation?
Because I've covered Tectone extensively. I know that there was an allegation that Tectone had because Tectone had said that he was at the mall and there was like a shooting or something, and it was like an exaggerated story, and he lies all the time, and it seemed fake as shit. I'm familiar with Tectone and his entire controversy.
How would you know what these guys are talking about related to that, though?
Because they literally posted a fucking link to the shooting.
You don't know what their conversation about it is, though, no?
Can you go back to the last... Well, hold on. Can we go back to the last screenshot, Wick?
Can.
How would you know what they're talking about, man? Maybe because I fucking covered the guy and they're literally linking exactly what they're talking about? I don't know, dude.
I don't even think they're talking about a fucking, like a trending news story at the time. This looks like it happened 5 or 6 months previously.
Yeah, so what I said, not his current location. I know exactly what they're talking because I fucking covered the guy. And they're literally talking about what they were talking about.
Why are they asking to check if he's in church today? Why are they using OSINT tools to track people related to Tectone? Why are they trying to figure out what time he'll be there? And Aiden, I thought you weren't even part of this server. How the fuck do you know about any of this?
Okay. I feel like I'm like losing my mind. I just explained to you exactly how, and I don't know if you weren't like listening or something, you're retarded.
I'm not talking about the Tectone story.
They literally linked. If you go back to the last
I'm not talking about that story. I'm asking about their behavior with response to it. You don't know anything about this, so why the fuck are you defending them on it?
Why am I defending them on it? Because it looks like a fucking joke.
It looks like a joke that they're asking to remember to check if he's in church today. And then a little bit later, they're pushing OSINT tools to try to find people that they think are him on Twitter. You guys are crazy.
If I made a joke that, hey, let's see where Aiden's going to be tomorrow.
You guys are crazy.
No, I don't think it's that crazy to think the church comment and specifically was making fun of how this guy like hides behind religion while a court found him.
No one is talking about that, bro. No one is talking about this.
That's literally exactly. What do you mean no one's talking about it? That's the whole argument here, that would be a joke. That's what they're talking about. So yeah, we are actually talking about it. I don't know what that's about.
Why don't we just go and try and find one of the instances
fucking Alzheimer's.
Nicandros is talking about him finding his location. Why are we talking about a plausible joke where he's saying, check if you went to church today? Or that Tectone's tweeting about this stuff all the time as a part of the Christian grift. He talks about going to church all the fucking time.
Yeah, and we're poking fun because it's funny that the guy that was found liable by civil court for sexual assault is like talking about going to church. It's funny.
Hilarious.
That's funny.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And they're talking about a shooting
so
that
no
happened like what, 6 months before?
refutation. Yep. I just was like expecting something better, man. I gotta be honest. I'm a little underwhelmed.
This is what it does. It massively fucking undercuts the narrative as well that something fucking crazy is coming out. And it makes me just not take any of this fucking shit seriously. So when you say this private evidence that I can't fucking see, the stuff that you've shown so far, I mean, Dan,
I mean, Steve, that's...
I'm going to be real. He's convinced me.
And then the way when you
I don't know what to tell you. He's convinced me.
You can
I know you guys are going to be saying,
well, I have an idea.
he's just a destiny orbiter. Bro, like, he's convinced me with what he's shown me, and I know I can't show you, but damn.
Wait,
you can also tell, none of it matters, because every time I ask questions, like, do you ever talk to me? Like, well, maybe I have. And it's like, oh, in voice chat? Initially, it wasn't, I don't talk about you at all. I don't even know anything about the server. It's like, well, I got 300 messages there. Oh, what about voice chat?
I didn't say that.
Well, you know.
Wait, I have an idea. I have an idea. Dickers, there's a fun little thing. Do you remember? So you were a moderator of a debate between... Who was it? Between, I'm just going through this here real quick. You have to excuse me because I'm on my laptop here. I think this was between...
Purple Parry Gaming and Ica Rules.
Yeah. I'm just looking at all of your deleted messages here. Like, these are like so fucking funny, bro. You were cucked so hard by this, by the commentary people. Like, this isn't anything that ends you or anything like that, but like, it is funny. Why are they calling you Mao 2.0?
I don't
To us, that's not that insulting because we're not thin-skinned bitches, so I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I mean, you guys all
Morale
deleted the
trying to
messages
get
after.
a fucking debate going between them? I'm not sure.
Okay. This is probably a joke. What's the, like... you know what? Actually, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, honestly, I can't keep up with what the fuck this shit means. Traw said this.
Yeah.
Traw sent that.
So,
what did they send?
I'll try and reiterate, I guess. Every time that you try and point something out and it's like a nothing burger, it does hamper my fucking confidence in anything you're saying is coming out later. So you can try and pretend as though people have been fucking defending this shit hardcore. You've massively overplayed your hand with this stuff.
You think so?
Yeah, you guys have, like,
So
I'm
far,
honest.
Yep. Plots on the
I
ground.
just was expecting so much better. Like,
you tried to just
hold on,
bring
can I
up
just
a
say,
joke about
Dickers,
somebody
Dickers,
calling me
I
an
don't
arousal
have any
2.0,
beef.
This is like
and
the
I'm supposed to take
worst.
this stuff
I just want to be
definitely
clear.
fucking
I just want to be
seriously.
clear.
You know what it reminds me of?
At this point, I have no beef with you or Aiden, right? Like, I think we've talked maybe once before, Dickers, right? And I have no idea that if you're involved with this, but like, I'm just telling you, like, the information, if the evidence is equal to what I've been seeing, there's a lot there, and you should probably do some CYA, disavow all these.
Well, no, it's fine. Look, I've been here before.
I mean, it's
the whole.
I gotta be honest,
thing.
Wick. I nor anybody in my
engaging in,
community like gives a fuck about you, especially
that's
like doxing.
I didn't know you existed before today.
Yeah, no, I didn't know. What, like, I'm not even trying to be mean.
Oh,
here.
that's
like,
not true.
What?
That's not true. You knew who Wick was. You're about to say
Oh,
you
no,
didn't know who
yes.
he was.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I mean, I don't know a lot about him. That's my bad.
Fair.
Totally,
Yeah.
my bad.
Okay.
But yeah, we're gonna pretend like that was like a crazy fucking like that was like a crazy slip up. No, I didn't. Sorry, I said.
No, you just
earlier.
misspoke. We hamper on those in this community. Misspeaks.
Yeah,
You're big.
I know. Yeah, no, my apologies. I
fine.
did know your name because people talked about you negatively, but I didn't know why. I don't know anything about. I just know you're associated.
Haters are gonna hate. That's what it is. I don't know. No one's ever mentioned you before today, so no, I shouldn't say before today. A couple days ago when you first.
Aiden Underground's gonna be a household name. Get ready, man.
I hope
Get
so.
ready.
Maybe, right?
How much to buy 30% of your lifetime earnings?
Wait, is this the same kind of fucking usury trap that you got Darius in? Is that what you were referencing earlier?
I mean, it's up to you. No one's forcing you to accept it.
Think it over. I'll think it over.
Maybe I pick winners. You ever think about that, Dickers? Maybe there's a reason I'm offering it to Aiden and not to you. Just saying.
Yeah.
Divide and conquer. It's a classic game.
That's funny. Anyway, is there? Are we? I don't know where we're going with this. Like, are we?
All right, I guess I would just I would leave it here.
Is it? Look, one done.
All right, I was gonna say I was here once before. I heard a lot of nothing burgers. You don't have shit. This was the Twitch stuff, and I feel like I got a lot accomplished. Now you guys might say no, but I think I did okay. and your calls to release more information and do more stuff so that you can have it right now. I've been here. I've done that. It means nothing to me. You'll get stuff as it's drip leaked. And just when you think that you're beyond the drama, boom, it's going to be more the next day. So we can keep this going for like another solid 1 to 2 months until all of this is done. That's the point. It's it's to fucking make you suffer because you guys are, well, not you, but
Twitch
J-Stock.
campaign days
Not
going
you.
after a fucking Discord server.
Listen, you
Oh,
can
no,
drip
not
feed
the
shit.
Discord server,
I just
just
don't understand,
J-Stock.
I just don't understand, like, this, like, it's fine if you want to release it like this, I guess, but it's like,
Yeah.
what is
Well,
this,
no,
like,
at the end, we'll be all the really sick shit.
why do you,
For
like,
now, it's just
aggressively
gonna be-
expect people to, like, accept these claims
I
at, like,
think-
face value? It's just like...
Well, I don't.
To be
That's
clear, they
why
don't.
we will.
They hope you don't. They hope you don't. They hope you disavow. They hope you make light
Well,
of
that is
it.
kind
They
of the-
hope you
the point a little bit,
minimize
right?
it,
But you-
so that when they
I don't
do
even know
drop
what
it,
happened.
they can
I haven't
post a
been
clip of
s-
you
I haven't been
minimizing
given any
it
material
based on what
evidence.
they've dropped at the end. That's what they're hoping.
I mean,
This is
the
what we're-
idea-
This is what would hurt us. I'm going to give you the secret. This is what would hurt us the most, okay? And I know Dan's one.
I mean, it's funny because you're about to say the truth and they won't believe you.
This is what?
Yeah, probably.
If you,
No,
if
I
you
wanna
left the
hear what
Discord
would hurt
server
them
and
the most.
disavowed
I'm really curious.
JStalk. Is that
No,
Probably. That would
I-
fuck
I
us the
don't-
most.
I don't play that
Unironically.
shit. I'm not a fucking
Yeah,
pussy loser
yeah.
like you fuckers are, okay? I don't sit here and stalk every fucking person's Twitter account near me and then lie about doing it in servers that I lie about even having any information of, that I lie about participating in voice chats for 9 hours debating whether or not I'm a rapist, okay? That's you, all right?
You're
Here's
literally,
what would
like,
hurt the most.
analyzing
The thing that would hurt the most-
screenshots
the
of
thing that would
Dickers,
hurt
like,
the most-
sending a Twitter
the thing that
account.
would
You're
hurt the
hyper-obsessed
most,
with us.
the thing that would hurt the most would be you guys saying like, oh, if this is behavior that was happening, I would 100% disavow. I don't think I'd even want to be involved in those spaces. That's what I would say. And if I see proof of it, then that's the position I'll take. But until then, I'm just going to hang with the people I do. And I'm going to do what I do, and that's it. And then now, me and Dan will be like, well, fuck, that's a fair fucking statement. I guess until we actually like,
100%.
release solid shit, now we're kind of fucked. But that's not what you do. Instead, you come on and you grovel for every little tiny bit of information you think we might have. You carve out the most ridiculous statements like OSINT tools
Whenever I
posted
ask
in
you to
places,
release
along
anything,
with names.
dude,
But
the
what do you mean?
narrative isn't even being pieced together
I love
right
how you
now.
like saying
Whenever
narrative.
I beg
When
you
have
to
you-
release anything,
Let me ask, Wick, has he begged multiple times in this call for us
Yes,
to show him
evidence. Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so
Oh,
Wick,
evidence.
The question that he just
evidence
said
and claims
was
you're
regarding-
making. Yeah.
Oh, the thing. Oh,
Asking
so
for
when
evidence
did-
and
please,
claims
Just when
little
did
bit
post
of evidence.
anything?
Yeah,
How did
crazy.
narrative? What
I
did you
didn't
just
realize
say?
that was
The
groveling
narrative is
to
being
drop more
constructed in
logs.
real
I'm
time.
sorry.
It is. The narrative, by the way, pick up the phone. The narrative is calling from inside the house,
The
dipshit.
narrative is
Check your
being
DM.
constructed as
Logistical
we
agreement.
speak.
They're calling you
Asking for
right
the
now.
evidence.
It's a
Asking for
disaster.
I mean-
You're
claims
getting
made
game.
is
It's all
building the
fucking up. Hit the
narrative.
internet switch again. Turn it off. It's fucked, diggers. It's fucked.
All right, I want to give. I have to run
Yeah,
because I'm in a hotel and it's night. But I want to just give my final piece here, and this will be out to everyone, and you guys can take what you want from this one way. It's not endorsing, condoning. I'll say this: Chilled Logic was not on the server. While you guys fucking in DGG and whatnot hate the guy, whatever. He wasn't in there. He was living his principles. Queeman was in there. But when I looked through, I didn't see any crazy shit from him. That's not to say his community's not involved, but he wasn't in there. He wasn't doing any crazy shit. And in fact, I saw him pushing back. Steve probably fucking hates them saying it. Whatever. It's a fact. We're going to release it all, and that's going to be in there. That's not the case for JStock. That is absolutely not the case for JStock. And the fact that I'm saying this about Queeman, okay, and the fact I'm saying this about JStock and their communities and everything else, that should give you that. Now, I don't know. I know that, for instance, I think Windy Fox, who's had like 3 different Discords, that's in your community, Aiden. That guy is going to... Yeah, that guy's gonna rape you, Aiden. He's gonna rape you so fucking hard, it's gonna be unbelievable. Okay, you're gonna get raped beyond belief because that guy's in your community. It's crazy. It's crazy because he has the OPSEC he has is fucking garbage, but he's going out there and he's doing the craziest fucking shit. Okay, I don't know what to tell you. The guy's so fucking stupid. He forgot his email to his last fucking Twitter account, so he had to make a new one. But that's the guy that will rape you specifically. The association there that is your guy. Just in case you want to know where that's going to come, when it's like the association and my community doesn't do this or that, that'll be the one there. But I will say it's just one guy as opposed to JStock who has like 100 fucking people essentially. That well, not obviously 100, but a lot. So that's your one dude that's in there that'll sink you. Dickers, I don't know. I'd have to see. I haven't gone in there before. As I said, I think you're funny. I think you can make it. I'm not really too worried about you. That's it. So of all that shit, yeah, that's it. And JStock distributes
other than, like,
child porn and
quality of streams, whatever.
Thanks for
okay?
calling
My
in, Dan.
conduct in the Discord, my conduct
What's
in
that?
my community, my
I-
conduct in the Discord, my conduct in my community.
I have not seen anything of your community at this point. But I will say it looks poorly on you to be in a server that is dedicated to harassing other content creators. And anything saying that this is a clipping Discord is cope. I think you know that. I think you'd be very uncomfortable. I think you'd be very uncomfortable. Hold on, I'm
Did you
leaving.
not say that's
So
the primary purpose of it?
Yeah,
Okay.
let,
It is.
let Dan
Remember
get
when we
his,
said,
let
like-
Dan get his final thought out, and then you
Okay.
can.
Well, again, I think that we'd say like, hey, what's the criteria for someone to join? Do they hate this person? I think you'd be very uncomfortable if like me and Steve are like, hey, we're going to set up a private Discord. What's the criteria? You fucking hate Dickers. Okay, this is going to be a Dickers A-logging server, and it's dedicated to fucking this guy's life over. You'd be extremely uncomfortable, and I think you would think very badly of the people who are in there. So it's up to you. You can stay in the server. You can stay in the server you're in there. I'll think less of you. That's it. I haven't seen anything specifically in your server, if that's what you're asking, that makes me.
You said that I've.
Well, yes. What I messaged you, if you want to like go that front, I had an issue with that. Yeah. So, I mean, you're asking about your server. I was trying to give you a legitimate answer at this point. So, if you want to stay in the server and do that, that's your choice. And I have whatever.
Yeah. And then just a quick thing for Wick. Okay, you can wrap up actually pretty soon in like a few minutes. Wick, I'm just curious. Why do you think Gistical has been streaming and live tweeting about this for the past couple of hours? And why do you think Doobie has been posting messages about this for the past couple of hours in your Discord server, but neither of these people actually talk about this?
Well, Doobie has talked to you about this before, so I'll say that.
One time.
That's fair. But that's one more time than Jason.
Is that before or after you throw in the
Can you think of anything those two people
Can I answer his question, please?
All right, goodbye,
Bye,
Aiden
Dan, I love
and
you.
Dickers.
Okay,
I think you guys will make it.
I'm going to answer his question. So, I think if I had to guess, and it is just speculation, the reason that J-Stock is doing this is because he wants to control the narrative, do some damage control. A lot of information's come out that he feels might hurt him, so he wants to get ahead of it by painting a different narrative. That's my guess. I don't know, but that's my speculation.
Okay.
Well,
Did I have any idea who was coming on tonight? Did you tell me, Wick, who was going to be here tonight?
No, I said Aiden was, but I said I invited a bunch of other people, and you said whoever.
You told me 2 hours before I was in class.
Huh. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Okay.
I'm going to talk to my community for just a smidge.
Wait,
after.
do me and Aiden get final statements?
Yes. Okay.
Everybody
fair
else has
enough.
got one.
Yeah, you definitely
Aiden,
can. But then I'm
I
going to
interrupted
move you
you
all
throughout
out
this
and
debate.
talk to my
I'll let
own
you go
community.
first.
Yeah. But go ahead.
Yeah, sub
Aiden?
to Aiden Underground if you don't like butt plug wearing felchers. And yeah, that's it for me. Take care, guys.
Go ahead, Dickers.
Okay, nice. Basically, I think a lot of I'm just talking to, I guess, your audience here, Wick. But
Go ahead.
I think it's probably a fair. It is just a totally fucking like standard we're applying here. You're responsible for your conduct. You're not responsible for the conduct of other people around you. If you want to be in a space, if you don't want to be in a space, usually that's like a measure that you decide based on the quality and what you want to associate yourself with optically. Moral obligations don't play into any of that stuff. And I think it's totally fair to build the narrative of asking people for evidence if they're going to make a claim. Obviously, not asking yourself to like gigadox yourself to me in DMs, right? But a redacted version of that might be appropriate. And if you show me it and it's bad, I'll ban that person from my spaces, 100%.
Okay. Well, thank you for being here, and I do appreciate you coming in last minute. This has been impromptu for all of us. I'll have a wonderful day.
Have fun.
We're not ending the stream just yet, gang. We're not ending the stream just yet, gang, because I have some thoughts, and I see people want to maybe come on and talk to me, and I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna end the stream soon and just take a walk and process. I'm not gonna answer any DMs or anything like that for a couple hours at least. I honestly might cancel my show tomorrow just to reconsider my OPSEC and a few things and just make some adjustments. Because yes, the evidence I was shown, like I said, I had no idea what they were going to have in the manifesto. I had no idea what kind of information was there. I'm not a party to any leaks or any secret information or secret discords or anything like that. But no, believe me or not, what I was shown tonight is like, oh, they have actual information that is actually evil behavior. Like evil behavior. I'm going to use that word. So if they were right about that, at least in my case, it's very possible that they're probably right about the other things that they're going to say tonight, or say about this too. Make your choices, and we'll see at the end of the day. Man, if you guys enjoyed the show, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Give me some fucking money for my headache. Shit. We're going to have to deal with a few things, but not happy. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. And I've said this a couple times, but I'll repeat it because it bears repeating. If you are trying to convince people to join your side, to kind of get onto your team, and you want them to kind of like be, what's the word? Sympathetic to your cause. Going around to anyone who isn't sufficiently anti-Destiny and doxing them, harassing them, calling them a pedophile, constantly being in their ear, DMing people who are about to go on their stream, saying don't go on this person's stream, they're a sex pest, all these things, right? Your server is a sex pest protector server, all these things, right? Like constantly, right? That's not going to make me want to be on your side. In fact, I'm going to be on the side of the people who are not doing that to me, okay? I'm going to be on the side of the people who are not engaging that behavior towards me, specifically. Like, it's very possible that they're all just fucking doing this everywhere all the time. But the ones who aren't doing to me are not going to be the ones that I'm going to be covering and things like that. It's the ones who are, okay? It's the ones who are personally attacking me. You've made yourself my enemy. Simple as. You've made yourself my enemy. And okay, fair, right? This isn't the first time that I've been harassed or doxxed or anything like that. But, yeah. I don't know what you're thinking, but whatever. And I'm not the only one this is happening to be clear, right? I'm not the only one this is happening to. There are several creators in this space, big and small. They are not sufficiently anti-Destiny, or they've been painted to be pro-Destiny, or they've been painted to be connected to Destiny in some way, that are being specifically targeted, doxxed, harassed, lied about, all these things. And when you call them on it, because I have clips of people saying that they were going to do this years ago, they say, oh, it was just joking. Bitch, you're doing it. Not a joke. So, yeah, okay. Here we are. I don't know if we're going to have a stream tomorrow. I'm going to think about it. Gibbs, I'm sorry if I have to dip, but I hope you understand why. We'll see. Okay, that's it. That's all I got. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, give me money. Money makes it feel better. And I'll talk to you later, okay?